से दूर और 10 लेवल पार, सीधा सामने से बाहर, सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉर्ट फुकट चीजों का बेजमापुर, मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर। इसको कल का बहुत पार, आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार। क्यों करते ही 5 स्टैक सारी वीडी। इतना लेट 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 लेट, इतने लेट आते हो, उधर वॉकआउट वगैरह हो गया यार। किधर है ये चैट? हाँ क्या है भाई? थंबनेल भी एक तो बराबर नहीं लगाया चैट ने। हाँ क्या यार, क्या गुंडा बनोगे तुम लोग? शपथ कोई स्ट्रीम भी नहीं देखेगा यार तुम लोगों का ऐसे हरकतों की वजह से। हर दिन लेट लेट सेम 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 सेम, थक नहीं जाते हो क्या भाई तुम लोग? कभी तो ऑन टाइम आया करो लाइफ में, कभी तो आगे बढ़ोगे फिर। ओ माय गॉड, एनीवेज भाई अभी आ ही गए हो तो भाई वेलकम 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 टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम भाई। आ गए फाइनली। हाँ चलो आ जाओ, तुमको दिखाता हूँ थंबनेल कैसे बनता है। ये लो भाई देखो देखो थंबनेल ऐसे बनाते हैं। उधर वॉकआउट वगैरह चलने दो, इला चलने दो। बूस्टर भाई आज चैट, मुझे जहां तक आज का गेम लग रहा है ना, मेरे हिसाब से आज बूस्टर भाई की जमापुर की टिकट निकलने वाली है। डू यू गाइज अग्री और डिसअग्री? डू यू गाइज अग्री और डिसअग्री? आज बूस्टर भाई की जमापुर की टिकट है। वीएलटी की लाइनअप देखी भाई, देखी वीएलटी डेंजर विषय, बट आई डाउट दे विल क्लियर असेंशन। आई मीन आई होप। The only thing I hope is, I hope they stick together. समझो, ऑब्वियसली एक ही सीजन में वो लोग क्लियर आउट नहीं करेंगे, वो लोग आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे। एक ही सीजन में वो लोग, क्या पता चैलेंजर्स में ही उनको कोई एक टफ कंपटीशन आ जाए। लेकिन भाई आई जस्ट होप कि वो लोग स्टिक करे, समझो, साथ में खेले। All right, the W streamer is on time, back with another live stream.
I mean, it's risky, but it's a nice kind of risk, I think, going into this.
This is what we wanted to see
last
week. Right? We
have
a lot
second
of
stream of the day, baby.
But for Alpha, he's always been on the team with Durka. He's never had to play this jet. It's always been somebody else. But he is Turkish. And Turkish players, they can all play
Stream पे
jet.
देखते हैं हाफ टाइम में, तो फिर फर्स्ट मैप के बाद याद दिलाओ।
About this, because this certainly
फिर
was
से
a big
अबीस
surprise for us.
भाई, अबीस लगाया आज चैट। It's Abhi's time. Fantastic gaming वाली channel. फनाटिक हारी थी ना बे ये इस पे, ये मैप पे। I don't remember. केसी बाहर हो गई, यस केसी बाहर हो गई। ऐसी केसी वैसी केसी। ओल्ड थंबनेल कल का ही थंबनेल है भाई, ओल्ड नहीं बोलते उसको।
What happened last time for Fnatic on this map was that they were really struggling with how aggressive BBL were being. That was why it didn't particularly go well for them. So what they've decided to do is fight fire with fire. They put Chronicle back over to the breach. He can set up, and then you have Alphaya and Kayak going crazy. And when you look back to say their Haven game, that was what
do
won them
or
the
die
game
game
in their
for
most recent
Fantastic
matches. Those two
Gaming
players
Wadi
really
channel.
popping off. I think that's one of the most exciting things about
क्या
this
लगता
matchup
है
in
कौन
general,
जीतेगा?
is the fact that you're going to go in with Mini, who doesn't normally play on that duelist
भाई
role,
मेरे
taking it
कैलकुलेशन
up,
के
who did
हिसाब से
incredibly well. Click, who's
Gentlemaids से एक
been, I'd
अच्छी
say,
टीम
fairly
है।
consistent across a couple of agents and struggled on some others. I'd say his Jet has been very, very good. And then Fnatic have kind of gone
भाई
into
ये
this,
प्लेयर है,
okay, let's try and...
ये एक प्लेयर है, बहुत डेंजर प्लेयर है जेंटलमेट्स का ये। ओ बोस्टर भाई, आपकी भी विंडो शीट कराओ क्या? हाँ वो तो कॉल करके ही पूछूंगा अभी बोस्टर भाई को क्या सीन है। चैट क्या लगता है, बोस्टर भाई पहले ही कॉल करेंगे विंडो सीट के लिए या बाद में? क्या लगता है?
A new agent and all this sort of stuff. but the time that they'll have to prepare if they don't go to Bangkok, or if they do, time they'll have to prepare.
ये semi-final नहीं चल रहा है, ये lower round 1 चल रहा है, या lower round 2, lower round 1 I guess. Crashies, oh my god, hi!
No surprise I'm talking about him again, but Mini as well. The fact,
or did you?
well, you know, one of us did. The fact that we have him and Mini
Let's
as
go
two very
first
strong
round.
individual
Fnatic
players who are
attacking.
not afraid to sit back and play their role, but at times, in certain maps, they as a team can decide, let's unleash them. And indeed, they come into this one unchained. Mini does, at least. Cadaver very much chained on the Astra. That's
yes,
not the Omen,
do
that's
or
not
die
the
game
Duelist, but it's somewhere he'll provide
Eliminator.
value.
Say that for anyone. Think about Zipan, one of the agencies most well known
Chat
for
वो
is a
Zipan
raise.
तो OG है, लेकिन ये Robbie B के जो है ना डिफेंडर्स का वो बहुत क्रेजी है मेट्स का.
Leading the charge, taking that space alongside Kayak.
Good morning, Somnath.
Always where Fnatic have thrived, and they will get that almost immediately.
It's locked in, and it's
इस साल आपके पास स्क्रिप्ट नहीं आई, स्क्रिप्ट निकालूं क्या? मैं तो निकाला नहीं था इतने टाइम से.
And it's Mini on his way, wrapping around. He'll be contesting with Boaster.
वो देखो रॉबिन ने ही निकाला पहला किल.
Sit in this position. There'll be stars online late, and so the time is very much an issue. You can't allow them to run that clock
निकाल
down
लिया भाई,
lower, but as
पीक
they go
करके
for the
निकाल लिया
fight,
अल्फायर
they
भाई.
lose everything.
अल्फायर
With
जेट
Boaster
खेल रहा
tying
है.
this round into a nice, neat little bow. 1-0 for Fnatic, and they make that one look
Crazy.
pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I think this is the change-up, is especially going into that
भाई
attack
आप
side
मेरी
start.
chat नहीं
You have to
पढ़ते.
bear in mind that is
Sorry.
where Fnatic really struggled. Like think back to their defensive side, Teo, it was fantastic. Like you had constant delay, constant pauses for teams getting that plant down. The problem is the attack, it just didn't work out for them. They weren't able to sort of
Alpha
find
the greatest
gaps.
flex
BBL
player
were pushing
after
them so
goat
aggressively.
for
This is just a much
भाई
more
अल्फा
direct sort
ये
of
आ
attack.
लेकिन
The
मजबूत
things you
एमर
expect
है.
to see when you have
अल्फा
that
कुछ
sort
भी
of
बोलो.
Yoru, like thinking back even to like old school double.
और ये फनाटिक का जो काजू ओइश.
The thing will be is, does the defensive composition work
वो
as
स्मोक
well
ने फ्लैश खा लिया.
when a team isn't playing slow, when they can
Hello,
be more direct, when they
Karthik.
can go for those takes, and while the initial plan from mates was to get aggressive.
किसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है? मैं तो फनाटिक को यार, मैं डे 1 से फनाटिक का फैन हूँ एकदम बड़ा. मैं फनाटिक के अलावा किसी को पसंद नहीं करता मार्केट में.
Leading the charge, the late wrap up by Boaster towards
Fnatic,
this B side,
the
where
best
he's
team
slowly
of
but
this
surely
entire universe.
taking that information for the squad. They'll back off now. We'll see the shift to the A side as the full hit comes in. Zipan
Oh,
has
भाई
managed to
Zipan
thread
का
the
position
needle
देखो.
right down below those
Bro.
smokes. Now occupying them, but they're avoiding him completely. Flash in for the reinitiation. It's decent at least for the one-to-one trade, but a couple pistols on the side of Fnatic. They won't be afraid to lose a player or two. Still perfectly capable of going for those duels. In fact, Chronicle takes out the classic and takes out most of the remaining mates. 2-0 and 4 players left alive. It looked like there was a chance for some damage.
He didn't even throw the classic away this time, so that really can be used on social media without causing any problems.
Nice kills by
Wonderful stuff.
the Goaty Gamer Chronicles.
The thing is,
देखो
it was a very,
Fnatic
very
में
low
कोई
margin.
अच्छा खेले या ना
This
खेले.
wasn't even like sheriffs or anything
एक
additional.
बार
It was just
अल्फायर भी
classic,
अच्छा
so
खेले ना
sure they're
खेले.
not gonna do much
लेकिन
damage, but-
क्रॉनिकल जो खेलता है ना बनता है.
No. You like this,
Worst
man?
round. I'm looking
Pardon?
at the buy though. This is where you're going to see that investment in from the defense. More interestingly, I'm looking at Chronicle, who currently has a breach operator.
That is correct. Now, Chronicle's had some crazy games.
What a shot by Mini.
Alpha Year's lost his life.
अल्फायर को डिस्ट्रक्शन कर दिया.
And it looks like a quick adaptation. The stun on the back of the drone's contact. The paranoia to slow. Zipan spots some time. Has a smoke.
Nice smoke
Gives
by
himself that
Zipan.
little angle. Goes the first as a
oh.
decoy. Steps on his right.
Mara.
He's not heard them though, Kayak. Able to swing through
भाई
and
वो
take the
एक्सपेक्ट
kill
करना
for
चाहिए
free.
था Zipan ने.
4v4.
कोई बात
The
नहीं.
A side plan seemingly guaranteed at this point. The smokes up top will keep mates back. And still 2 players in mid. They'll want to group up. Oh, that could have been a disaster.
Looking to get into that after bomb.
Spike planted.
So we'll eventually have. There's been a couple of opportunities here.
Ooh,
but in the
yeah,
end, it's
yeah,
Boaster
yeah.
to put the advantage with that attack side. Kayak still aggressive, dancing perfectly around the bullets. The drone will spot out where he is, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's so patient with it, doesn't panic in any of these scenarios. And while the panic has set him,
भाई सावे कर रहे हैं.
realizing that holding
Chad,
on to
ये
these
one
guns
side
is
game हो
far
रहे वाला है
more
क्या?
important than anything else.
ये पिक तो एमिट का है. Oh my god, काजू.
He's punished Robbie. The wide swing out to check if he was still there. Cadaver's sticking about.
Chad, ये one side game होने वाला है.
No one else close by to hunt him down. So at least the one rifle will be brought through. But an operator carried forward for Fnatic. 3 players alive and 3 rounds in the lead. That's the
अगला
real
गेम इतना
problem. You look at Nate's
इंटरेस्टिंग
credits,
और
when they get
एक्साइटिंग
back
नहीं
into
लग
the
रहा
game,
है मेरे
you're
को.
gonna see there's not a lot left.
Hey, it's kind of crazy as well when you consider they got the opener. Like from then onwards, it was just
काजू better than
squeaky
डरका.
clean up until the
भाई
point where
मेरे
Kayak
हिसाब
died
से
right
young
at the
bloods
end when it
are
didn't
better than
matter
old
anymore.
bloods.
And this is the performances we wanted to see from him. I think
डरका भी
week one, he struggled.
यंग ही है.
Again, I
मतलब
talk about
मेरी
BBL's
एज का है वो,
playstyle. It's
लेकिन
very
काजू
difficult
उससे
to
छोटा
play
दिखता है
against
भाई.
when you are a
चेक
player
काजू
coming
कितने
up
साल का है?
into
18
the
साल
tier
का है.
one. Maybe you have some jitters. Versus Na'Vi, best player in the server, uncontested. Like, there's not even an argument to be had. He was fantastic through and through. So if that's the level he's bringing today, well, I feel like we're going to be looking at Click. There you go. We were looking at Click.
Yeah.
काजू कितने साल का है?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a big swing from Zipan. He had a chance to drop one, maybe even get out for free, but he's caught, punished, and Fnatic will now set their sights on A yet again. The drone clears everything. The dash onto site gets the backside control with a grab well and smoke to ensure that no one can get through. At this point, mates, you got one player with a rifle, Kadavra, who should probably be considering the save. The rest of the squad can do as they like. Indeed, the rest of the squad is now just Robbie BK. And he's on his way to the spawn where he's about to have a nasty surprise. Boaster.
अरे मैं काजू का पूछ रहा हूँ भाई, मेरे को मैं ही सर्च करता हूँ, तुम लोग को ही नहीं पता. Fnatic काजू.
But if you die to this guy, you know, think about a couple rounds ago, he was sitting here at that little box. That's annoying. But when you die to him on the damn stairs, now there's just, you're not flanking anymore.
21 साल का है.
You can't.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're either going to have to start doubling up to try and make sure
2004 का ही है, तो 21 साल का है.
When you have yourself a potential,
मतलब अभी 20 साल का है, 21 साल का हो जाएगा वो. तो मतलब डरका से इतना कुछ ये नहीं है वो. तो भाई उस कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से डरका इज बेटर.
The fact is though,
Darka is better than
Fnatic really haven't needed it.
Darka better.
And it is that 1-2 punch of Kayak and Althea. They have just been so clean with it in the openers, and I do question, like, it's a couple of times now we've seen that battle into mid. How well is that going to go? But more importantly, can they get some early information to get players on the right site? Because the entries from Fnatic on those site players has been far too easy.
Yeah, and even when they're a man or two down, and well, a man down in particular, and I think that's the thing then for mates. You look at global map control, being able to fight.
Global
esports.
esports.
You win it, it might not affect the round. They'll still be able to bounce back. If you lose it, it's a different story. And they may be in for a lesson in that department. Kayak immediately on his way to the site. A second
Jipan
flash in his
Jipan
hands,
bhai jama ho gaye.
stunned up. Now here comes Kayak.
Oh,
but
bachcha hai
the shrouded
Jipan.
step, it has saved Zipan from inevitable doom at the hands of the shorty. Fnatic are denied an opening.
What a recon.
Even still, they're right back into that same post bomb. As said, like, this was one of the things that was tougher, was just getting into those sites. They have succeeded every single round in getting into a post-plant scenario. All of them looking to try and build up from the corner. There's a crossfire holding. They're trying to clear out, but will they expect the second?
Kaaju got
No,
2,
they
3v2.
won't. Kayak with a clean double.
क्या ये क्लच है चैट? क्या ये क्लच
Look
है?
at those post
क्रैशिस
bomb
एक अगर मारता है तो भी उसका अल्ट आ
already just
जाएगा.
sitting back, the aggressive work has been done.
एस्ट्रा देखो ना
Now they
एस्ट्रा.
have to try and
मैं तो
clear
बोलता हूँ
out
एस्ट्रा
all
तू
of
बी
them.
पे जा भाई
Wow.
पुल व्हील डाल के.
The classic Fnatic, the rat Fnatic, sat back with every single piece of utility you could ever desire. And if that's not enough, you got Chronicle with an op.
This one is done, and mates have realized it. Getting out while they can still carry those rifles through to the next. But 5-0 is the start for Fnatic. This is a dominant beginning to what could be a soon-to-be-seen end for mates.
Well, this is the thing. This is the risk of when there's data for Fnatic.
मुझे पहली बार लगातार 3 छीक आई भाई.
And counter, and I think that's been more of a case when they're under pressure. When they're the best
Quality
team in the
max
world,
रे
they
padre.
didn't adapt as much because they didn't need to.
Good boy.
God damn, Crashies. Okay. Let's rein that in a little bit.
But I think as well,
ये
it's
good boy
also just this
बोलने वाले
double
उनसे ना मेरे को बहुत नफरत है. मेरे को
we're talking
चमाटी
about the
देने का
layers
मन
of
करता है.
Fnatic without that secondary layer really being
ये
needed.
good boy
Each
जो लोग
time
बोलते हैं ना
you've
chat.
had Kayak and Alpha
उन लोग को
just guarding
अलग
that
से
spawn.
चापटी
That's where
देने
they
का
wanna
मन करता है
retake
मेरे को.
from. They have been wrecked every single time.
When does paper X place? अब गलत जगह पे हो मैडम. चैट यार ये लोग वन साइड 5-0 चल रहा है भाई. ये क्या सीन है बताओ जरा. वन साइड गेम प्ले क्यों चल रहा है ये? तुम लोग गुड बॉय लिखो मत. अलग से गुड बॉय मत लिखो. तुम लोग को तो ऐसे भी हेट करता हूं मैं.
They've got an ult of
Shut
their
up.
own. This is really where they
Shut
need
up.
to find that value. And you think about last round, it could have been worse. The ultimate used by Kayak got them onto the site. It claimed space. That's about it. The fact that mates are able to set up for that retake and be so quickly dispatched. The fact that, I mean, at this point, we've seen
we hit you as well. Hit you too, baby.
And end the round.
Hit you too.
Then over on the stairs. Then this time when the spike went down, he was actually in B
Good
window
boy.
trying to cut the rotation and kill the player on B. So by that logic, that's 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds. Next time they plant, he should be about here. So that should be interesting to track.
So this round is going to be Nats.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
If he actually is there when the spike goes down, I'm going to leave. But it has been ridiculous, just the amount of
Look at the aggression.
control he's keeping.
The defensive team are now trying to react in a way of just fighting them on the forefront, like denying them that space whatsoever. They have still had to give it up though. I think Mini, in the end, realizes his TP is probably going to run out and decides, you know what, I don't want to stick around.
Understandable. Back to the group and the unit. Well, Boaster, we've seen this before, will be the same slow and gradual shift. Now, he did hear a gate crash. He's thinking, what if the player comes around the corner? But ultimately, it won't affect his round because he goes back to those same old stairs, same old position. He'll sit there, pop down the stars. You hear them there. There's the stun. Grab well, everything. Gate crashes needed to get out for Mini. No contention at the side. Then Kayak goes in.
वो लोग साइड घुस रहे हैं, प्लांट कर रहे हैं, पोस्ट प्लांट के लिए जा रहे हैं, अल्ट्स पे खेल रहे हैं, पुल पे खेल रहे हैं, सब पे खेल रहे हैं. ना ब्रो, दिस इज बैड. सेव कर लो, सेव कर लो, सेव कर लो भाई. एमेट को है ना एमएन फाइट लेना पड़ेगा, या तो फिर मिड से ना सभी को पुश करके उनको फ्लैंक करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन अभी अगला राउंड फनाटिक कुछ अलग करने वाली है.
Mates don't have that solution. The aggression, Fnatic were just happy to wait. Like, okay, you can try and use utility to push us. We're going to hold as a 4-player stack. My question will be is when do they push the other side of the map? Like try and section them in, not just one player trying to 1v1 Boaster every round, but actually claiming that flank. Because thus far, every single retake has been from those same 2 corners every single time. Like you're talking about coming in from heaven or coming in from that defender spawn. There hasn't been a flank because it's always
Anonymous by toot gaya yaar, pata nahi kaise.
Tried the flank, don't get me wrong.
Only is one person.
One person and 2 times, and both times you ran into Boaster. Now you realize this guy's just ratting it out.
That's disgusting.
Beautiful play. Just
I would say disgusting.
What a
synergy
shot
of Fnatic, and we've seen this again from a lot of teams. The
भाई
reason we
4
like
जन
Fnatic
बी
back to
खेल रही
Summit
है,
FC days was
4
because a lot
जन
of
बी
people
खेल
played the
रहे
game
मेट्स.
like, hey, I'm a
अरे
better
भाई उनका
fighter
ए
than you.
वर्क
I'm
कर
gonna
रहा है
grab
तो
and
वो
shoot
लोग
you in
बी
the head.
क्यों
That's
जाएंगे
our plan.
भाई.
We're all gonna run here and we're all gonna shoot you. But then Fnatic came in, they said,
Okay,
you
तो
might even be a better
एटलीस्ट
aimer than
ये
me.
लोग बी हैवी पुश करके ना फ्लैंक आने चाहिए.
And that's why they won.
बोस्टर देखो, बोस्टर इधर ही घर बसा रहा है. Oh my god. ब्रो 7-0 होने वाला है ये. जीजी लिख दो भाई, जीजी लिख दो. ये वन साइडेड है. मिन्नी का अल्ट है, मिन्नी कुछ करके दिखा.
They're walking into the A site again.
No way! The idea from Fnatic to go A, I mean, it's been such a strong hold from Mates every single time. Mates had left it open. They're playing for the retake this time, much more consciously. Alpha spotted that. The blood in the water, but he backs out. The drone sent
अभी क्रॉनिकल का अल्ट है, फिर पुल है, और ये 2 मार रहा है काजू.
He pop flashes himself in and takes 2 down. They're not even getting out of their own spawn at this stage. Finally, they've managed to at least take down the double duelist, but as said,
they're saving again.
I'm sorry, what? I was gonna say, you have to deal with the post plant. The post plant this round was the breach swinging up a rope with an operator. I think Fnatic might have got into what I would like to call steamroll.
Bro, GG.
I think they've
ये
just
क्या गेम हो रहा है? ये क्या ये गेम देखने के लिए आया मैं तो भाई एक एंटरटेनिंग गेम देखने आया था जिसमें फनाटिक कुत्ता बना रही है, कुत्ता बन रही है. Nah, this is disappointing. This is hella disappointing, bro. This is hella disappointing.
13-4 on this map.
They did. Yes. And you know, you start to think this map is where they come in with a good chance.
He's holding it on the corner of the box. Oh. You've got to be like full tilt losing that fight. 2 players on Fnatic still haven't died. We're in round 7. Well, we've just had round 7. Chronicles died once and he's doing that.
Tell you what, they lost this map. It was Fnatic lost this to BBL, right? That must have given them one hell of a wake-up call. Is whatever is happening here, I want to see it everywhere. I don't want to see anything but this again. 7-0 start, dominance across the board. And I mean, look, it's funny that I drew the comparison to like 2020 Valorant when we had a team dominate every single tournament, and there was a game on Ascent where they just went, let's go B every round. They just ran B.
You better watch out. They're going A again.
They're doing it.
Chad, ये 8वां round है, ये लोग B A जा रहे हैं.
They're running into the A site.
We've never seen this before.
We haven't seen this yet. There is a push coming through.
But finally mid push कर रहे हैं ये लोग. Finally mid push कर रहे हैं.
Now Boaster, does he catch
There's no way.
It's going to be down to
Boaster को अगर मार दी, no way.
They're looking for
actually bypass him.
No.
He doesn't catch them, and he's missed them. He's missed them just about. He's still wrapping him from behind, but it seems like he's given the information over to the rest of the team. Zipan now has, well, he thought he had them boxed, but instead he was the one
bro,
trapped in.
crazy ult, flank आ गया.
Utility being expended, but Alpha yet to go over the top. You thought the Fnatic were trapped. It turns out it was the other side that was trapped. Finally, Chronic, yeah, he's going to end it with the operator again. The breach op is somehow working a lot better than I thought it would.
That's going to be a frustrating round for Boaster. You know, they're 8-0 in the lead. You don't really care
bro.
if you get the kill.
Bro is literally calling we go 8 until we lose. Oh, nah.
Or is it a frustrating round for the players that managed to get past Boaster and still lose?
That's true also. I mean, he comes up behind, grabs that one, and Alpha's like, no. The rest, they're for me. Look, at this point, everything's working out. Oh, bro, Lord.
I'm scared, bro.
He's scared for them. And Gentlemates are scared as well. They've called their second timeout. 8 rounds in to Gentlemates
मेरे
map pick.
हिसाब से Fnatic बहुत ही easily केक वॉक करके दोनों मैप्स जीतने वाली है. एंड Fnatic मेरे हिसाब से इस साल चैंपियंस जीतेगी.
You have to, as Fnatic, try something different, I think. Now, funnily enough, they probably won't, but the idea that
that's the mind game.
Yeah,
it's like,
no, it is.
Now that we've gone A this many times, they're going to think because they've taken a pause.
नहीं, बताओ जो Fnatic सपोर्टर्स है, क्या तुम भी सोचते हो कि तुम्हारी टीम फाइनल्स जीतेगी चैंपियंस की? कोई सोच रहा है? मजाक चल रहा है, मजाक. मस्करी जीत सकती है, genuinely.
Mixwell 2020 strat book has been read and memorized. And for Gentlemates, they come into this round, they've called a pause, they've got pistols. If this team is not, I know they're not, I can see, but if this team is not stacked A from Fnatic's perspective, you don't know what is going on. But Mates have got a different idea. It is proactive control, it is that little bit of aggression, but they're looking to walk up on B as well. The thing is, no one wants to continue that push. You do not push past.
Look at the rotation.
Oh, they're just waiting. They're just waiting for the push.
No.
And now they are going back A.
Okay. I thought for a second that Mates were going to rotate to stack the A site.
वापिस से जा रहे.
For everybody at home, you're not going to believe this. I have a feeling.
No, it's a fake. It's a fake. They go B.
Oh, they backed off for a second. Boaster made the call. Guys, do we finally go to the B site?
No, they don't. They go. I hate to spoil this. I haven't got Fnatic's comms.
Seen the end.
I haven't got Fnatic's comms in my ears, Tom, but I do have at least a semi-functioning brain. And the A site, yes. Statistics.
They could still go B.
A wise man once said, "Stats do not lie." And although they could rotate at this point, no, they haven't. It's a.
That's what Mates should do. Just block them.
You know, maybe they could stack A. I don't know.
Okay.
But I also understand. You expect Fnatic to go back. You expect them to fake. You expect them to respect you.
If they go 12 rounds in a row...
No, they might. They might.
I think just end the series there.
Genuinely, though, they are at this point where Fnatic do not care about Mates. They don't care about you as players.
They might stack. By the way.
If they stack, we'll go kill them all. In-zone flawless. It's the in-zone flawless map
क्या
so
हो
far,
रहा है
Tom.
भाई
It's
ये?
9-0
क्या देख रहे हैं हम लोग भाई?
When will Mates get on the board? 3 ults. Right
क्या देख रहे हैं हम लोग
This
ये?
is when will they stack A, isn't it?
No, it was actually when does Boaster get his first death?
Has he not died?
No, he's still not died. And last
Chad, मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
People, they all walked past him.
Maybe he'll get his first death when he leaves the spawn. I reckon that's when it will happen.
That's the strat. You can't be killed if you don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Hide up the stairs. It's just isolation protocol
finally!
here on Abyss. 9-0
Finally a different
for
call,
Fnatic.
Chad.
If you're just joining us, the game didn't start that long ago. But,
भाई Fnatic ने Mates का कुछ तो क्रैक कर लिया है. जो वो लोग बोलते हैं कि let's see कि वो लोग कुछ अलग कर रहे हैं क्या? And then let's just go away.
Last time when they lost, so
Oh, finally they are not going A,
just
chat.
to make it a little bit worse, when Gentlemates won versus Heretics, they had a 9-3 defensive half.
Oh.
So
Chat, कल Pacific के
Correct me if I'm wrong,
games
I don't think they get the
insane
9-3
matches है कल,
defensive half from this
insane.
point right there.
कल insane matches है, कल रात में Sentinels versus Loud है, और परसों दोपहर को भी बहुत insane games है.
Oh, it was the Cypher restart. Oh, it was the Camp Freeze, yes.
Well, okay. Opening pick has gone their way. Boaster is venturing way too far from the nest. He's got to be careful.
That's not the spawn, Boaster.
He's just walked through. He's just walked through. Kayak has walked through.
ये वापिस ही हो रहा है.
Yeah, that's not a decoy. That is actually Kayak. He is on the top of the site. He's going to take down two. He still doesn't realize that Mini's at the front. This is a very weird round.
Wait, what?
He's pulling out style points. He's going to get a plant down on the A site again.
What?
If he wants to.
Will this be the first A site plant we've seen, Tom?
I'll have to ask Kukuka for the stats.
We'll have to get the stats up after the game. 10 seconds.
Run it back hasn't come back online.
We need them back to figure it out. Okay, both going up rope, both into heaven, sticking it together. From Mate's perspective, they're doing the right thing. They've grouped up, they're making the retake. They've already made it to the spike, but the problem here, man, you're certain that this squad is on the other side. You're certain that they're playing this towards main, and in fact, they're not. There we go. They've denied Cadaver the defuse and click assumes Boaster must be in the spawn. He must be in the spawn. He's been there for 9 rounds. But finally he moved. And if they had another pause, they might call it.
That's the first time he's made it to sight. And of course, you know. This
is
mental. Like, genuinely, if you look at the map, you think that's a decoy until it starts jumping up on the top.
Oh my god.
And it's also the fact that they still don't know that Mini's in the corner.
He just sat there, hear no evil, see no evil.
Mini ने उसको
You
देखा.
can't see me, I can't see you.
Yeah, he saw evil. An updraft.
He saw a lot of evil.
That double shot with a short.
Bro, no way.
Wow.
10-0.
You know, Fnatic lost from
Finally!
9-3 up against BBL. Not on this map.
Finally, 4-man stack.
It's a bit of a different vibe here. I have to be honest with you. Big push coming out from Mates. They get one, and Chronicle shows us the same face he's brought to that stage.
Chronicle do mara.
11th round seeming certain with the Blade Storm online yet again, but it won't find its mark. Zipban steps up, 25 HP. Robbie BK's in there. Mates, finally, it seems, have found the solution. Now the last guy, they might suspect
Booster अब तक 0 deaths पे.
It's for the flawless game, Mitch.
0 deaths पे is Booster अभी
Still
तक.
hasn't died.
5-0.
10
round के बाद.
To keep the
He has to win this.
0 deaths on the table.
To keep it 0.
Cadaver heard him drop, heard him jump, and thinks he has the spike and that he's going the other direction. He's calming that this is probably a B hit. And that maybe he's gone up mid, but they don't know the spike still sat here. They gave up the control.
But the thing that's funny as well, that in Boaster's mind, he has to be thinking, well, they've killed a guy who had the spike.
Yeah, they're just sitting here
They
holding it.
must be here because...
30 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to clear everything. Like, logically, you've got to...
You have to, of course, yeah.
But and also for Boaster, it's exactly the same thing because there's no way that the opposing team wouldn't know that the spike was there.
अबे CD plant दिया है.
Both things have occurred, and now Boaster has ended up in a scenario where he can look
Bro,
to
he's
keep
so
the perfect
confused.
game alive.
Bro, he's so confused.
A very obscure angle to take, so whether or not the first person checks it on the way in, he's also going to hear the door being broken as well. There's a very real chance.
Mates seem to be on their way to their first round victory. And it's Boaster, not a death on the board, who stands in their way.
This is such an obvious smoke.
Robbie BK, they've cleaned up so far. Diffuse has started, wild spam from Boaster, and he hasn't stopped it. Gravwell goes into play. That's bought him at least a little bit more time. It's ticking fast, and Cadaver's down. It's just one who stands in his way, and no more. Boaster unyielding in the face of
but that doesn't count.
Red Bull clutch at 11-0. This is decimation from Fnatic.
Oh my god. Bro, Booster अभी भी 0 kills पे. Cause
he is still 7-0.
वो still 0 है. Oh my god.
I guess they were saving their secret weapon until the very last minute.
Oh my god. Bro, Booster नीचे गिर जाता मालूम.
Statistics are off the charts and in a 1 versus 2, he's going to keep it going. That's the slow
Whoever got that. Whoever got that angle.
clutch from Boaster. 11-0. And well, guess what? They've got the dimensional drift. Now I am looking at Alfier on the other side of the map. But that spike is still heading their way. Zipan's had enough. He's put Kayak in the dirt and actually...
No, why are they going B? No, just...
pushing up middle.
Nah.
There's a chance they catch the players with the spike. But his timing will be utterly perfect. Just not quite by the flash though. And it could be the Gentle Mates are going to shut them down in the final round of the half.
Oh shit, bhai. Oh my god,
Lifeline. If they can convert it. Already, the first man has fallen.
Oh, Beeman push.
Of Alfier, though, flanked out by Cadaver,
No
leaves
way.
Boaster. He's in the spawn, and it might be his first death of the half. In fact, it looks like it will be. They have finally dealt with Boaster. It took 12 rounds to do it, but mates are finally on the board.
Oh, it was a bleak half, to say the least.
Congratulations.
For Fnatic,
Congratulations,
that is about as good as a redemption on Abyss we ever could have seen. We'll be back shortly to potentially wrap this one up.
ये लेकिन क्या गेम देख रहे हैं हम लोग ये? हाँ? ये क्या गेम देखने पड़ रहा है यार? इधर हम लोग फील में आए थे कि भाई आज देखने मिलेगा मस्त पाई की एक फनेटिक का गेम जिसमें भाई ओपी होगा क्योंकि डिसाइडर गेम है, मरे तो मरे, घर गए तो घर गए। लेकिन ये क्या हो रहा है यार? हर्ष भाई का भी गेम ऐसा ही है। एग्जैक्टली ब्रो, आई प्लेड एग्जैक्टली लाइक बोस्टर। जमापुर
Studying in
gameplay.
the UK has been one of the greatest opportunities of my life.
I have access to world-leading research.
I've had a lot of hands-on practicals.
My professors are genuine experts in their field.
Anything is possible
When you study in the UK.
सार्थक भाई ने 90 रुपए दिए हैं सुपर चैट पे। डब्ल्यू सार्थक भाई इन दी चैट। हैप्पी बर्थडे का केक फाइनली एमिट के नाम पे। लव यू सार्थक भाई, थैंक यू सो मच। लाइक करो दोस्तों। अभी लोग पप्पी ले रहे ब्रो। ये क्लैश ऑफ क्लैंस खेल रहा है ना भाई? इसका हो गया है। ओ माय गॉड, उसका हो गया है गेम से। वो क्लैश ऑफ क्लैंस खेल रहा है उधर। आ शिट ब्रो, शिट, दिस इज डन। तेरा गेम तो इससे भी गंदा होता है, हमारा क्या हाल होता होगा सोच। ए चुप बेटा, इतना गंदा नहीं होता। मैं सारे गेम्स टॉप फ्रैक किए हो सिवाय पिछले लास्ट गेम में भी मैंने क्लचेस किए भाई। इला खाली फुट मेरे को तुम लोग है ना, मेरे को तुम लोगों ने बदनाम किया है रे। ऐसा बदनाम मत करा करो ना प्लीज।
Germany, and just because a train's going to a place doesn't mean it arrives there.
That is also true. That is true. Nonetheless, I haven't seen many 11-1 comebacks.
No, none that stick out to me.
Has to start somewhere.
Correct, I suppose. Will it be here?
Kayak. Hank desperately low. He was an absolute menace in that previous map.
Scanning ahead.
They definitely gained when it came to the attack side with this comp, but we have to wait and see how much they've lost. The only thing I'll be honest, like, obviously the scoreline's horrific, but I would gamble
13-1
on Alfier and Kayak alone winning them at least a round or two. Like, they have been so fierce, and on this defensive side, they're literally
13-1 मेरे
pushing
हिसाब
around
से
together on that flank, and no boasters to stand in their way.
This push up, it's a bait for Mini. They were expecting it as well. Chronicle wise to those tricks, but Mini still able to
निकाल लिए,
flawless
निकाल लिए।
kills for mates. That must be the most dominant round we've seen from them so far, Tom.
अब mates भी back to back A जानी चाहिए।
In zone flawless for 11-2.
Back to back A जानी चाहिए अभी mates.
And that's the thing, like we'll obviously
looking similar to your Pearl match today, भाई मत याद दिला यार। One of the worst matches of my entire career of Valorant, bro.
The main thing for me is I just think warming up into the series. Like, it can definitely be a case you come in a little bit cold, don't have the start you're looking for, you get shut out on the map. But even just getting a little bit more lively, finding some frags on the server, even just realizing
ये जाओ भाई। अभी देखो 4 जन खेल रहे फनाटिक के पे।
Definitely been a bit more of a struggle.
Loud versus Fnatic, Loud versus अच्छा ये come back.
Early utility. It's a stack on the A site from Fnatic, maybe expecting their opponents to steal their strat.
Oh.
They are. And it is also
भाई Alfire throw कर रहा है chat. Alfire throw कर रहा है.
Yeah, look, it's not the hardest
Throw
strategy
कर
to
रहा है
counter
वो.
when you're playing around like this up against pistols. Someone jumps around the corner with a shorty. You really only die to that if you've put yourself in a position to die to that. They were nicely.
You mean like Mini in the
back.
last half?
Exactly, yeah.
You never really died to that, except last map.
Well,
where it did
okay,
that.
all right.
Kaju,
When a guy
at
comes
least
swinging
दो
up the
मारेगा,
rope
दो.
and you've been hit by a
देखो.
Hunter's Fury.
No, this
दो
was
headshot,
the kill that he
one
got
taps.
where Alpha
एक तो
updrafted
100%
and
मारेगा,
then
लेकिन
flew
दो
down
मारेगा.
and shot him in the face.
Okay, also exceptional circumstances, if we're being honest. Both of those are a little out there. But no, mates are handling this round really well. They've got 2 pistols, so even if they lose a rifle or 2,
I'll also
they'll be able
say,
to pick them up. They're playing passive.
Welcome to the B site. For anybody who this is your first game watching.
No.
30 seconds left.
Calm down.
Come on,
Slow down. There's a rifle. Well, he's got a rifle now.
Well.
Potentially if he goes up to... Oh, no, wait, those are both the pistols. Never mind. The 3 rifles are still okay. It's all good, actually. I just statistically 2 out of 3 died. I assumed the guys further back would have the rifles. Luckily, that's now the case with the ones on site, having them to work with, and nothing really there for good old Boaster. Few headshots needed, none found, at least not for him. And a round win for Gentlemates that puts them up to 3. Still quite a
चलो अब GG लिख दो, full buy आने वाला है. GG लिख दो, चलो.
But it's doable. We've seen it.
चलो GG लिख दो.
Buy round, of course, is where things should get a little bit more interesting. And well, we're probably not going to get to see a mass amount of this half from Fnatic, but I think one of the things that makes this sort of exciting is that defensive aggression. Like, where Alfia and Kayak, are they going to play together? By the looks of it, for now at least, the answer
Buy
is
round
no.
Fnatic का.
Well, well. Of the B site in the last round, it seems like Gentlemates actually do look to go in that direction in general.
Who's next?
Ult used, gate crash to gain space. Mini's already spotted one, looking for the site clear though, and there it is. One spotted up there. Second gate crash put out so he can claim some space. And in fact, the space is given up, but Kayak will not have an easy run of it. Mini!
ये ऑब्जर्वर किसको देखता है भाई?
That's chronicled down in
आधा टाइम वो ही नहीं समझता.
making these rotations a little bit more strenuous for this squad. Alpha and Crashies have to peek it together. Boaster has to concede his space because his teammates aren't with him that quick.
Oh
With all
boy,
these things
buy
going
round Save आ
wrong,
गया.
5 players alive for mates, no information on the site, limited utility for the retake.
Comeback, अरे क्या खाओगे क्या comeback? 2 rounds
चाहिए
चाहिए
save on the other side of the map. Kadavra almost made that a little bit of an issue. But he's been taken down. It looks like it'll be nice and easy for Fnatic to carry those rifles forward. Still, the comeback is steadily moving forward for Gentlemates. At the end of the day, this is their map, and I don't think they're going to win.
Jinx
I think
कर
that's
दिया.
a very, very long journey,
Wait,
right?
Really?
But the reality is, Tom, as long as they can at least start to put rounds together and make us think, oh, this is a map that you actually, you've got something on. You're an RIT.
CAD Q VRQ एक Pokemon है.
Not sure you needed to,
Pardon?
to take that. That's just a little bit of confidence for Alfier. Yeah, look, the 11-4 comeback. I know, Tom, a lot of people call me crazy for saying it's not likely. A lot of people believe.
Oh, I thought you just meant in general.
That too, but I was trying to keep it honed in on this scenario. Yeah, I do think, like, as long as mates can build up that confidence, you go out of this map 13-3, 13-2, 13-4. It's not a nice feeling. It's your map pick. You're moving into Fracture somewhere. Fnatic are definitely comfortable. Haven as well. You're going to have that ISO out of Alfier to deal with.
It's also with Fracture that they were uncomfortable. Like, they lost 13-3 on that map, so you're going to go out of a dominant loss into
a map
oh my god.
Previous dominant.
What a shot, babe.
He's doing tricks. Like, I've seen just
Alfire
Alfia fly around the map. Now, the problem is that is one of their only rivals.
Eco round on fantastic. What a shot by Kadavra.
Cleaning up.
Abracadabra.
The threat of that round, and while Boaster, that KD's getting worse by the second. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, man, it was perfect earlier on.
Oh my.
But now, we've already had the Quattro K. Let's see if he can bring it all the way to 5. 8 bullets left for Kadavra.
हो जाएगा
You're talking about confidence builders and, well, getting an ace on the
इस
board.
वन टैप दिया है.
Dominantly winning
Crashes
some
भाई
rounds.
आप मत देखो वो trophies. Crashes भाई.
They're back in this series, even if they're not back in the map. Showing off those trophies. History for Fnatic indeed. And the history tells us they will take this across the line. For mates, here it is. The potential of the ace. Kadavra, though, he's
just laughing to himself.
He's having a good time. You can see it in the player cam. Smiling ear to ear. Looks like he might not get the chance to finish off his Mona Lisa. Unfortunately, the ace has been stolen, but 5 rounds at the very least. I've never seen a man look happier to have an ace taken away. You know that? Against Fnatic too.
I can imagine there's probably some
Beep 20RR delivered. # M8 लिखा है.
It could be.
Don't know what was said.
Bro, क्या must tabs दिया उसने.
In the grand scheme of things, a relatively early pause, wanting to try and sort of stem the momentum of their opponents. Again, we've sort of mentioned it, even just getting themselves back into the series with some individual players starting to show
वो
up.
कुछ तो सो गया भाई.
Looking good in that round. Mini
वो सो
still
गया. वो देखो
up
अब भी
there.
उड़ गया. ओ भाई उसको समझा कि कैमरा अपने पे.
Wanting to end things as quickly as possible and move on to their map choice.
It's a really good sign as well, seeing Kata start to warm up as well on Astra, because this is somewhere that I talked about it on the desk. He's a flex player. We've seen him take Sentinel, and in the Sentinel form, he still has such a good understanding of the game that he can push and pull the map. He can play off his utility. When you look at him in an Omen, I mean, look, you've got players like Avova, more recently like Boo, who have made that Omen look like a duelist more times than I can count. So that's somewhere that I see him being able to still bring that individual level to the server. And I just think Astra, well, let's look at how Boaster played Astra, right? That's not how you want Cadaver playing. So he's obviously going to be a bit more hybrid, a bit more in the action. But just as an agent, it removes you a little bit more, and it doesn't give you the same utility to set yourself up. Now, as I said, he's a team player. He doesn't mind that much. I like to see this guy where he can have a little bit of flair.
I was about to say, tell that to Woot yesterday.
Fair.
There are players that can make it work.
Consistently? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know why I'm down.
I felt like Woot is an exception to me.
I don't know. Woot's an exception, but he's also
Fnatic
against
versus
Mark.
BBL में भी
Who
jinx
knows
किया
how
था.
much that
मैं कभी
fire
jinx नहीं
lit
करता.
underneath
Sorry.
him.
Well, already a little bit of early utility being put into play.
Take flight.
Drone should force
Robbie BK.
Alpha back, tries to take
BK का full form क्या है मालूम?
will be met with nothing.
मेरे गांव का नाम है सातारा में कुनपोड़े BK और BK का full form है बुद्रुक.
Can quickly rotate if needed.
तो रॉबी बुद्रुक उसका सरनेम है. रॉबी भी सातारा का था.
Is the point of contact. That seems to be the plan for Fnatic. Leave one duelist on either side. Give them the opportunity to end the game themselves.
Burger King.
They just have to opt to get out of there on this one.
He's sticking around. Doesn't look to be deterred.
What?
Damage done, but no kill.
Kaju?
Click still alive. And many
Kaju
are
काय झालं बाबा?
claiming that they're ready for Boaster, but he's still able to land at least the one and get out alive.
चलो.
That's put things
चलो
back
बस हो गया.
to
RCB comeback बस हो गया.
GG
लिख दो.
from Zipan. It's about to be spotted. Alpha steps in.
League, bro. चलो.
Wonderful shot. And the
चलो RCB comeback खत्म.
now for the defenders. Robbie BK takes note of that. And they
चलो
don't want to
खत्म
sit
करो game.
back anymore. It's time to get aggressive and bring the fight to their opponents. But now backing off a little bit. They didn't see the
खत्म
contact
करो.
they wanted, and the time starting to tick. Backside control by 2. There's utility on its way. Click has to cover the cross, and he will not find anything. Big swing from Kadafra. He's good for 1, but another big play needed. He's already picked up 2, but around the back comes Chronicle. And with plenty of time left, Fnatic are now 12-5. 7 chances to take it across the line. This one went from bad to worse for mates.
This almost reminds me of like some of those old school cosmic divides.
ये इनका पिक है मेट्स का. 50 राउंड्स ए पे आके फनाटिक ने जीते. तभी क्या कर रहे थे? हाँ, अरे इनका खुद का मैप है और ऐसा हार रहे. तो अगले मैप जो कि फनाटिक का मैप है उसमें क्या एक्सपेक्ट करे इंसान?
That first fall for Gentlemates. The problem is now, even with the 4-player
चैंपियन भाई ने 20 रुपए दिए हैं. लव यू चैंपियन भाई.
need to commit 7 in a row. B-side seems to be the point.
उन्हें नशे में के पावर चैंपियन.
Going to be used early.
I think when they're this direct, yeah, very, very likely. Reveal first, just to try to grab that extra information for placement. They haven't spotted anyone, and Kayak was in the smoke, waiting for Mini to take that great crash. A great read indeed. 12-5. And Fnatic have the advantage, not just in rounds, but in players. They can wait now for the whole unit to be here. Click has managed to sneak himself up close, though.
Crashes किस टीम से आया है? Nah, you don't know the history of my goat Crashes.
Still keeping them in
He's from the best team of the entire Americas.
Hold on. Going to utilize the drone, but he is slaughtered
NRG.
immediately. It wasn't much of a comeback whatsoever. Well, Alpha even going to mock his opponent on the opposite side of the stage. It was a clean victory on map number 1, and now Mitch, their own.
चैट ये क्या पटेली थी? वो क्या पटेली थी चैट जो लास्ट में दिखाई? हाँ चैट, वो क्या पटेली थी, कोई बताओ? रॉबी डिड दिस इन लास्ट मैच हैं। अबे रॉबी थोड़ा फन गाय है भाई, रॉबी थोड़ा फन है, करते रहता है, थोड़ा फन गाय भाई। अच्छा अच्छा है बंदा, अच्छा है बंदा, अच्छा है, लेकिन बस है ना, कैसा है, खेलता नहीं है, बस हरकतें। साताऱ्याला येणार मी, येणार लवकरच। हाँ भाई लोग, अभी हम लोग देखने जाने वाले हैं वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट रिवील्स ऑफ 2025। आर यू गाइज रेडी? आर यू गाइज रेडी टू विटनेस द ग्रेटेस्ट रिवील ऑफ 2025? टीम वेलोसिटी, टीम वेलोसिटी की नई टीम जिसमें खेलेंगे एसके रॉसी, रस, लाइटनिंग फास्ट, और ये दो अलग प्लेयर्स है डमारा और मेडलिन। वेलोसिटी टीम वीएलटी अभी एक नए चेहरे में। ब्रो कोई सोचा था जब जी वर्सेस वीएलटी होता था, तब कोई सोचा था कि रॉसी और लाइटनिंग फास्ट जी में खेलेंगी? यार गए वो दिन यार चैट, क्या क्या दिन थे ना वो, क्या दिन थे यार। कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है, बट आई एम सुपर हैप्पी, आई एम सुपर हैप्पी। अरे तो जी में खेलते थे ना भाई, जी वर्सेस वीएलटी होती थी। व्हाट चैट, तुमको पता ही नहीं? जी क्वेश्चन मार्क क्यों लिख रहे हो तुम लोग? जी क्वेश्चन मार्क क्यों लिख रहे हो? नो आइडिया। ओ माय गॉड, मैंने गलत बोला, क्या बोला मैं? तो कुछ भी बोल गया। अच्छा अच्छा, फिर से बोलता हूँ, फिर से बोलता हूँ। हाँ मैं फिर से बोलता हूँ। अरे मैं बोल रहा था कि यार पहले जी वर्सेस वीएलटी होती थी, हाँ, कभी किसी ने सोचा था कि एसके रॉसी और लाइटनिंग फास्ट वीएलटी की तरफ से खेलेंगे 2025 में? ओ माय गॉड, दिस इज इनसेन, दिस इज इनसेन ब्रो, दिस इज इनसेन। शिट रे, मैं पात देता हूँ बीच में ही। अच्छा चलो, लेकिन लेकिन एक चीज़ अच्छी है, एक चीज़ अच्छी है कि इंडिया में इतना एक स्ट्रॉन्ग स्क्वाड बना है चैलेंजर्स के लिए। आई होप ये बार वीएलटी क्वालिफाई करे और असेंशन में कुछ तो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिखाए। लास्ट टाइम भी वीएलटी का जो स्क्वाड था वो अच्छा था, लेकिन वो चैलेंजर्स ही कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाया और रेवेनेंट गई थी आगे, और रेवेनेंट असेंशन से बाहर हो गई पहले ही स्टेज में जिसमें रॉसी खेल रहा था। तो अभी रेवेनेंट का स्क्वाड क्या है फिर? आई हैव नो आइडिया। अगर तुम लोगों को नहीं पता, मैं इंडोनेशिया गया था बराबर, तो इंडिया में से टीम रेवेनेंट असेंशन के लिए क्वालिफाई हुई थी इंडोनेशिया में, ठीक है। लेकिन मैं जिस दिन इंडोनेशिया पहुंचने वाला हूं उसके पहले दिन रेवेनेंट बाहर हो गई। तो या चैट मुझे बताओ फिर इंडिया में स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट टीम किसकी है अभी? मुझे देखने दो इसकी, ये कौन लोग है, ये लोग कौन है देखने दो। VLR.GG ये कहाँ के चैट ये लोग? इंडोनेशिया। ओ इंडोनेशिया की कंपनी है। खेलते क्या अच्छा है लोग? ओ ये लोग ये टीम्स में थे। वो दोनों एक ही टीम्स के थे। है 2025? अच्छा नहीं, फुलसेंस वगैरह को 2-0 हराए ले भाई। ठीक है, माझा इन्स्पिरेशन आहे भावा तू, भेटू कधी? नक्की नक्की लाला मोंकी, थैंक यू फॉर द चाइस, लव यू, थैंक यू। बीटीआर, बीटीआर क्या है ये? क्या अबे तुम लोग जी जी क्या लिख रहे हो? इंडिया में बेस्ट स्क्वाड बताओ जल्दी, किसका है? रेवेनेंट का? रेवेनेंट का क्या स्क्वाड है देखते हैं। रोस्टर, सॉरी रोस्टर। जॉर्जी, एंटीडोट, डेथमेकर, राफ्यूल, अजीज। ओ पाई, ये हैवी स्क्वाड तो है। चैट मुझे बताओ, रेवेनेंट या वीएलटी? हाँ चैट बताओ, रेवेनेंट या वीएलटी? मैं बताऊं? जेन्युइन 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 बताओ, मेरे को वीएलटी की टीम स्ट्रांग लग रही है बिकॉज ऑफ दीज 3 धुरंधर्स। These 3 धुरंधर्स आर सो गुड। आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट दीज 2 क्योंकि इनको देखा नहीं है, बट दीज 3 धुरंधर्स आर गुड एंड दिस गाय हिमसेल्फ इज अ लेजेंड ब्रो। Bro, you know Deathmaker? I know Deathmaker, bro. I know how he plays. I know he is a goat, bro. रस कहाँ का है? रस यूके यूएस किधर का तो है? ओजी का देख, ओजी का देखते हैं। ओजी ओरान जुतान। सब इंडियन है भाई इसमें। ओ ये प्लेयर लोग है भाई, ये लोग प्लेयर लोग है चैट, ये लोग प्लेयर लोग है। ना 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 ना, ये लोग प्लेयर लोग है, ये लोग प्लेयर लोग है भाई। मेरे को ये 2 जन नहीं पता कैसे खेलते हैं, बट ये लोग पता है भाई। ये दोनों जन है ना बहुत लेजेंडरी प्लेयर्स है। ये दोनों है ना मेरे एज के या मेरे से छोटे रहेंगे भाई, लेकिन ये लोग दोनों है ना लेजेंडरी प्लेयर्स है चैट, लेजेंडरी प्लेयर्स। एंड दिस गाय is a GOTY gamer as well. And Hoax Bhai is a builder, bro. इसी बात पे डिस्कॉर्ड देखते आ जाओ। एक तू है नल्ला। हाँ मैं तो चमन ही बैठा हूं भाई, मेरे को मां कसम, मेरे को तो चमाटी ही मारते बैठो तुम लोग। सालो अगर मैं उतर गया ना ई-स्पोर्ट्स की दुनिया में, everyone will run away bro, everyone will run away। आज जो चैटअप्स देखो, सुसी टीममेट्स।
Remaining. 30 seconds left.
I'll suck your dick if you win that.
ये क्या है? ये क्या है भाई? मिमी ओपी ब्रो, व्हाट इज दिस स्क्रीनशॉट यार? लेकिन मिमी की याद तो आती है। मेरा सबमिट किया हुआ देखा और सर? नहीं मैंने नहीं देखा। आज पर्ल वाले गेम में दिमाग खराब कर दिया है। नहीं नहीं नहीं, अरे मैं तो खुश था आज पर्ल खेल के।
Make a lot of sense. Zipan has also so much.
चैट फिर क्या सीन? क्या सीन फिर चैट? 2-0 या 1-all? यस सुशांत भाई। फुटशॉप स्ट्रीम, ये क्या चालू है स्ट्रीम? Who was tense? Why he is so hyped? बच्चे तू नहीं समझेगा। टेंस को देखना एक फेस्टिवल जैसे था। टेंस को देखना मतलब गेम को वापस प्यार करना था भाई। टेंस को देखना एक ट्रीट था भाई। फॉर मी एटलीस्ट, फॉर मी। कुछ ज्यादा ही ग्लेजिंग तो तूने नहीं देखा यार। आई मीन I was a tense fanboy, bro. I liked that guy. I mean, I liked that guy's aura, bro.
This out of the way.
As long as we know to sort of pick it up from last time versus Heretics. Nonetheless, yeah, I'm glad they swapped the roles. I think that we've seen Mini have those strong performances on the Sentinel. I think Khelraay has been a master of smoke.
He was a goaty gamer, bro. He was a goaty gamer.
Quite a bit last season, and Zipan on a breach is no stranger. It's more so
Leo था ना, Leo किधर गया? Chat Leo किधर गया?
They can match up to what we've seen from Fnatic, and this map at least has had its strengths shown.
अल्फायर भाई यार, ये चेंबर को है ना पहले वाले राउंड में वो शेरिफ यूज करने पे बैन करना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से। वाओ, that was diabolical. लियो प्रेग्नेंट है क्या?
The squad falls back. Both players who pushed main now on the site looking to maintain control of Heaven. There is a trap wire. Click seems to want to peek ahead of it, at least confirming that there are still players on this side of the map. And, well, that's to stop them blast packing into that position, of course. A very calculated grenade. Dodging the stun, though, is Mini.
Oh, by Mini OP.
Follow-up with 2 quick headshots. This round may just be put to bed by that.
Main भी एक आ रहा है। गया।
Already, Alfia now dropping left onto Boaster. Much quicker to get his first death on the scoreboard in this one, as Gentlemates will start things off strong. And I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Having that aggressive stance in the pistol after struggling with their entry kill. Just having the stun to set up Click. And that's the thing. He did definitely struggle a lot when it came to their previous performance. But we know that what he's got in his locker. He was someone that was talked about a lot within the DAC region.
Gameplay, bhai.
We've seen him still shine on the likes of a Neon and a Jet. I'm sure that the Rays performance of last was more of an anomaly.
Well, we shall see. Plenty of time to prove it on the server. Round 2 kicking off, and it's a goodbye all around for mates. Only one coming in with a pistol, and that will be Khelraay. Name of the game, Fnatic. Well, on a map like this, plenty of orbs to be obtained. So for the attacking side, who will typically find it a bit easier to take those orbs, at least most of them, that's their job. Get orbs and take down as many players as they can.
अगले साल Valorant में अगर बच गया तो.
So they've actually juggled that weapon over right there, just to make sure that the person fighting isn't an easy target.
It's also one of those ultimates that's going to be fairly low down on the scale. Kayak's hoping to try and find the fight, and he will, but loses it. Our Boaster in the meantime has just been on an orb collecting mission back over to the other side of the map to try and retrieve another. Obviously, orbital strike in terms of executions can be very effective. The A site itself, or even just clearing out tower on B.
आज मैंने प्रोटीन खाया है
Well, he's gonna have to work on his high jump. Didn't quite manage to get over that one.
Gotta pull those knees up, man. Gotta pull those damn knees up. Well, for Boaster,
gotta do the flop.
यार मेरा ना प्रोटीन गोल हिट हो रहा है ना कैलोरी गोल हिट हो रहा है, तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ भाई? बट खा रहा तो बहुत हूँ यार.
3 away with the plant and with the death that's sure to follow. Will be just 2 coming into the bottom.
बिना प्रोटीन पाउडर के 100 ग्राम साले.
For Fnatic already. And it will end with that, as expected. Not much more damage. All rifles carried forward for mates as well.
At least 130 grams मुझे खाने चाहिए 130.
Relatively equally. Those orbs are worth a lot.
Yeah, this is an easy moment for them as well, that you can now do the same thing.
Powder खानी पड़ेगी.
Fight for some early control. Try and get that orbital strike online. And as said, there's a couple of portions of the map that can be fairly easily cleaned out. For Gentlemates, though, again, you're in a great position.
Oh, who put that in slow-mo? It's just so rude.
I reckon it was Sue.
She's dialed in for that.
Kill a trip.
Even had the package to match up. Perfectly done. Well,
Our EBS team is something else, man.
Here we go. 2-0.
ये तुम्हारा gameplay था ना?
A lead for mates. And a very good buy coming up alongside it. Deep smoke being utilized. Kayak's gonna play.
Bro, wow.
And well, the quick
That was such a quick reaction.
It was a pinch on that side of the map. Kayak's now got to gamble based on
Bro, that was so nice.
Where he can retreat to. Mini, however, has doubled back around, managing to put this into a 3v3 scenario, and the space has not been guarded by Fnatic.
Yeah, this is better for them, though. They got orb and went back, and Zipan just made steps. I thought they heard it. It looked like they did, but it certainly seems like they didn't. No idea there was a man there, and now a flash popped around the corner into his own utility. It was a nice play, but it hasn't worked out. Problem here, though, is Fnatic are split now. If Crashies runs, he might make it, but they're going to be just around the corner. They don't know he's legging it. So they don't chase, they don't catch up.
60 ग्राम चना ले और 3 खजूर.
Around the corner, nobody's home. And it seems obvious now that it's a B hit. This is the worst part about the false information.
60 ग्राम चना.
They're going to walk all the way up, and they're going to
11 ग्राम प्रोटीन रहता है उसमें. Oh damn.
Just in time to interrupt it.
60 ग्राम चना मतलब कितना रहेगा भाई? ज़्यादा रहेगा ना?
They've made a little bit of an oopsie.
अब लेकिन अभी तो खाना खा लिया, पेट भरा है.
Especially with the nades still online for Kayak, especially with full utility for Crashies.
Open plant. It's just a position that they can get where they could realistically be anywhere in this
Monkey,
post.
thank you for that 20 rupees.
Still though,
शिवांश भाई ने 100 रुपए दिया और लिखा है 10 तो लेजेंड है भाई. पहले मैचेस उसके लिए देखता था, अब हर्ष भाई के लिए कि वो स्ट्रीम करते हैं.
That these players, at least one is inside main. Probably the Raze is going to be with you, right? Let's reveal they could be on the site. They do check sand, but Kayak gets one.
Oh wait, 1v1.
The clock. 2 shock darts for Crashies. The first already lands.
First buy round है Fnatic का already बहुत महंगा है.
He's waiting for the peak. He's waiting for that extra shock dart for Crashies to go swinging, but Crashies is confident that he's taken him off the spike. Crashies playing it to perfection. Gets the first for Fnatic.
Well, to play it in the late round.
Krashi भाई,
Making
Krashi
sure
भाई
that
OP.
Those post plants are going to keep clean for Fnatic, but all in all for mates.
Oh, nice camera angle.
It comes down to, well, firstly this
Bro,
shot
this was so
insane.
nice.
Like the fact
this was so nice
fast enough is ridiculous. But I'm really liking the way they're playing the map. Like consistent pushing. I think the only thing was this, a little bit over aggressive in a position where you already have the advantage. I didn't like that. I think obviously you don't know, maybe there could be a player coming in from behind, doesn't want to get trapped himself.
This is your map.
But that could have easily been around.
Monkey, thank you for another 20, Monkey. Monkey,
one away from having that showstopper.
Sorry.
Boaster. I'm actually surprised he hasn't already got the orbital strike online. It does seem like he's creeping his way towards an ultimate orb, although he is alone.
Have to be very cautious. We can see that there is a setup ready and waiting. A stun that would have been fired out if the orb was touched. But the Haunt went up. The Haunt saw nothing. Now, though, Robbie sends out the Prowlers and it catches. If Boaster let that slip by, a big danger in the round. Boaster, he runs back. He's faking the rotation away, taking the rope to his teammates. Those smokes not online just yet, though. Not up top, at least. It gives Zipan an angle, but it's Robbie BK who shuts down the first leg of the push. Now they get close to the door, wanting to fight in and catch Boaster as he sprays back through the door. He's not expecting that much aggression. A 3v5 now for Fnatic, and Crashies is looking for some kills.
Alpha's managed to bring back one.
बस साइफर अभी निकला है उधर से. बैठ जाता उधर ही. ओ भाई फनाटिक एक-एक करके मार दी सबको. Never mind, ये क्या है?
To those individuals on Fnatic, and you better believe they're going to win them. From a huge advantage down to a 2 versus 2. They know where Alpha Year is, but Chronicle
टाइम बहुत कम है.
manages to sneak his way forward into a close corner.
Nice,
And
1v1.
It's expected. Even still, Alpha's landed. Another shot again. And it will be 3 for him in the round. These have got close. Even with advantages across the board for mates.
Fnatic का भी economy diabolical होगा ना chat.
Map very much to the front of your mind. Fnatic making a recovery on their previous Abyss performance. They came in looking sublime. And now they're on another map.
Isolated though. Like that's the thing that's frustrating
wow.
about this. Like, this is a 3v5 scenario.
What a shot, bhai.
Every single kill is a 1v1.
एक करके पिक्स मिले भाई Fnatic को. ऐसे क्यों मरे वे mates वाले chat? एक करके मिले. Literally 3v5 था वो.
Not using those advantages well enough.
Yeah, mates making mistakes, giving opportunities to Fnatic. Fnatic cashing
Okay, Fnatic का buy है.
These are things that we very much expect, but like I'm saying, you know, Fnatic made a turnaround. Their
Marshall लिया है, Hero Marshall.
They lost this map to Na'Vi, I believe. And from what we've seen, the turnaround they had on the first one was unbelievable. I'm not expecting it to be an easy game here because they came in picking it. This is the one that they might have expected a bit. They knew they were going to get to play Fracture if it was left open. So this is what they've planned for. Round 5, Operator for Alpha. Lots of dangers. Weaker weapons across the board. Players hiding in these little nooks and crannies. Already one has been rooted from position, though.
Where the struggles that they had versus Na'Vi was based around this attack side. And I'll be honest, this could be 4-0
कधी अंधेरीला मध्ये माझे songs ऐकवेल. अरे नक्की भावा.
In a flawless streak.
Thank you for the chais.
Fact is though,
अंधेरी ले लांबे माझ्याकडनं. आयुष्य.
Early damage onto Kayak at least makes him that little bit more vulnerable, but there isn't much to play with here. Mini doing damage again.
Eco round 3-2.
The rest of the players left with just pistols. Sure, there's a couple of ults, but I think if they use them here, they've lost the plot.
Quite an aggressive position from Alpha, considering what they're up against as well. Doesn't see any form of punishment issued to Fnatic. Plenty of HP on most of their players.
Yes,
team switch. Sit back. See if they can take some of those low HP guys down on the way out. They can box them in. That's the only solution they're left with. Rifles for the next round. Ults building up. Yeah. This one, again, we're seeing the same sort of thing from Fnatic. The grouping. We see post-plant here. The fact that we're keeping the utility on Alpha here. He has his trap for that late round, which I guess was a problem. There weren't many problems on Abyss, but Poster always had to play in the spawn away from the team covering that flank. Now they have that little bit of extra utility to help them out.
Yeah. The fun thing about this one is actually dying to the spike was almost completely null and void, because you look at the side, well, you look at the defense, they had all their ults online. You look at the attack, they have all their ults online. So it was kind of like the only thing you could do was economic damage. But that has sort of, well, doing some damage here would have been nice, because the 2 rounds that Fnatic won was off 1 player surviving. Now they've won the next.
When the moon comes down, uske साथ से racing.
This is a round you don't get to see very often. 9 out of 10 ultimates online.
Oh, bye.
To be thrown into this round.
Now this is the problem. The snowball.
Heavy ultimates, heavy ultimates.
It's building up some.
Bro, arcade fight ही हो रहा है.
Be a real big impact.
Pull up.
By the time we hit the bottom of those.
Pull up, Alfire bye.
Oh
गया.
ओ
भाई क्या सैंडविच हो रहा है, सैंडविच हो रहा है. मर गया बेचारा क्रॉनिकल. ब्रो अल्टीमेट डाल दी उसके लिए. अल्टीमेट डाल दिए.
Before mates get back there, but mates happy enough with that man advantage. They did use the orbital strike for limited gain. Other than that, clean start.
ठीक है, वैसे भी 2 अल्ट्स है, लेकिन फनाटिक पे भी 50 अल्ट है भाई. मतलब फनाटिक को अगर अल्ट मिल जाता है ना तो फिर जीजी बोल दो. जीजी बोल दो फिर. क्यों पिक किया भाई? Oh boy, क्या बचाया है. Okay, that's a GG already, I guess. I mean, good round already.
Kayak and Crashies, but even getting the plant in without having any control, it's just not possible.
Door opens as well. Still know they're towards main, and now boxed in with Mini locking in the south side rotation.
Excuse me,
There's nowhere
why?
to take this for free. A battle up against at least 2 players wherever they take it. 30 seconds on the clock. Kayak wants to go to spawn. Crashy's going the other way. Kayak needs to win these duels. That's the spike. That would be the round. 20 seconds now as they thin out the herd a bit, but Crashy's he's left out in no man's land. If he finds value, this could turn the tide of the round. But if he goes down, it's done. A showstopper and a Hunter's Fury. Plenty to help them out in the late round. Only one player spotted by that ult. Now alarm bells are ringing. Where's that second player? They're looking for him.
Ooh.
Will they check the right angle though? The nade puts pressure on, brings Kata to the open. They've heard the shot.
Hell
The
nah.
showstopper. It
Oh,
lands.
bro,
Zipman's down. And damage is being done to Mini. This round should have been impossible. There was no question
No
of which way it
way.
would go, but somehow we're here.
Are you
with Kayak.
serious?
4 kills on the board, and mates,
What?
they're not even gonna go for it. Mini's out of here. He doesn't want to give the ace away, but they've given the damn round away.
What?
Kayak and Crashies.
Ye 2v5 था?
They did it before in a post plan, but this is outrageous.
How can mates lose this?
5. Like, that's what we've just
Oh
witnessed. Like,
my
the round
God,
before was a
Kaju
2v3.
पागल है.
I think the one before was a 3v5.
भाई काजू पागल है. काजू
They feel a
पागल
little
है.
bit more forgivable. This is a round where they've used 3 ultimates
Kaju
to try
insane.
and convert this one over the line. They even used a
Bruh.
Nightfall in the 2v5 to reveal one of the players, and even still Kayak managed to do enough damage that it's then worth investing that showstopper.
Which,
if there isn't
भाई,
a backbreaker in this, if that's
कितने
not
ults
it, I
use
don't
किए
know
उन
what
लोगों
is.
ने?
That's got to be just
Nah,
brutal
that
for
was
side
the
of Genshin, because
worst
that is
round
one
by
hell of a
mates.
fumble.
Worst round by mates. I swear to God, bhai. That was so bad, horrendous. That was disastrous. That was diabolical. Pardon? इसको थ्रो ही बोलते हैं या काजू ने बादाम खाया होगा तभी इतना अच्छा खेल रहा है. Makes sense.
Choice, and it was a disaster. They got rolled, and once Fnatic built up any steam, there was no stopping that train. Now, the brakes surely removed. It's a 4-2 start and a 2v5 clutch that you were left to one player to save in as well.
Wait,
really
it's
rubs
crazy
it
as well because the player that got 4 kills, they knew exactly where he was.
There was the other dude was hit.
Trapped on side.
Hit by a
That was
fatal.
the only thing that I thought, like, oh, Crashy's shooting and not getting the kill is just kind of like,
yeah.
oh, well, now they know where you are. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. He was just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Just watching Kayak activate his frag movie.
He was Jack Igo for a round. Got to spectate.
He's on T-Tours. Well, nonetheless.
प्रोटीन खाया कितना और
4-2.
निकाला
That's
कितना?
not a scoreline that we should be looking at.
निकाला कितना वो गिरा नहीं भाई. कल तेरे को फोटो
always
भेजता हूँ.
happy to see those clutch rounds from Fnatic, but it's just starting to get more and more brutal for mates that they can't convert these. Next, it has to be a 1v5. That's the only way that they can make it that little bit worse.
Well, Tom, you spoke about mates having all their ultimates, and as you can see, there's a couple missing at this point. They've invested a lot. Fnatic had all their ultimates.
Yeah, just the showstopper gone.
Yeah. The investment and the return upon it, mind-boggling. And there it is. Boasters on
Sorted,
the board.
bhai.
First kill in the spawn. What a shot. Now they move to the site slightly. Stacked up though, some utility waiting. Mini's in a bit of trouble. They know he's here. They're right up on him. Crashies, Alpha
Kai kills
showing
Mini?
up, leaving Kadabra to grasp it.
Oh my
Straws!
God.
That's 2.
भाई ये आबरा का डबरा ही मार रहा है भाई.
Very close indeed, but not close enough. Because despite that big performance, that's the only performance that mates have had in this round. Other than that, the show is cancelled. We move on to tomorrow night, 5-2, looking likely. It's Robbie BK to try put a wrench in Fnatic's plans.
I'll find you.
भाई दो अल्ट से भाई. भाई मैं तो बोलता हूँ रॉबी स्टिक कर दे.
Already trying to force out, but with both of these ultimates online, it's never going to be easy. They might not even need them. The dart revealing the Molotov onto the spike. This is
Nah bro, this is so annoying. मैं तो रहता अभी अल्ट F4 करके चले जाता भाई.
There's a reason that these players
कुठे राहतो भाऊ मी येतो बाय द वे तुझ्यामुळे मी डिप्रेशन मधून बाहेर आलो. व्हिडिओ स्ट्रीम बघून आलो की युअर पर्सनॅलिटी मोर दॅन युअर गेम प्ले. Thank you भाई. Thank you so much. आपण नक्की भेटू भाऊ. आता मीटअप IGX चा जो होणार आहे ना त्याच्याबद्दल ते लोक या हफ्त्यात अपडेट देतील बोललेत. मग त्या मीटअपला ये नक्की. मुंबईतच असणार तो. I'm glad bro. Keep watching. Thank you so much for the huge 100.
Mates, they've got a lot of problems sitting in front of them. It's all blurring into one when the timeouts were used. They've used the timeout here as well, right, Tom? Just a couple rounds ago. Not one. This squad is in trouble, to say the least. 5 in a row for their opponents. Still 4 ultimates for Fnatic, and one of them has just been used. You thought Alfier was doing a pretty good job so far. Well, obviously you see on the hood, he's got only a pistol. But obviously in his hands is a big golden gun. One shot to the body, that's all he needs. He's got 5 bullets. The fact that it's Alfier we're talking about, that is terrifying.
It's also worth giving the context. This could be pressure. Because for Gentlemates or Fnatic, one of these teams is out of kickoff. Gentlemates took a map off best team in EMEA and Heretics, and while Boaster, he's now under serious pressure. Again, we've talked about this aggression. This is what had the success for the defense, and Kadabra is going to give them that advantage.
Oh, boy,
even swinging back in, and it looked like a chance, but they have been slaughtered. Mention a 1v5. Thankfully, it is going to be denied. An in-zone flawless to break back onto the board for Gentlemates.
That's what we needed to see. And again, it's this man, Kata, another 4K ace denied.
She shit down.
But a nicely timed bit of aggression up through main. He's there with them as well, so we're confident to just post up and take these duels. Not even Alfier can land the shot before one of those two fires one right back. And with 3 on the board, they're still hot on Fnatic's heels.
Khelraay बहुत मार रहा है भाई. रॉबी अगर पॉप ऑफ किया ना और मिन्नी भी दोनों प्लेयर्स हैं.
3 ultimates to fall back upon, and this is going to change the pace for Fnatic.
Oh, PC gameplay.
Straight to them. They give no quarter to
Ult build use करेंगे.
They still have Orbital Strike and Hunter's Fury, so they can use one of those to clear out some of the more dangerous
angles. Oh, Mini Gaming YT. Oh, TP कर दिया वो.
Dangerous for Alfier. There is that clear.
Oh, flank मार दिया भाई.
The defensive side, and already Click is going to
4
go
जने
down.
side पे.
This leaves Mini in a very awkward position.
Okay.
And in fact, they've had to fall back at least a
nice
little
by Crashes.
Wow. Is cleaning up.
Yeah, those smokes as well. That's where they have to fall back into. So it leaves one guy out of the open. Easy punish for Fnatic. Orbital Strike used. It's not going to be on point. Kadabra is still
oh my god, भाई dual जीत गए भाई एक करके.
Boaster alone against 2.
Boosty baby. Will Boosty baby clutch this?
He's got the time. And Robbie BK speaking. He's given the chance away. On the mini map, it might have looked like
Brimstone Divs incoming.
but Kadabra was down below.
ये expected है बहुत ज़्यादा कि वो वहाँ पे आ सकता है, cause वो arcade खेल रहा था.
On the opposite side, Kata, where's he going? Is he expecting the A rotation? I think it's the
bro. Khelraay na bhi. Oh my hell, nah, bro.
Literally almost aligned on the map.
It's perfect. That's a straight line.
It's whether or not
he's gonna be here.
Both players start to second guess. That's the real question. And the cross for Boaster's going to be tough. He's going to walk straight into his opponent. Kadabra with the perfect read. He really has been the man of the moment for Gentlemates as another round climbs onto the board, and he is at the heart of it.
What a nice read by him. Let's keep in mind the orbital strike was used on his head in this round. They took Click down, having pushed up on A. Rolling Thunder used to push into the B site. Avoided, but still, there was a pick taken by Fnatic. That's a stacked round up against them. Robbie BK does well to find this 2-piece, and in the chaos, while those players are pushing forward to try to make some ground up to trade out the players that have fallen, Kadabra is just picking the team apart, but it's that read. Of course, Boaster's going to go the other way. He doesn't know where you are. You could be in heaven. You could have wrapped around where you were in main. Everything is open. Instead, he takes it to a new battleground, but Kata was way ahead of it. Aggression tempered sometimes, but right now it's just slightly delayed into a shift wall contact that they continue. Even after, I thought they were going to go back.
Oh, that's the thing. That's where the success has come from Gentlemates, is these aggressive takes. The only problem is not having that ability to escape. They don't want to at this point. The stun. क्या करना चाह रहा था क्या पता? Role swap. He has been doing
I guess उसको zip लेना था लेकिन वो अटक गया. कुछ भी मत लिख यार तू भाई.
Him staying alive is important. He's got to be careful that he doesn't miss the timing. They are looking to swing in behind him. It's actually his teammate that loses his life.
Kayak's gotten himself a double. This is Fnatic in the lead now. Just 5 health on Kayak with Robbie's down below with nowhere to go. Showstopper was even fired in for security. Not quite needed. Minnie's the last one alive, and
Robbie अगर जिंदा रहता तो round निकाल लेता.
He was hiding in the attacker smoke that they put down, and that's exactly where Kayak decides to nade. He's got a choice of trying to run through the entire nade backwards or jump forwards, which is just immediate death. Again, a decent recovery. This is what I was saying though, I love the replay, just catching him out, but it's then just the repositioning from Fnatic, taking some of that aggressive control to try and deny them from having any control in the retake. Come on out. Getting up to 6 rounds, you have to bear in mind where Fnatic have struggled prior on this map was the attack. Defensively, this compass looked very good.
That's it, with already a decent amount of rounds built up. How much more will they have? 2 to go. Gentlemates, well, their credits have been knocked down to the last. A victory here for Fnatic will make the follow-up even easier. Operator for Alphayer and the full squad grouped up other than him, looking for this main fight, looking to run right into Click. But the utility is there from Zipan as well, waiting to pop that stun. They suspect that players could be close to the door. The stun goes through, the flash is
he got
perfect.
team flashed?
No, it's actually the stun now, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Click's not using any of that
soft
utility.
clicks.
He's just firing on all cylinders. That's a quick double before he gets taken out. Alphayer, reveal, forced back, flashed, everything's coming his way.
भाई क्या util हो रहा है?
Can't see a damn thing.
Oh
and he'll
my
eventually
God.
be put to bed.
ये
A
क्या था?
bombardment of utility comes out of Gentlemates, and that gets them north side control. With main having been stalled out, it's not really anywhere from Fnatic's perspective to go with this. It's a 2v4, Tom. Mates shouldn't lose this.
No, we've seen that already. They'll have an early warning system of that Cypher utility. I think Chronicle just moments ago faked out the sound on the door to try and bait players into believing that they were still around this area. That's all that they needed though. A player walking in, the camera's still there for Mini, so they have pretty much everything they need other than the advanced position of Boaster, but that's going to be caught as well. Chronicle now in a 1v4.
GG. ये 2-1 एमएट जीतने वाली है. GG लिख दो. ये किसके वजह से हुआ मालूम? अल्फायर के वजह से. अल्फायर वो वैसा सेलिब्रेशन किया ना.
Even with an aftershock in hand, he can't get
नहीं
back
करना
past
था.
that trip.
वो सब नहीं करना था भाई. गया.
It will be
गेम गया.
another for Gentlemates.
GG's in the chat.
Yeah, with Kayak and Crash, he's having limited investment ability for the next one. Their portfolio is going to have to be buffed out. So saving that weapon certainly helps in that regard. Click finding so much control. The first kill was on the back of a flash, so that's a little easier, and it happened to be just as they were about to peak. The second was individual prowess.
This is the thing, again, I want to give credit to Zipan. He's not even getting all of the assists he deserves, because he not only put a flash through, the stun to help with the second kill, there was an aftershock holding back another player, and then he puts the pop flash to help kill Alphayer as well. So his utility was all over the shop, trying to help his teammates from the middle of the map. It's not the most rewarding job in the world when you look at the scoreboard, but he's definitely been one of the main reasons we've seen them pick up rounds.
Mates have pushed up into A main this time, already forcing back Alphayer with the Prowler through the door. This might put a wrench in the plans for Fnatic, who wanted to do a 3-2 split into A site, but with only 2 players on that weaker side of A, with very little utility to clear those corners that they've now given up, you either wait for the north side for the satellite play, or you look somewhere else. But the rotation of Crashies to go back with these guys. Maybe that's the idea. Now you've got a drone. Now you've got a reveal as well. It's going to be much easier to get into A main. As we're seeing, it's going to be extremely easy to get into A main. It's being given up now by Mates.
रॉबी के पास अल्ट है, इसलिए वो एकदम पीछे से खेल रहा है.
Could be a ruse, so it hasn't pulled the full rotation just yet. The defense have a lot in terms of their ultimates though, both committed, but it doesn't matter. Alphayer is quicker on the trigger. The only problem now is that timer.
वो अगर वैसे ही अल्ट डाल देता ना तो भी वो मर जाता क्योंकि फेड का अल्ट था. There was lack of awareness, there was lack of synergy, there was lack of trust, there was lack of gameplay.
That it is. Kayak's up close this time though. Well, never mind. That's not a problem at all. In fact, it's a problem for Gentlemates. Molly forces them forward into
God, Boaster.
And a quick mow down.
That was so diabolical, bro.
Into the A side hold, thanks to Kayak wrapping up behind. 7 on the board. Not a bad display from Fnatic.
कैसा पानी पी रहा है?
This is a moment for Mates where they had a decent recovery towards the end, but
oh
could have been
God.
in a much better position if they're gonna survive in this tournament. This now comes down to them.
ये गेम का सबसे बेकार चीज क्या मालूम? ये गेम का बेकार चीज क्या मालूम क्या? तुम्हारे को हेडशॉट जब बैठता है ना, मतलब अगर कोई इनिशियल कोई सामने वाला फर्स्ट पिक करता है ना और तुमको हेडशॉट बैठता है तो तुम्हारा एम इधर होता है ना तो वो ऐसा हो जाता है. ऐसा। और उसमें तुम्हारे ना फिर अगर तुमने क्रॉसर बराबर रखा हो तो भी तुम्हारा एम हिल जाता है और तुम्हारी गोली इधर उधर चली जाती है और तुम्हारा स्प्रे मैसअप हो जाता है। Bro, that's the worst thing of this game and I feel वो चीज इस गेम की चेंज होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं उसके वजह से रेडिएंट नहीं जा पा रहा हूं। हैप्पी फॉर देम ब्रो। ओ माय गॉड चैट, तुम लोगों को ये बहाना लग रहा है भाई? सब लोग कपल्स में आए रहे चैट देखने के लिए गेम। और मां कसम चैट चैट में क्या बोलता है? अपने को शायद है ना चैट नया जन्म लेना पड़ेगा यार, अपने को नया जन्म लेना पड़ेगा ये सब विटनेस करने के लिए, ये सब एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए, आई गेस।
Danger is, okay, we don't have much data to go on, but the data we do have is a 1-11 or 1-11 attack side when it came to the last time mates played Fracture, and an 8-4 defense side, or a 6-6 defense side for Fnatic when they played in their last 2 matches. So they should be better on defense and mates should be worse on attack. So the main look here is, have mates fix those issues. They've changed those roles. Will they now come into play? Because I think Zipan has definitely shown those supportive capabilities. The main worry for me, can they deal with this man? On defense, he is going to be scary.
Oh, without a doubt.
Razor back widow 10 kill less yellow or green switch.
Maybe the defense, but a bit of attack never hurt anybody. Oh my word! Alpha, yeah! My eyes are glued to the map, seeing Kayak flank with 2 players, thinking that's going to change the round, but Jesus, relax, man. There's the flank, yeah, nice shots. Let's see what else Alpha's got in the chamber.
I believe he might be the only man we need to watch at this stage. Nonetheless, some aggression.
There he goes.
It's another one for Alpha. Well,
यार लाइट भाई, अगर तुमको साइलेंट कीज चाहिए तो येलो कीज लो। ग्रीन कीज क्या करती है पता नहीं, आपको सर्च करना चाहिए।
Absolutely nothing you can do about that.
What a round for it to happen in as
Bro,
well.
क्या मारा है अल्फायर ने?
When you're 7-5 down at the half, when Fnatic already have a decent amount of rounds in that first half, you didn't want to see. They come in with an in-zone flawless right here to start the second half, and it's off the back of that.
Slow it down. Still not slow enough. Needs slower.
Like, you know, there's no notes. There's no notes. It's just don't let the guy kill 3 of you and collat you on the way in. Okay, kind of hard to avoid that. And you can see just how surprised they really are. That's the pistol round down the drain.
That was my face as well. Exactly the face I made.
What that represents for mates is not good.
What a shot that was, bro.
9 to 5 down. Look what Fnatic bring into this round. 2 pistols. With plenty of margin for error.
Well, yeah, one of the pistols is Alfia with a headhunter,
Right,
so
exactly.
W reaction,
even a
bhai.
pistol at all. He's also working his way towards that tour de force, and although the operator is not what he's renowned for, still just as deadly as ever. See though if they can get anything done in this one. Even again, just trying to claim some of those orbs. You can see though that Fnatic at least have a bit of an idea of that.
Fnatic ने ये क्या खरीदा है भाई? Fnatic ने बुलडॉग वैंडल लिया है। That's a diabolical buy. अकेला था बी पे, उसको मार दिया।
He's only got a classic now.
He's had an interesting start. Yeah, that's all 3 headhunter bullets expired.
क्या करेंगे भाई एमिट वाले? 5-9 हो रहा है ये। और फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं, और फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं। क्या ले हर्ष, did you get riot gun buddy? Riot gun buddy? Me? No bro.
Play on that side of the map, not wanting to give the pistols the opportunity to overwhelm them.
Who had a spare sheriff and didn't give it to him initially?
Well, it was probably Clicks, no?
Oh yeah, that might be true. That's true. I was about to say, I was just thinking, did someone have that ready for if he whiffed? Wow. Do they have another backup gun? Backup shield? Backup health? Oh, no, the backup is just poster.
Eco fragger.
Plant at least few extra credits. It's
Eco
something, an extra
fragger.
orb as well. But other than that, that is all she wrote. No more kills to be had. Another in-zone flawless for Fnatic.
Yes, a real money maker for this squad. I mean, there's even players coming in with light shields intact. Crashies sitting comfortably with the 50.
Happy birthday,
in-zone
Chad.
flawless. Will matter more, I suppose, in the later rifle rounds. But right here, yeah, you ain't gonna turn your nose at it. There's been almost nothing.
POV, you're up against Alpha, yeah?
There's been almost nothing for mates to write home about so far, but this round is where that has to change. It's 9-5.
This guy
Fnatic
is this, bro. This guy
steamroll their rounds. They build up a lot.
I happy, man.
Oh, they played Clicks and Pop for a second there.
Oh my god.
That was strange.
I need more Alpha yeah impressions.
Yes, please. Let's go.
Every player. Just let's do every player in the league. We'll get it ready for stage 1. I'm sure the production team will be super happy to do that.
Wonderful.
Oh, now this is where it's crunch time. For Gentlemates, elimination on the line. Kickoff could end maybe a bit swifter than they would have wanted it to. They've definitely shown life with a couple of wins. A map victory versus Heretics, but they haven't been able to take down any of the big guns. Looking at Alfia also having a judge and Kayak. He's looking to brawl.
Oh my god, Kaju bhai, Kaju kya marta hai yaar.
Now mates come in, overwhelm the site, and Chronicle is out relatively scot-free. That's not an ideal place to go for the reload. Boaster's got to have control. Molly to stop them reaggressing and buy some time so he can stay in heaven while his teammates get ready for this retake. Stunt. Probably what they're waiting for here on Chronicle.
Belated happy birthday, Minnie.
Chronicle's looking for a fight. Yeah, so Chronicle breach entry is what they were waiting for. DC's fired the gun and the race is on. Just like that, finish line looking real close for Fnatic now. 10-5 on the board.
Gaming छोड़ दो भाई, buy round हार गए यार.
Fracture game versus BBL. It was Chronicle sat 24-10, and every time you tried to like go, oh he's good, he's just headshot 3 people. Like that is the danger of Chronicle, is the depth he has individually on any agent in the game. A little bit quiet right now, but you can still see the threat. 10-5,
11,
3
10.
rounds for Fnatic to continue
130
in their road
stream.
along the lower bracket.
Yes. Come home 1 o'clock.
Maybe some would have expected them to fall eventually, but not in the way they did. Going down to BBL, I think, was a shock.
See you tomorrow.
Almost being eliminated by Na'Vi. It took a mass comeback for that not to happen. Versus Gentlemates, though, I felt like it's been a different story. In control on map 1, although some closer rounds early. In control in map 2 as well. There needs to be a gear shift.
Well, the winner of this is going to fit.
Excuse me, Alpha.
But yeah, just for you guys at home, you don't survive if you're inside the aftershock. So just
I want to see his impression of that round.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get it with quite the same gusto.
Still, Kayak has a showstopper, and that, in essence, can be enough. There's one with a nade.
What?
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, and he had a lot less help.
He was expected, but it doesn't matter. Still going to be able to find the kill.
Oh, Busha got one.
Showstopper's been used, and there's another one. It is falling apart once again. Mini now left to try and clutch this one out.
भाई लोग जीता round कैसे हारते रे?
Utility being sent through, but the diffuse
Bro,
has been stopped.
5-11 भाई.
Able to hold on to it, at least for now, continuing to just try and spam on, but already Tahabi needs some kills, and Kayak, who guessed it? He'll be the savior of the day again.
It's starting to seem like the door might be shut on Gentlemates. We've seen them
what is this game?
Performances here at kickoff.
Can someone underpant me what is this game, please?
Like you said, sent down in a surprise loss. That's not something this team takes lightly. Their Abyss looked weak before, but in this matchup, it was flawless.
He thought there was a gap.
Nah, bro. He had nowhere to go, chat.
Yeah,
he had nowhere to go.
It seems to be the same sort of thing. We're looking at another.
He had literally nowhere to go. Bichara hai bhai.
Like we said, Fnatic struggled against Na'Vi. They're not happy with that. They went back to the drawing board, came in here. Issues seem to be fixed.
21-9 है काजू? वो काजू है या कोई और अल्फा है क्या बता? अल्फा तो नहीं था.
Series 1, he was fine. Like he wasn't the worst player in the whole server. He wasn't the best, but
Fnatic में जो भी duelist आता है ना भाई, वो है ना थोड़ा सा different होता है. जैसे हीरो था Fnatic में, goated खेलता था. जो नया आया बोल रहा हूँ मैं. हीरो नया आया, goated player. फिर उसके बाद में अभी ये काजू आया, गोटेड प्लेयर, डायरेक्ट गोटेड प्लेयर। भाई क्या प्लेयर्स ढूंढ के लाते रहे ये लोग चैट।
Yeah, but it's seeming like they might be dealt
हीरो
a
डुअलिस्ट नहीं
similar
था
hand. Still,
है?
I'd say the squad, it's early in its life cycle. Where we're not, it's not all doom and gloom.
जो भी है भाई, एमर तो
but it
अच्छा
does
था।
turn out that maybe they're not quite ready to take down Fnatic.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it certainly a team that tests the best of the best, and for mates,
If you go out to Heretics and Fnatic,
लेकिन
that-
एमर था भाई, हीरो
it is what
हीरो
it is.
एमर
And
था
like,
भाई।
as your first tournament as a team, first time
बहुत
IGL
मारता था
at
हीरो,
tier 1,
बहुत मारता
if you
था।
lose to Heretics and Fnatic, I'm going to forgive you. I'll let it be.
well, even then, you know, they took down Apex. I think Apex still has one of the highest performing
ऐसा नहीं करना
players
चाहिए, काजू को ये
here
सीखना
in
चाहिए।
kickoff.
Oh
Morales was
my
looking
God.
fantastic. It's a team
अभी
that's certainly
जहाँ
not
से
pulled any
कैमरा
punches,
भेजा
but
गया है ना, वहाँ
when
पे
it
वन टैप
matters,
देना चाहिए।
seems that the shots land on
नया
their chin.
सीखेगा।
Fnatic not looking to be eliminated, not looking to give Gentlemates the start of their own legacy. Rolling Thunder put through. It's desperation for mates. They used it for Sand, but Fnatic were far back, waiting for this play to come in, whether it was the ult or some util. They stayed out of danger. Now the question is, can mates
वो breach ult कितना
capitalize
diabolical था
little
ना
space
चैट।
that they got for a big ultimate, for the only ultimate that they've got to work with?
Okay, they are waiting for the smokes.
BK
चलो
is one
अच्छा है,
away.
उनको कंट्रोल तो मिल गया है।
Dude.
सोवा ड्रोन यूज करना पड़ रहा है, ठीक है।
Or a kill would be nice. Chronicle's still within the site. There's plenty of Fnatic players here, but he is stuck in the mud. You'd think he'd be dead by now, and finally Zipan's managed to put him in his grave. And while everything seems to be
Bro,
going away
Zipan is whipping
on that
everything.
attack side, Alfia was left as a lone defender on the other side of the map. Now, he is
आज
one
Zipan
of
का
the
बर्थडे है।
top players. So
अरे
in
शिट।
reality, he'll have an op
आज
next
भाई
round no matter what.
does hurts really matter?
So he could give it a go.
60 to 144 hurts, ठीक है। Good decision to upgrade, because बहुत huge difference है। But 144 के आगे matter इतना नहीं करता, I feel।
Put to bed, and they've just
फिर
walked
तुम्हारा
over the
aim है
ult. Does
पूरा।
anyone want it? Nah, not on the attack side, and especially on this map. 11 to 6, 5-round gap, doable, attainable, but for mates, it is certainly looking unlikely. You think about Kayak, 21 and 10 at the moment. All he needs is one round, and they're at least guaranteed the OT. And he's had nothing but rounds so far.
Yeah, the amount of rounds that have looked done that he's been able to take, and that's
4K.
also it's also then gambling on like other players not being there. Like it's so difficult to find a way to have that belief. BBL did it in their victory on Split. From a worse scenario than this is so aggressive though. So aggressive round the edge of the cage, and maybe the round
Bro,
is right now.
Kaju is
The third kill
insane,
was
bhai.
yanked by the IGL. That's the IGL
भाई
tax.
क्या खेल रहा है ये चैट?
But how do you find a way back into this one? I'm looking at Cadavra. He needs another one.
What a round to do it in too, man. For mates, that smoke is not making things easy. Peeking in, you can see nothing.
क्या खेल रहा है
They
भाई
got
ये?
all the info. And,
Oh.
well, he did hit him. That's not a missed shot. That won't lower the accuracy rating. 12 to 6 in zone flawless. Tom,
पकाओ
they
game
start
हो
this
गया
round
यार
out.
chat ये।
They pop the Del de Force. You're now thinking, okay, there's a dude, a very scary dude, stood with a weapon that can kill me instantly. He can get out.
Chat,
so
ये
they're
तो
starting to
पकाओ
use their
game हो गया
util.
ना?
They're popping cages on the corners. So you can't get that quick pick. They're trying to make this a bit annoying. They'll cam behind,
Flash
clear
through
the space.
backhaul as well.
चैट अगला गेम जो होगा वो थोड़ा सा बोरिंग सा गेम है, तो क्या हम वैलोरेंट खेल सकते हैं? Bro, what is that?
You know what? The first game confused me. I didn't know what I was looking at Valorant-wise. Now I'm just perplexed
I'm
across the
gonna
board.
move very
Look, let me
swiftly on.
ask Potato Gaming
As
YT.
swiftly on as I can. Here we go, Kayak. He is stealing the shot.
What?
We said, does he have a round left in him? It turns out this is his game, his stage, and well,
Hey,
maybe
can
even a
we
little bit more. He's
play
looking to send
again?
Gentlemates packing. It's
Oh
over.
my God,
it's
GG.
done. Fnatic with an in-zone flawless. You never would have guessed it. A dominant performance from start to finish, and Kayak is the man of the moment.
Land jitters, nerves, what are those? This is a lower bracket run, and the young gun to step it up and deliver when he's needed. Gentlemates, they popped off to start this. They're winning.
सिम नहीं खेल सकते भाई लोग, सिम नहीं खेल सकते, वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीम में कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते, सिम अलग से स्ट्रीम करनी पड़ेगी उसके लिए, which we can't.
I am impressed by what we've seen. These are two maps where Fnatic have struggled before, and they came in here today with limited turnaround time, and they have delivered tenfold.
Nah, that was a diabolical game, bro.
397.
That was a very diabolical game. 1 के लाइक से करीब हम लोग, but भाई क्या खेला है यार ये.
You come in first tournament as a team.
काजू क्या खेला है भाई.
Heretics, who obviously unchanged from last year. Fnatic, who have brought in some extra players along the way. Those are respectable teams to lose to. It's not how you're going to want your story to begin, but at the same time, I think there's so much more to see from this roster. Now they have some time to work. I'm really excited to see what comes up for them going into stage 1, because I do think this is a team with an awful lot to offer.
Absolutely. Now you talk about time to work, and exactly like you said, and as we started out this series talking about, if they don't go, we'll see them in stage 1.
Bye bye. Chat eliminate हो गए.
Squad, they can reach new heights.
eliminate हो चुके हैं दोस्तों.
Here already for Mates, this
Mates is eliminate. Bye bye.
Story this year, and I'm excited to see where it goes. For another team though, it looks like
Foot versus Fnatic होगा भाई. So you guys better pray for Fnatic, cause Foot versus Fnatic में one-sided Foot जीतेगी. तो I'm sure तुम लोगों को बुरा लगेगा. But
oh, he's not doing that. He's not been able to do that in his first game. Well, versus Na'Vi, he did a pretty good job. Versus Gentlemates, he did an incredible job. And if that's the upward trajectory of Kayak, who knows where this guy can go? I am so excited.
बोस्टर का क्यों इंटरव्यू ले रहे हैं? Now, bro, wait. भाई मुझे नहीं देखना बोस्टर का इंटरव्यू, मुझे काजू का देखना है. Nah, this is bad. Oh my god. Bro, come on.
To be Foot, a team that has no shortage of individual ability. If you want to be tested as a duelist, that's the squad that you're going to go up against. They've been sat there watching this game. That squad's going to want to take this man here, Alpha Yair, down. A little bit of pride for the minute.
IGL है, अबे तो घर पे होगा IGL भाई. काजू अच्छा खेला है भाई.
And a big challenge for them with elimination on the line.
Has he left the spawn? That's the question I've
got. भाई मुझे सुनना था भाई. काजू कैसा फील कर रहा है, क्या बोलना है उसको.
I'm glad you asked that question, Tom, because that is exactly what I want to know as well. First of all, congratulations. Boaster, answer Tom Biz's question. Camping in spawn on Abyss, eh?
I'm just making it hard for the person who made a 100-page document to anti-strat me, you know, like the heat maps are going to be spawned to the B, but no, in all seriousness, yeah, I mean, I just believed in the boys. Alfia, Kayak, off you go. Kron and Crashy supporting, and it kind of worked out. And I was just, actually, I was hoping I wouldn't die that map. It was getting close.
It was very, one death on the attack half though. Also very tasty clutch. We see you back on the Astra. I think there was a lot of questions whether why Kron was playing the Astra on Abyss before.
देखो ना, बूस्टर उसको देख रहा नहीं है, क्योंकि उसको पता है अगर उसको वो देखेगा तो सब भूल जाएगा.
And quite frankly, we're like, what would really help the boys, and we're like, let's get them double diving in together and just like go kill, and it was working. And then Kron was like, I want to play Breach, and I was like, yeah, you can play Breach, my son. And then Crashy's on Sova, obviously. So it was like, it was Milan and Chris's idea as well. So yeah, we cooked it up, and then we played 3 scrims, and we only did the same thing every round because it was, I watched the VOD early of Gentlemates, and we really wanted to abuse their A because we know how it feels to hold A.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, double dive was nice for that.
I think they felt that physically as well. Now, I need you to give me a play-by-play on how Alpha came to you guys, or whether you went Alpha when you're playing Jet now, because obviously he has never played Jet in EMEA. You've always had Durka, and I assume when Durka was on the team, Alpha wouldn't dare to come to you and say, oh yeah, put me on the Jet.
Yeah, it was, honestly, we only had 3 days, three scrims, so we were like, Kayak was like, oh, let me play Jet. And I was like, no, we're going to put Alfie on it today because you already know how to play Yoru. And Alfie was like, I'm going to go, I kill them all, bro. You're going to see something crazy. And then that's kind of what he did. And yeah, it was in scrims, we started to like do really well on that map again. And we were like, I guess that's the formula, just send the boys in full confidence, because like we know that their caliber of like aim and their mechanics, and so putting him on the Teo was probably not the best idea, and having him on the Jet just going in and just killing, like
he's Turkish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like turn him into the human Beyblade, like in that Raze map where he satcheled over on bind.
Oh, I
and then,
remember,
like, killed 3.
Yeah, that was great. Very last question. Kayak, he was on the receiving end of a lot of criticism when you played against BBL, but ever since then, I'm very happy to see you've added a Kayak Go Kill into your strat book. So what's it been like to work with him and get some confidence in this young player?
My goated
It's a
player.
pleasure. Especially at the start, it's hard to fill boots such as Durka's, and also he's not bold as well, so he hasn't got the bold buff. So that's 2 things he's got to kind of compensate for. But at first, you know, when you got everyone online and stuff, like comparing you to Durka, it's really hard because Durka was a really star quality player. But I think just after last week's game, it just seemed to click. Like he just had a great game and he went, "I'm back," and that was all he said after that game. And then this whole week of scrims has just been like pretty decent, like the best scrims we've had all week in terms of our performances and stuff. And just I think the trust is in the team now. We've kind of earned that, he's earned that respect as the star IGL star duelist, sorry.
Wow,
not
okay.
IGL.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but very quickly, you've done an impression of your entire team without Crashy. So can you just do a quick Crashy's impression and I'll throw this to a break?
All right, I'm just going in, bro. Like I'm getting no action, man. Like I'm just shooting recons.
All right,
Something like
that's
that.
it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you back here tomorrow when we come back from this break.
Chat, to be honest, Jantex वर्सेस लिक्विड जो है वो एक बुरी गेम नहीं है. मैंने अभी जस्ट टीम देखी और मुझे याद आया कि यही टीम ने केसी को बाहर हकेला है कंपटीशन से.
These guys. I have been made. Good boy, good boy. What a good boy. Hey. What a good boy.
What is going on? I'm in a zoo.
क्या चल रहा था इनका भाई? क्या चल रहा था इनका? पोटैटो वाइटी ने क्या बोला? कुछ रिप्लाई दी की भाई? यार चैट इंटरेस्टिंग मैच तो होने वाला है. नहीं बोरिंग नहीं है. लिजिट अगर बताऊं ना चैट, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग गेम है, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग गेम है. ये क्या है? ये कौन रखता है भाई ऐसा? Oh, nice decision making. Flat. Flat. Wow, is this a coding setup, guys? चल ये क्या कर रहा है? कोडिंग सेटअप है ये. नेटवर्क नोड मैनेजर मतलब क्या है? वो क्या होता है चैट? ये ऑफिस है. ओ टेलीफोन वगैरह रखा है. लेकिन ये क्या है? भाई 24 कैरेट है हीरा आपके लिए. कल पैदा हुए क्या हम लोग? कल पैदा हुए. प्रूव इट. अभी के अभी प्रूफ भेजो कि ये एक 24 कैरेट का हीरा है बाय डोनेटिंग 1 रेड सुपर चैट. चैट अगर मेरे पास रहता ना 24 कैरेट तो मैं अभी के अभी एक स्ट्रीमर को कर देता प्रूव करने के लिए. फॉर रियल चैट. बराबर बोल रहा हूं मैं तो कर देता भाई. ओ माय गॉड, व्हाट अ कोजी चैटअप दिस इज. कोजी चैटअप. मैं कर देता, आग बंद करके कर देता. मैंने कर दिया टाइटल चेंज. मैंने लिक्विड का एलआई क्यों किया तो वो बस टीएल कर दे. रेजर गया रेजर. दोस्तों सेंड चैटअप्स, आई एम वेटिंग. Members can send their clips in POW clips so that मैं उनकी clips देखूं, बाकी randomly हम लोग यहाँ से देखेंगे. आ जाओ. तेजू ability glitches.
अरे भाई हाथ अटक गया यार. पीछे देखते रहो, मेरा पीछा देखते रहो. क्या आ रहा है भाई? हो रहा है? अरे
Spike down B.
ये कैसे हुआ? ये कैसे हुआ भाई? भारी ना? दिवाली, हाँ ना भाई. भाई क्या क्रेजी मूवमेंट है. भाई हाँ देखा VLT का रोस्टर. क्रेजी. ये देखो ब्रो 5 HP पे 1v4 ना. हेल ना. ओ ना, ये इम्पॉसिबल है भाई.
भाई क्या पेशेंस था ब्रो.
भाई गन निकाल.
डायमंड है भाई, डायमंड.
भाई ये लोग सब ब्रॉन्ज है, सब ब्रॉन्ज है. उसको खेलने ही नहीं दे रहे, फुल हाइप करे जा रहे. नहीं यार, लेकिन दोस्त लोग ओपी है. तुम्हें मालूम कोई सिल्वर रहे या ब्रॉन्ज रहे, ये बंदा है ना भाई रेडियंट है. बिकॉज ही इज एंजॉइंग विद हिज फ्रेंड्स. एंड वैलोरेंट है ना, वैसे ही मजा आता है. नहीं तो ऐसा है ना, रैंक पुश वगैरह करने में मजा नहीं है भाई. अग्रीड डिसअग्रीड चैट.
Talking the Japanese teams way too much today. I need to relax.
Well, they're going to be facing off global east.
Oh.
Pacific. Look,
I've been smack talking the Japanese teams way too much today. I need to relax.
Well, they're going to be facing off global esports. This is a team that's had an also equally rough time here in Pacific over the last 2 years. But this is such a different look for this team. Both of these squads facing off against each other. And you know what? There was once a time, I'm sorry, Big Time, there was once upon a time seeing these two teams face off against each other. We weren't.
Aura. Aura कहते हैं उसको, Aura. मेरे दोस्त नहीं है वैलो में. IRL वालो दोनों नहीं खेलते. अर ओ ये तो देखा था मैंने. है लीनिंग टावर ऑफ लैपटॉप. चैट लैपटॉप सीधा है या वाकड़ा है, या फोटो वाकड़ा है, या लैपटॉप वाकड़ा है और सेटअप वाकड़ा है. क्या सीन हो रहा है यहाँ पे भाई? हैवी जापानीज सिखाया क्या? ये देखो घर में 1-2 वर्ड्स सिखाया भाई ने, वो 1-2 वर्ड्स लगा दिए भाई ने. यार डेंजर डेंजर. डेडिकेशन नाइस, आई लाइक इट. देखो ना, 2 वर्ड्स सीखे बस भाई ने, वो दोनों वर्ड्स लगा दिए. पांडा पिंडा डाला है यहाँ पे. क्यूट क्यूट क्यूट. लैपटॉप वाकड़ा है ना. अरे कैसा ना, 20 लीटर पे है लैपटॉप. वो ये देखो ये क्या कर रहा है. क्रेजी वे. इतना महंगा माउस, इतना महंगा माउस पैड इतू से जगह में भाई. कैसे कैसे पॉसिबल है? कैसे? Are these guys real? भाई मतलब तुम एक इंसान का डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, फोटो निकाल के उसकी स्ट्रीम पे डाल रहे हो, और तुम सब्सक्राइब नहीं कर रहे हो उसको. ना ब्रो, ओनली पढ़ाई विद घोड़ा भाई। क्या पढ़ाई कर रहा है ये? बैंकिंग सिस्टम, इट कीप्स द मनी सेफ, डिपॉजिटरी सिस्टम। ओ भाई इकोनॉमिकल टाइम्स पढ़ रहा है ये भाई। 11th में तो मैंने ना कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं की थी इकोनॉमिक्स की, कुछ भी नहीं, कुछ भी लिख के आ जाता था भाई, कुछ भी लिख के आता था। लेकिन 12th में जो ट्राई हार्ड किया था भाई, ये क्या मस्त सेटअप है ना, अंधेरे में सिर्फ चमक रहा है सब कुछ। वाओ दिस इज ब्यूटीफुल, दिस इज सो ब्यूटीफुल। भाई क्या सेटअप है यार भाई, इसने ग्लास देखो अलग से लिया है जिसमें, वाओ यार ये बहुत एस्थेटिक सेटअप है, बहुत ज्यादा एस्थेटिक सेटअप है। ये क्या है बे? शायद ये कोई एनीमे है। वाओ भाई दिस इज सो क्लीन। भाई ये कीबोर्ड क्या क्लीन है यार। शायद ये कीबोर्ड कौन सा है? डब्ल्यू सेटअप गाइस, बिग बिग डब्ल्यू सेटअप, हाइड्रोलिक वाला भाई, हाइड्रोलिक वाला ये यार टेबल भाई, पिछले साल का फोटो है ये, पिछले साल का। कैप है ये? कैसे सबको कैसे पता ये कैप है? Well. Chat. Well. I don't know. This is diabolical. मत करा करो यार ऐसा। ये भाई कितना डरावना है ये। उड़ी नहीं मारेगा ना ये? ब्रो उसकी आंखें देखो, ब्रो अरे इसका मैच है, इससे कंटेंट बनवा रहे भाई। अरे क्या करने का है?
Actually, as you guys would know as well, Nats, you didn't.
स्काई का फ्लैश ऐसा कैसा पोपोट? हाँ ना भाई, क्या है वो? हत्या विंसू गरीब का चेटअप भाई। ये ऐसे लोगों को है ना जो इतना अच्छा लैपटॉप होने के बावजूद, रेजर का माउस पैड अलग से, कीबोर्ड, एक दूसरा मॉनिटर, इतनी बड़ी बॉटल पानी के पीने के लिए, सीजन का बॉल, रूबिक्स क्यूब, एक टेबल, एक ट्रिमर, ये सब होने के बावजूद, एक एयरपॉड्स, ये सब होने के बावजूद अगर कोई गरीब बोलता है ना खुद को, उसको है ना रास्ते में जिधर दिखे उसको है ना एक फान करके चापटी देनी चाहिए। +1 इफ यू एग्री। यार मुझे आइसक्रीम खाना है भाई, मेरे 1 हफ्ता हो गया मुझे आइसक्रीम खाना है, तुम लोग आइसक्रीम भेज रहे हो यार। दादा आइसक्रीम आण ना कुठून पण। Ice cream is bad? Bro, it is good if you haven't ate anything sugary for a week. मैंने बस केक खाया रहूंगा, वो भी मैक्स दो पीस। It's okay bro, it's okay. ब्लिंकिट करो। नहीं यार, ये ब्लिंकिट की आदत बहुत बेकार है। मेरे को ब्लिंकिट पे से मंगाने के लिए जान पे आता है रे, क्योंकि वो डिलीवरी फीस देना पड़ता है ना। उससे अच्छा मेरे बिल्डिंग के नीचे सब मिलता है, तो बिल्डिंग के नीचे जाके ले लेता हूँ। भाई ये फोटो भी तो लगाया भाई अपने CPU पे यार, लेकिन सेटअप क्या भारी है। वन ऑफ द फ्यू गाइस जो अपना यूट्यूब वाइट मोड पे यूज कर रहे हैं। ग्रेनाइट एग्जीबिशन, फ्री AI इमेज, इंटरनेशनल जूनियर आइकॉन। वाओ नाइस। क्यूब सॉल्व करना आता है और भाई मेरे को आंख बंद करके, खुली आंख में नहीं आता। W's पोर्टेबल टेबल, अबे तो अच्छे से तो दिखाता यार पीछे से, तब हमको समझता। असेंडेंट 3 पीक। ओ भाई, भाई पूरा रगड़ दिया है लैपटॉप को। ये सब क्या गिरा है भाई? अच्छा ये ऐसा फुल लॉक इन करता है ना। देखो यहाँ पे कीबोर्ड है, यहाँ पे माउस है, तो फुल ये लॉक इन करता है, और फिर जो पसीना टपकता है ना वो ऐसा गिरता है। दिस इज रियल ट्राई हार्ड ब्रो, दिस इज रियल ट्राई हार्ड ब्रो, दिस इज इनसेन। पीक मुंबई सर्वर प्लेयर। अबे अबे क्यों यूज कर, तेरा सी एबिलिटी डाल, इधर डाल डाल डाल, इधर प्लांट कर, इधर प्लांट कर। अबे अबे पिक मत कर, ए पिक कर पिक कर पिक कर। दिस गाय ना, बट ऐसे नहीं कि सिर्फ वो बैक सीट करता है। ही ट्राई हार्ड्स ब्रो, ही प्लेज गुड, ही टॉप फ्रैक्स। तो फेयर ब्रो, फेयर। वो पढ़ाई कर रहा है भाई हैवी। ब्रो ये बनाया किसने है? ये किसका प्रोजेक्ट है? ये कोई तो पक्का कोई तो लड़की का रहेगा, है ना? क्योंकि ये ऐसा सब तो कोई लड़की ही बना सकती है, अपने से नहीं हो सकता ये सब। ये देखो ये करने के लिए कर रहा है। मिनिमम को अलग से 1000 बार उसने क्रॉस किया है। मिनिमम लिख दिया था, मैक्सिमम लिख दिया आगे। ये अलग नशे में लिख रहा है भाई। ओ भाई VLT Sentinel, what IRL cases looks like? Devansh 999. Oh, nice chat up. का रे?
I got 1, 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 amps in.
चैट ये क्या एक्सेंट है?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 amps in.
विनायक जी थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 200 रुपए। भाई राधे राधे, कैसे हो? बाय द वे वैलो का न्यू एजेंट देखा क्या आपने? हैं प्लस ये 200 रुपए आपके लिए, खा लीजिए आपका पसंदीदा आइसक्रीम। यार विनायक भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द ह्यूज 200 भाई। कैन वी हैव सम W विनायक भाई इन द चैट? नथिंग एल्स, ओनली W विनायक भाई इन द चैट। W विनायक भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द ह्यूज 200। चैट मुझे एक बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, बिगिनर्स लेवल क्वेश्चन। मेरे है ना, मैंने परसों लेग्स मारे थे, ठीक है, आज अपर बॉडी किया, तो कल क्या मैं लोअर बॉडी करूं इवन दो मेरे पैर में सोरनेस है, या कल मैं कार्डियो ही करूं अच्छे से? प्लीज आंसर भी। माजिन को भी पूछ लेता हूँ एक बारी। कार्डियो करूँ ना, क्योंकि वो क्या उसे कहते हैं, अपने मसल्स टूट गए हैं तो उनको ये होना देना ज़रूरी है ना, ज़रूरी है। लोअर बॉडी मत कर, पेन होगा। यस, बैक कर। अरे मैं अपर लोअर स्प्लिट करता हूँ, तो अपर लोअर रेस्ट, अपर लोअर रेस्ट रेस्ट, देन अगेन। माजिन भाई ने बताया तो मैं ऐसे करता हूँ, लेकिन उसमें बीच में अभी गैप्स हुआ है मेरा, मतलब एक दिन जा रहा हूँ एक दिन नहीं गया हूँ, ऐसा ये वीक वैसा हुआ। तो मैंने अपर किया, फिर रेस्ट लिया, फिर लोअर किया, फिर रेस्ट, फिर आज अपर, और कल मुझे रेस्ट नहीं करनी, लेकिन मेरा लेग्स दुख रहा है जो मैंने तभी किया, तो इसलिए कल मैं सोच रहा हूँ रेस्ट करूँ। फुल बॉडी कर लो, है कार्डियो बेटर है। ये कैसा स्प्लिट है? इसको अपर लोअर स्प्लिट बोलते हैं। आज पीएस का सबमिट देखने वाले थे ना आप? आज नहीं देखने वाला था मैं, आज देखने वाला था। वेट, ओह शिट, आज 31 है। नहीं, कल देखता हूँ मैं, कल देखता हूँ, कल निकालता हूँ टॉप, ठीक है। बोर्ड से इसलिए थोड़ा डिफरेंट। ओ ये देखो कॉट हो गया ये साला। पुश पुल लेग्स फॉलो कर, नहीं मैंने एक वीडियो देखी भाई, उसमें वो ट्रेनर भाई बताते हैं कि कौन सा वर्कआउट सबसे बेटर है, टॉप 1 टू सबसे लीस्ट, सबसे वर्स्ट। तो सबसे वर्स्ट में उसने पुश पुल लेग बोला है और टॉप 2 में उसने अपर लोअर स्प्लिट बोला है। भाई माजिन जो बताया मैं वो फॉलो कर रहा हूँ। माजिन ने बॉडी बनाई है अच्छी, और माजिन के ऊपर भरोसा है, इसलिए माजिन जो बोला है वो कर रहा हूँ मैं। सब पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं यार। क्राफ्टमैन थैंक यू फॉर द 40। यार तुम लोग को बताऊँ, तुम लोग अभी 11th-12th में हो ना, मजाक से हटिए, तुम लोग अभी 11th-12th में हो ना, मे बी सेम ये टाइम पे है ना, मैं भी ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह अपने रहते थे ना, मैं सेम ऐसा जो भी लिखना वाला पार्ट रहता ना, बहुत लिखना पड़ता था बहुत। तो मैं टीबोन भाई की स्ट्रीम लगाता था और लिखते बैठता था रात में, क्योंकि ये मेरे को टीबोन भाई की स्ट्रीम देखना बहुत पसंद है पहले से। तो टीबोन भाई की स्ट्रीम देखता था और लिखते बैठता था मस्त एकदम एंजॉय करते करते। फिर अगर कुछ बचता था ना, तो कॉलेज से आने के बाद मैं स्ट्रीम करता था, एकदम पहले की बात है, कोई नहीं देखता था तभी। तो कॉलेज जाने से पहले अगर समझो हाफ डे वगैरह, तो टिबन भाई की जो स्ट्रीम हो गई रहेगी ना, वो मैं रिपीट में देखते हुए लिखते बैठता था ये असाइनमेंट्स। तो अभी तुम लोग मेरी स्ट्रीम देख के लिखते बैठते हो ना, ये मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि मुझे पता है तुम लोग को अच्छा लगता है मेरे को देखने के लिए कि मैं, तो मतलब ऐसा वो फील होता है ऐसा ब्रदर। वो इसने रैंक डाला है चैट अपना, इसका रैंक क्या रहेगा? इसका रैंक क्या रहेगा? अच्छा कीबोर्ड है छोटा वाला, माउस भी डिसेंट है। ये वाले माउस वाले ना सब ट्राई हार्डर्स होते हैं, और ट्राई हार्डर्स सारे मैक्स फ्लैट में होते हैं। नाइस सेटअप ब्रो। ओ ये क्या वॉच है बे? कुछ डेंजर ही वॉच है ना चैट, ये ढिंचैक वॉच है, एकदम ढिंचैक। अरे भाई लोग देखो, मैं बताता हूँ तुम्हें, क्लिप्स देखने का मन क्यों नहीं करता। वॉच पार्टी कर रहे हैं कंटिन्यू, फिर वैलोरेंट भी खेल रहे हैं, ये वैलोरेंट खेलने में मजा आता है। वॉच पार्टी कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं, वॉच पार्टी से ब्रेक लेने के लिए सेटअप्स देख रहे हैं, अब फिर वापस क्लिप्स ही देखे हम, समझ रहे हो? तो भाई वो है ना, कंटाला आता है वापस देखने के लिए, समझो, इसलिए क्लिप्स मेरे को इतना देखने का मन नहीं करता। थैंक यू शैंक्स। चैट अभी ये गेम देखने का है यार मेरे को, ये गेम है ना क्रेजी होएगा, तो मेरे को अभी एक कॉफी लेने की मन तो कर रहा है। ये लो एक और क्लच लैपटॉप से रिकॉर्ड। भाई ये डालना बंद करेगा? हाँ ये डालना बंद करेगा, डायरेक्ट डालना भाई।
ओके यहाँ पे
क्या शॉट मारा है?
वन बैक
ओके 2 बैक
2 है।
गए भाई।
भाई तेरे हर तेरा हर क्लच 4 किल पे क्यों बंद होता है? मेरे को फोन 12th के बाद ही मिला, वो भी 12th वो भी लॉकडाउन हुआ इसलिए। ओ मेरे को फोन मिला था 11th में पापा ने खरीदा था फोन मेरे को, और वो फ़ोन मैंने चलाया अपने फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड तक, और वो फ़ोन फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड तक मैंने चलाया वो फ़ोन, और फिर मैंने खुद के पैसों से आईफोन 13 लिया, और वो आईफोन 13 में अब तक चला रहा हूँ। क्रेजी भाई क्रेजी। बट भाई इसको मैंने बहुत यूज किया, मैंने बहुत यूज किया व्लॉग्स, वीडियोस, skits, stories, reels.
They hadn't had any result they would have wanted, so they've been willing to switch things up, which is absolutely what was needed. And maybe Giant now get a little bit of a different test, a little bit of a different challenge.
Ninja मैंने 100 रुपए दिया, लिखा है hey Hajwai, big fan of yours, first super chat to you, W Ninja bhai. Thank you so much, thank you so much for the huge 100. Ninja Gaming
that they played.
Ninja
Just, you know, a little colors on this.
चैट ये परपो बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है, परपो बहुत अच्छा डुएलिस्ट है इनका GX का।
Really, it may just be a slow start. We'll see. For now,
पार्टी टेक को मैं पॉप ऑफ करते हुए नहीं देखा लिक्विड में। I want to see that prime पार्टी टेक bro.
Actually leaning over towards A, you can see that deep presence on B as well. These will be fast rotates.
Kamek still has most of his util available for that execute.
Yeah, but I'm looking at West Side here. Oh, the timing, he got a little too curious. Played a little bit too close, and now Liquid are just going to find 2. Massive impact
heavy
already.
Heavy entry.
This looks like it could be locked up so early on.
Yeah, exactly.
मेन पे 2 जन, नटूस भाई ने रिकॉन नहीं तोड़ पाए नटूस भाई, लेकिन बंदा तोड़ दिए।
That's all for him, yeah, nice enough. Happy enough with that 2 survive round win. Team Liquid with the first.
ये कम्मो जो है ना, कम्मो, ये टीम लिक्विड का एक डुअलिस्ट है कम्मो नाम का, वो फनाटिक के अगेंस्ट जो टीम खेल रही थी ना एमेट, उनके टीम में खेलता था पहले कम्मो, अभी वो लिक्विड में आ गया है। समझो बहुत क्रेजी चेंज हुआ है, और वो प्लेयर बहुत अच्छा था।
Was not good enough. The execute
Who
was
we rooting
too
for?
strong
Nah,
on
no
the
one,
side.
bro.
They took
We
their
just
time, and they were pretty comfortable.
maybe
was talking about
Liquid,
it on
team
the desk.
Liquid.
It is important if you want to be a world champion team to be
Right,
able
TH
to
में था ना,
make
yes.
this kind of changes and feel comfortable with it.
And I think the bigger point then becomes, if we're talking about world champion teams, you know, the road to Bangkok here will end for one of these
इनका
two teams.
auction होता है
right?
क्या?
This
Auction नहीं
is
होता है?
where do we put these two teams as well when it comes to expectations and, you know, critique levels as well? You know, how high of a standard do we hold them to? Because
फुटबॉल जैसे होता है, फुटबॉल
the
जैसे।
longest standing orgs we've seen, Giant X with so much talent and potential, but it feels like it has fallen short as of late. So we wait to see how this looks. There shouldn't have been too much danger here. It should have been I don't want to say a walk in the
क्या हो रहा है रे?
park,
मैंने
but
देख
they're
समझा,
making it a little bit more
wait
dangerous.
क्या हुआ मैंने समझा नहीं। चलो
Man,
मैच
if
देखते
Tomasa
हैं अभी
would have been
ध्यान से।
inside that smoke instead of him be with that shorty. We've
तुम
seen
वो
some
कोई में था?
crazy shorty
ठीक है
kills.
कोई में था,
It's
मेरे
very
को लगा
common now for
एमेट में
people
था।
just to jump into the smokes to push him. We
ये मैंने
not only
पहले
see
भी
it with
बोला
the
ना,
Euro,
तुम लोग
almost on
पहले भी
any
बोले थे
agent.
कोई में
He's
था,
feasible, but the spike
मैं
is
फिर भी
down.
भूल गया।
Their 3 weapons are still safe for Team Liquid.
Out's going for a bit more. He can make this actually
चैट
cost a
मैंने
hell of
अभी
a lot
जस्ट
here.
ना
Camo
फेरेरो रोशर खाया,
gonna be down
मेरे को
on just
realize
40
हुआ
HP.
कि
Regen shield gonna be kicking him back
Kinder
up a
Joy
little
वाले
bit,
क्या
but
scam
they
करते
can
हैं?
make this cost a fair amount. Can they lock them in
Kinder
on the
Joy
side
वाले
at the least?
अपना
I don't think Tomasi could
अपना
have done it, but I
चॉकलेट
like
बोल
what
के
Cloud's up to here. Couldn't get any more. but
फेरेरो
nice
रोशर
strike.
बेचते
At
हुए
least doing a little bit of chip
50
damage,
रुपए
but
में।
Liquid gonna convert to their second.
Hey, I like the idea. You know, you place the turret, you want to go for a little bit of aggression, you get 2 people down. It's definitely better than nothing, but right now is when things starts to get serious, right?
गिल्ड क्यों करना है वंदन भाई? दूसरा अटेम्प्ट भी होता है ना।
We think about the preparation. We know the fracture was happening. If it wasn't one team, it was the other. I want to see that individual level, especially coming in from Camo already.
हाँ भाई मेरे को तो चॉकलेट्स पसंद नहीं आते until and unless वो ऐसे डार्क, अबे यार टेक्निकल पोस्ट।
Yeah, and again, you look at Liquid. There's so many of these players.
मेरे को पता नहीं चैट, मेरे को मीठा टेस्ट इतना पसंद नहीं आता। वेट, टाइम आउट है ये? ओके, मेरे को लगा टेक्निकल पॉज है। भाई 2-0 पे 2-0 पे फर्स्ट बाय राउंड पे टाइम आउट लिया है। डार्क, हाँ भाई डार्क चॉकलेट मुझे पसंद है। कड़वा चॉकलेट जो होता है ना, वो मेरे को पसंद है। मिल्क चॉकलेट में इतना खा नहीं सकता, लेकिन डार्क चॉकलेट में खा सकता हूँ। Time out? Question mark?
I'd love to know what the focus was here.
Wow, easy as hell.
Because this feels...
Waylanders trying to...
Yeah.
It's serious.
Because it feels like it's more than just maybe not liking what they were coming in with. This is round 3. This is the first time they've got the guns up here. This, you know, this... It's against a bonus.
That was a diabolical timeout. मेरे हिसाब से ये timeout नहीं लेना चाहिए।
Yeah, but if you think about it, Camo is 2 away from his ultimate. Pulling from the attack of Fracture, they can work towards just building that ultimate, picking up the orbs. And Nats is already on the outlaw. We saw that beautiful piece of stats don't lie. And
outlaw निकाल दिया।
He's actually the op player for this team.
How many things can one man do?
Injan B खेल रहा है।
Also just touching base on seeing the different agents coming out here. I'm not too sure. It looks for now to at least be a beginning of a start of a split towards B. 3-2 split. Purpo's main focus over towards Arcade. But his eyes are going to drift back towards Camo, trying to claw that attention.
Yeah, but if you're Team Liquid, Giant X just asked for a timeout after 2 rounds. You need to be careful. There could be something specifically prepared just for this round, because it has to be compulsory for Giant X to secure it. Remember that they decided to come here.
True. And, oh, that's a nice little combination of util to win out the space up towards Dice. Kamek going to work a little bit further forward, but you're looking at the rest
look
of
at
the
where
pack
Cloud
too.
is already.
Yeah, and, well, Cloud, the one to get Patatek down, so already massive impact here. Not quite the boaster problem they had earlier, but Kamek again going to take away Cloud. So
he's going to retrieve his Vandal.
Nice little upgrade. Plant going to come down, and a lot of the map now starting to feel pretty oppressive. Lovely little post-plant reposition too. This is going to be very difficult to try and play back in now. What a conversion this would be. Let's see if Giant X can maybe save this from an absolute monstrosity. You don't want to come off a loss after that time out
main
as
से आ रहे
well.
भाई वो तेजू का position huge है.
Flood is here. There's 2-3 players all looking this way. Camo the one to draw
भर
the
दिया.
first blood towards
Never
it, but that's
mind
still
भाई
here.
bonus जीत गए
Team
Liquid.
will be
क्या फायदा टाइम आउट लेने का?
all the
क्या
way to
फायदा?
the bank on that
क्या
sort of
फायदा
round.
टाइम आउट
That's
लेने का
huge for
बताओ?
them.
And when we're speaking about expectations and when we think
कुछ
about
फायदा
what
है?
happened last week on this map,
Is
many
there
of
any
those rounds
फायदा?
should have never happened. They were losing
एक और
a
टाइम
lot
आउट ले
of
लो अभी.
advantages,
एक
a
और
lot
टाइम
of
आउट ले लो.
everything was going on the side of foot. So seeing this
All
confidence
G's and
coming
get
in
through.
from them, how they want to play the post-plants, how they're responding also to the way that Giant X wants to retake that space, how they're
That was a very
extending
pardon
everything, that
round.
They have someone covering every angle.
Very pardon
Looks
round.
very good. That
अब
timeout
इको
was
आ गया है.
definitely
अब
not
देखते क्या करते हैं
effective
लोग
enough for
डिफेंड
Giant
में.
X. We understand you
push
want
कर
to
रहे
see
हैं.
the push. You need to
Defenders are pushing A. And
We've seen
attackers
this in
are
the
pushing
previous round
drop.
as well, just trying to prevent.
Attackers आगे देख रहे हैं लेकिन sorry defenders आगे देख रहे हैं लेकिन
Because if you've hit that timeout
defenders आगे देख रहे हैं attackers उनके पीछे. जी.
Boy.
₹2 की कमेंट्री करता हूँ भाई मैं.
Unfounded apparently. It's early days still, but
ड्रॉप से अंदर आते हुए
got to give credit to the man on the screen.
थोड़ी के बस अकेला वेस्ट साइड होल्ड करते हुए यहाँ पे.
Purpo willing to go for a challenge here, but the side's already been run out. The plant's already coming down. Camo's just going to be shouldering this.
सब मर गए.
It's confidence.
सब मर गए. छोड़ दो.
Nothing is standing in
नहीं होने
Liquid's
वाला
way.
इको राउंड में.
Cloud.
नहीं होने वाला इको
What are
राउंड
you
में.
meant to do here? A 1v4.
और हो सकता है 1v3 हो सकता है. नेवर माइंड नहीं हो रहा है.
I mean,
it wasn't cosmetic this time around.
Yeah.
कम्बो का अल्ट अगले राउंड के लिए. अबे क्या खेल रही है भाई GX?
Just wait, okay. They
अच्छा खेलती है यार वो लोग.
This is another eco, but I think it's has to do more about.
Once is doing 24 hour in jungle. आप कब करोगे मैराथन? पता नहीं भाई.
Especially a player like Purple, he needs to
Crazy
have
लोग
a
हैं
good round to tune in. You know?
Yeah.
And that is exactly what they need. It's all about this fifth round. This is what has to get them into the game because.
World by वो वार्मर होता है हैंड वार्मर. उधर ठंडी बहुत होती है ना तो हाथ गर्म करते हो लोग.
Ops out. 2. He's got a giant rocket as well.
वो ऑप निकाली पर्पो ने लेकिन वो ड्रॉप पे लगा रहे लेकिन ड्रॉप पे कोई है ही नहीं. गंदा रीड. बहुत गंदा रीड.
right
Oh
place
wait,
for it.
वो यहाँ पे ऑफ
Towards
लगाया है.
arcade. Does he get any support here?
अबे,
So far,
लेकिन
the
drone
answer is
ने
no.
देख लिया.
Very much on an island and forced to respect the utility forced forward. So time
खोल
to
दे
back
अल्ट,
away.
खोल दे,
It might
खोल दे
be-
अल्ट भाई.
I wonder if they give up the.
दो जन मर
Let's go
जाएंगे.
back in on this. Happy to challenge
Bro,
on site. I
he's
don't know
playing
how I feel
side?
about it, but-
This is diabolical.
Because you can see the swarm of utility. What are you meant to do here? A poor choice by Purpo and punished by Camo. Runner now starts to flood forward, but Camo
What?
next in line to follow up. This is looking like a slaughter again. Tomasi and
Nice.
Westside still trying to make a scrap out of it. That's
Oh
stunning.
my God,
Westside
West
with a
side,
double.
East
Who at least
side,
put
North
Nats
side,
on red
South
alert
side.
now. Suddenly tipping the scales back through, forcing Nats to play his hand. And he still
Natus
feels
Gaming
it's
YT
on
channel
for
in a
this one.
1v2.
He's even
क्या
dropped the
Natus clutch
operator. He
करेगा?
wants to take
दोनों
this duel
साथ में खेल रहे भाई.
with the Vandal now.
Ui, Tomasi OP.
Tomasi in the end with Westside. Keeping that together, but I wouldn't be banking on that as how we get the rounds every single time.
It doesn't matter. For Giant X, this is a round that
Rounds
they
around.
needed. Exactly. They managed to save the operator. Yes, he was shut down, forced out of the position because of all the utility that was used onto him, but they still managed
भाई
to
West
turn
side ने
things
निकाला,
around. Also
क्या
important
clean shots
for
दिए ना.
West side to turn in. He has to be hitting shots because his utility is not
बस भाई मैं जब खेलता हूँ तब हाथ को पसीना आता है. कोई solution है क्या? मेरे sweaty hands नहीं है बे इतने मेरे.
No, the
एक
operator
छोटा
wasn't
towel
covered,
रखा
so
कर खेलते
no
time.
harm, no foul, I guess, but I do want to see Purpo start rolling as well. We kind of highlighted confidence player here, but Liquid right back to business. South side approach with a little bit of that lurk up towards Dish. I thought that was an absolute
Bro, milk
center for
chocolate
it not
is
to
too
be,
sweet
so
for
now
me.
it's the operator's scene.
इसलिए मेरे को इतना नहीं
And they're going
पसंद.
to carry on this part. They're all going to come down, and Cloud and Runner forced to split apart. So Tomasi going to start cleaning up the house here.
Oh,
That's
bye.
lovely.
खेल ली भाई
What a little
GX.
crunch and a re-clear straight through sand.
ली
Leaving
GX.
Nats, who was spotted earlier.
Shimdana in
Irrelevant to
chocolate
outcome.
is not a match.
It's so important
क्या?
also to highlight the smokes that Tomasi was using
Okay,
in this
Gojo.
round, trying to give a little bit more space. Yes,
भाई
we
आप
saw the
इनसे
ones from
aim
Kiko
करना
Kiko
सीखो.
coming in, but it's so
यार
important when you're
इन लोग
forced
का
out of your
aim बहुत
position,
insane होता है
with that
चाहे.
Armageddon, with that Techo
देखो ना
ult,
कितना
to just have
snappy
that
aim होता है और
coverage
कितना
from, the
on
rest of the
point aim
teammates.
होता
And
है.
just picking out of the smokes because everybody knows it works in
Insane
scrims.
aim
You
होता
should do
है.
it in officials too.
Insane.
These are confidence
Goated
building
aim.
rounds, though. High tempo, high kill rounds. Nats, you're not probably going to get that spike back, so you've got about 40 seconds of just drifting around the map here. But you're looking at ults that are coming through now as well. We already just saw the Teo ult, but
everything for Giant X.
Exactly. There's going to be hopefully a snowball round for them because they need it. Again,
30
build back
seconds
into
left.
this game. It should be at 2 to 4 pretty soon.
Grind की भी बात है और plus वो लोग है भाई मर लोगे बचपन से.
By all rights, Giant X are back in this series.
Yeah. He's going to have 18 seconds just to dedicate and, you know, use the time to speak about the next round.
देखो कुछ लोग है ना कुछ चीज के लिए बने रहते. वैसे ये लोग का हाथ एम करने के लिए बना हुआ है. तो कुछ लोग है ना कितना भी ट्राई कर ले, कितना भी प्रैक्टिस कर ले, उन लोगों का एम प्लैट तो प्लैट ही रहेगा. ज्यादा से ज्यादा डायमंड जाएगा, ज्यादा से ज्यादा असेंडेंट जाएगा. अंडरपैंट.
Plenty of ults to play with. Oh, that's getting Camo there too.
But last week, him on the defense on this Brimstone, it's a match made in heaven.
Bro, maximum sugar I feel cold drinks में होता.
Giant X as well, so yeah, the guy seems pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So what's the look now coming out from Liquid as well, I guess is the question, because they've had a couple rounds now held at the door, right? 5th, 6th round, not having what they wanted. Now, it's since the operator has come into effect, but it feels like it's not the main proponent of the win, but it's the confidence, it's the space taking.
Oh भाई B push देखो क्या किया है
Controlling that B main push out. Kiko has been nuts though.
Oh भाई टोमैजी मार देता मालूम Kiko को.
Now. Trying to just calm the map.
Yeah, cool things down a little bit.
Coke Zero में sweeteners वगैरह होता
Then
है.
we go back. You know, you have to respond also to the utility that Team Liquid has been putting on the board at the beginning of the round. Same with Cloud.
मेरे को मेरी favorite sweet कौन सी है मालूम? चमचम. मेरे को favorite है बहुत भाई, मेरे को बहुत पसंद है चमचम.
I assume that maybe
Juicy होता है, creamy होता है, मस्त लगता है. मेरे अभी मुंह में taste आ गई भाई उसकी.
So that utility to come back. I want to see with all the setup that Westside has here on A, if he's going to have any effect. Let's take a look at how Kamek uses it.
That's a very good ult by Cloud.
Good info already.
दो जन reveal हो गए भाई. बस 35 सेकंड बचे. Wow.
And Cloud gets it for free, finding Camo straight through that smoke, it looked like. So we're already going to lose out that little punch on the way in towards the site. You've still got the setup there as well. But it looks like Liquid going to be pathing through sand instead. There's 3 players towards the CT side.
Liquid का ये round गया.
On site as well. The crossfires are brutal here. West side forced to fight forward into the payload utility.
Never mind, he still got one.
He finds a kill as well. But Liquid leaving
time
it
कितना कम है?
10 seconds. We've got just about everywhere. Purple trying to deny
खत्म round.
and he might have just done that one.
Bro, what a ult. क्या ult था?
3 seconds. Doesn't even have the plant. He might just about have it. But he's now going to try and defend it against so many. That's not going to happen.
Purple ने क्या ult किया था?
Giant X bringing this right back in.
क्या ult किया था भाई?
Observers was definitely difficult to catch everything that was going on.
Insane round, insane.
Coming in, I have to say, not for Giant X, like waiting for the right timing to use it. West side also responding. Yes, Cloudy is the first one. He wants to get this information with just 40 seconds left. Finds one thanks to that info.
Bro, Nats अच्छा खेला भाई. इधर वो drop करके मारा है ना. Oh no, Nats नहीं था, उनका Cypher था.
Beautiful work from Giant X. Very well coordinated.
Nice.
They barely needed any words.
भाई उन्होंने CT ult किया Brimstone का और फिर वो तेजू ultimate तेजू util क्या use किया मस्त.
Even seeing Purple using that ult to get the impact kill for me is huge. Tick in the box. See him starting to get into this again. Still opting to try and challenge for early space against Nats on that southern side of the map. But the pressure is
भाई ये बहुत annoying है तेजू का ये कुत्ता.
Pretty deep. Kamek didn't. I don't think he got information on Tomasi here, so
but they're expecting him.
Purple could be overwhelmed. This is really close quarters. This is when it gets pretty sketchy now. Purple does get forced away, and now you're going to see Camo taking the space behind the util.
Bro, Camo इतना अंदर कैसे आ गया? मर गया. Nice ult.
Comes in Purple, going for an outrageous shot.
Can he die to that guy?
Does it, but the barrel gives away the game.
Oh my god.
Bulldozering into
Bro. वो हेवन वाला मरता नहीं और फिर अभी ये साइड वाला मरता नहीं ना तो राउंड था.
These positions are hard to break through.
तो फिर 3v2 आता भाई.
One left of the camera, just going to confirm where he is. Turns the flash, no one's swinging.
कुछ भी मरे भाई, कुछ भी मरे. वो ऑपरेटर वाले का भी किल हो सकता था.
Chance at this. Look at the patience. You fight one, the next
कुछ भी मरे भाई.
with a brilliant round.
Yeah.
किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो?
Looking comfortable here on the deco, and I have to say, I'm a bit
पता
sorry
नहीं भाई, मेरे को एक अच्छा गेम देखना है.
Yes, he's stopping the board for Giant X. That every single time they're going to try and force him out, and it was not only once, it was also the second time here. Them finding the kills and getting onto side, being much quicker. Change of pace needed for Team Liquid to get another round on the board.
But you're going to do that again. Is Kamek going to get you 4 kills in a round? Is Purpo going to get a little unlucky?
He's confident. Runner is going to set him up. They're going to go for the same stun, and eventually he'll get the kill.
But I kind of like this adjustment as well. The operator now over
उधर कैमरा लगाता है क्या?
Could maybe slow take that space or just be propped up. See how he wants to play it? Because it looks like repetition.
अरे क्या हर राउंड इधर ही जाना है क्या इनको?
Light coming in through arcade. We've got the switch up of the Killjoy utility. That's with Westside there. Tomasi around as well. The rotations coming in. And they're just going to leave one. They're just leaving Purpo on his own towards A. You can feel where that pressure's mounting towards. So Camo, again, goes forward.
Bro.
Finds a victim.
Hey, always he's doing the same, bro. He's getting in there, getting one.
Take him away. Westside now.
Okay, nice. Oh, runner. Oh my god.
Trades on the side.
Oh, by heavy trades हो रहे.
Leaving Purpo, who was pretty far away initially by
Heavy
Dish,
trades by Liquid कर रही है.
A difficult retake with an op. Now with position noted.
मरा.
I'm surprised they
Bro, अगर इस पे सैचल रहता ना निकाल लेता. अगर उस पे सैचल रहता तो निकाल लेता वो.
Nullifying Purpo there. Hard to get into this game for him, and another round for Liquid.
And it was a complicated decision.
देखो ना, ये कम्बो हमेशा ऐसे आके भाग के एक किल लेके जा रहा है. Bro, ये 2 kills huge थे. Round निकाल दिया.
Retrieve a gun, but especially when Nats uses his ultimate, that would have been like the T for me to either reposition maybe.
क्या वापस अभी जाओ उधर ही बी पे जाओ. वो देखो जायंट एक्स वही एक्सपेक्ट कर रही है तो वो लोग पुश कर रहे हैं उधर. बट दिस टाइम वो लोग एम इन जा रहे हैं. Good night, Piyush.
And day from the get-go to the race.
It is so different. Now you're going to see the economy in shambles for Giant X as well now, suffering after those couple of rounds strung back together by Liquid.
Favorite North Indian meal. पता नहीं भाई कुछ भी खाता हूँ मैं.
Already seeing the Liquid have regained.
मैं इतना खाया नहीं है North Indian to be any मतलब कोई ऐसा favorite बनने के लिए.
You either use it on time and like right after he uses it, or just wait until around where he's dead.
Ooh, okay, Purpo. Just give him
Honestly.
Bro, what? They are winning a low buy.
Apparently
Chat.
that's what they need the whole time. Even the
Ult
lockdown
commit
in.
कर दिया है. Bro, this is so winnable for Giantex.
This is huge. This is going to force them
Patitech को एक kill. Never mind. उसका ult आ जाता. They lost a low buy. Bre.
Back to challenge here. They can put bodies to work. Nat is the
Bre.
last alive. And he can't deny
Bre,
this.
Thrifty जीते.
Huge work from Giantex. Where the hell did those shots just
Thrifty
come from?
gameplay.
I mean, it's still those retakes is so well orchestrated. Yes, Purple gets the first
Thrifty
one.
gameplay.
The moment Kali goes down, it is time for the lockdown. We force them out. Every single piece that we can take for the retake to go our way, Giantex trusts in this round. This is the kind of shots that they need to hit.
And it's enough of a threat
Chat.
that there's a timeout. Liquid have decided to slow this down. Let's have a little look how it is okay. So it is from coaching staff as the conversation comes in, but
ये godlike कौन से final में है? कौन से tournament के final
So
में
I
है?
like it because it's not muddy. It's not muddy.
नोएडा के इंडोर स्टेडियम में होने वाला है.
is that the barrier?
ये कौन सा मैच है?
Liquid played against Foot. That was actual mud.
You know what? You're right. You're right. This is above mud level.
We have a Giantex that has asked for a timeout in round 3.
लेकिन टूर्नामेंट का नाम क्या है? टूर्नामेंट का नाम क्या है?
That is now performing these retakes, and we have a Team Liquid that has changed the composition and probably kind of like guide them into picking this map.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's impressive to
ESL.
be one that Giantex are doing this, and it's not just in the purple.
मुझे नहीं invite है, मैं तो देख रहा हूँ. मुझे क्यों invite
At
आएगा?
some point, Lauren, it
वही
becomes
लूँगा.
a purple show. He just needs to get online.
ESL का showdown है वो.
It's just not there yet.
We see the board. It's not like he's not getting the kills, but trust me, you will know when it's a purple round.
Exactly.
You
So
will know.
waiting for a bit of that. We've seen that kind of coming out from Kamek with like 4 kills around Camo, same sort of thing. Lots of impact on that side, but I do wonder which way this goes now. It feels like we're seeing Liquid going back to what was working for them, right? That kind of split on the north side with just Nats slowly pressuring as well from the B main side. So if you're Giantex, you've got to be a little bit expectant of this, right?
Yeah. Also, they have to respect the utility that Kamek has been putting onto Arcade. Using the drone here again. Same smoke. Like, they've repeated this.
And Purple's trying to play ahead here, maybe trying to find a little bit of a window of timing to play drop.
Like what Tomasi did there. That smoke there.
Very, very nice. The Danger Man really is only Camo here. The rest down to Sheriffs and Frenzies. We've seen the Giant X to do it, but you know, if you're talking about the buy at the very least, now everyone
Team Liquid
still holding down that A side just in case.
And ये लोग वापस पीछ गए. This time
control the site. Yes, they've given up tower, but that's fine.
कम्मो उधर से नहीं आया भागते हुए. अभी ऊपर से आ रहा है.
Spots out Nat.
How can he lose that fight, Purple?
Bit of a fumble on that, and an ult invested too, but it's not going to affect Runner.
लोगों ने generator open छोड़ा. Whoa, he got 2. Bro, what? Thrifty play Thrifty.
Both remaining players towards Canteen. Kamek's got so much space.
Oh my god.
Now. This retake is hard.
Bro, what? Thrifty पे Thrifty gameplay.
Patitech in position, and apparently the pistols were all they needed. And Kamek, what a sick round from him.
A pace of cut Thrifty for them. Very important also at this moment of the game, right after the pause, understanding they even had so much utility to just play for that postman. We're seeing that smoke from Tomasi.
Touchy पे touching gameplay.
To give Purple a little bit of freeway. He's been pushed out of
ये दो मारा.
every
ये
single
देखो.
situation, trying
भाई
to guard
ये
the
insane
sites
kills है.
and
इसके
still
वजह से round
not
निकला है.
finding success. Also, Kamek, it's again night and day with the Sage in this. Like, this just looks so much better. This is like in the previous game where we just saw Alpha and Jen. It's like, this is so right. This is just so right.
Why hasn't it been this way since the start? But it is good to see it. Now we are seeing the operator back out. And rinse and repeat. This seems to work for Liquid. That's got to have spotted people in that smoke here. Purple, he's not having a game. The tag there, Camo in the air, just gets legged, it looked like. Yo, nah.
Yeah, tagger result था. Oh, okay, generator के लिए ult था.
Oh god, this is
Oh my, what a freaking ult by Combo. भाई 3 जन side पे.
Does get traded out in the end.
Oh my god. क्या chaos हो रहा है? क्या chaos हो रहा है? 2v1.
Just Tomasi left alive, and they're going for
भाई
the
निकाल
fight.
लेता वे.
Looking calm under all that chaos in the
क्या
end.
chaos था
And I
भाई
want to
ये.
see how they do on the second half, because this first, I am very, very surprised with how much. Yes, they repeated it around several times, but man, they were finding a way to make it work.
That's what you got to know. So I don't know how this goes on the second half. I don't know if they can repeat that sort
Ye
of
crazy
success,
tha.
but we've got to wait and find out. Parvo's having a nightmare. Maybe it'll become a dream in the second half.
भाई चैट क्या ऑलमोस्ट सारे प्रोज स्ट्रेचड रेजोल्यूशन यूज करते हैं? ऑलमोस्ट सारे यस और नोस में जवाब दीजिए. क्या सारे प्रोज स्ट्रेचड रेजोल्यूशन यूज करते हैं? Yes, orcs, nox. According to my feelings, yes. है ना? आसपास डोंट 60-40 आप तो नहीं करते, लेकिन तो मेरा क्वेश्चन यही था कि क्या मुझे स्ट्रेचड रेजोल्यूशन यूज करना चाहिए? I don't think so. I should. I don't think so. I should. क्योंकि अपन ट्रिमर लोग हैं ना रे. ट्रिमर लोग को गेम अच्छे से दिखाने का है चैट को गेम अच्छे से दिखेगा नहीं तो क्या मतलब फिर? हाँ, ट्राई हार्ड अपनी जगह. ट्राई हार्ड क्या ट्राई हार्ड है? जय ट्राई हार्ड चा. ट्राई हार्ड किसको करके दिखाना है?
Before on the attack, it was very.
यूज मत करो, एक VCT प्लेयर का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खा जाएगा.
They were executed. So again,
अभी
I
भी
think
सिखा
they
दो
were
स्ट्रेच.
mentioning the layers and it has
कॉपी
to be about
आसपास
that. And it
सेटिंग्स.
looks like it's going to be a
आपका
clash
मॉनिटर
of the
डिस्टेंस भी ज्यादा है तो स्ट्रेच में बेटर दिखेगा. हाँ,
they're waiting.
मैंने अभी नजदीक किया है मेरा
they're stunned in the salvos.
मॉनिटर डिस्टेंस.
Oh,
स्ट्राइड स्विच हो गई है.
That's so gutting because that was such a nice little like pocket play almost to try and bring that out. I like the idea, but they're hell bent on trying to stick the landing. I feel like that was a little bit too desperate in the end. Could have maybe backed from that, but they want to try and press the issue. And now Nats and Camo left in a 2v3. Shot going to go down. That does deny Cloud. Can he capitalize? Camo can't, so he has to fall off from this for a second.
3v2, but ये raise बहुत low है Camo. And they are pushing up CT.
This 3v2 situation, Camo, of course, he expects to maybe get pushed. As we're saying, he has to wait for Nats.
Nats is close enough now. Camo.
HP is not the best for any of the teams.
No,
Just
not
rather having
really.
fun.
This is so tense. Camo trying. Ooh! You take those when you get them dreamy. Gonna take down Cloud, but there's no way he can see where
Camo भी low है बे.
Surely. But
West side भी low है.
Got to still try and handle this. He's gonna get the top. He's. Oh, I thought he was considering trying to stick. Oh, he's taking down Runner as well. The stall in this post plant isn't going to be enough. That is outrageous and unforgivable. Pistol loss in the end.
I need to watch a replay of that round because why is Westside throwing the molly then?
I don't know.
Earlier.
I don't know. I don't know.
I understand that, you know, it's a high pressure situation. They managed to get these 2v2 on their hands, getting both of the kills. Yes, Nats gets one there.
Bro, this was so diabolical. क्या बेकार राउंड था ये. क्या बेकार राउंड था ये.
He thought that. I don't want to.
Bro, this was a huge kill by Nats.
The pistols. Maybe
Oh my god, ये क्या किए भाई ये लोग ने. क्या किए. Jeez. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad.
Even with losing the pistols, they were able to win. But that's like average of 4 rounds just lost. Playing against you.
I can only imagine the team talk after that one as well. Bloody hell, they're going to be ripped to shreds.
No? A different time. No, not the moment. Okay. Still, the game's still not over.
Well, I mean, after the game, you know?
No. Maybe tomorrow.
In review.
Yeah. Close
Watch
the
it back. Yeah. Well, let's see if it turns around, though. Because this could close the account pretty quick. Considering the advantage that Liquid has now, if we imagine they convert here in the second round with the superior weapons.
And Team Liquid are already putting pressure onto them. Look at where they are.
Camos.
Turret's not really spotting much.
No. The timing could have been devastating. Oh my.
That's offline. Walk back.
That's unreal. And Kiko does get forced out of tower, but Liquid are so aware. They've just corralled them forwards. Kamek hasn't even got to sweat in this.
He got out anyways.
Come on! And Cloud, the last one alive. It just feels like they had the mini-map with everyone on it. It was so simple for Liquid in this, it felt like.
I don't know why they pushed. They even lost, like, they didn't even get a single kill with the flank. Of course, the pressure was there now, but beautiful round from Team Liquid. Feeling comfortable making this kind of calls, even on the second round. Definitely shows a lot of confidence and probably even Liquid that we want to see.
I think this does feel like we're starting to see some of that potential, right?
And the utility.
Yeah, it's so good. Well,
it's so much.
It is. There's
so
layers upon layers of it. But with 10 rounds face you down double digits at this point.
Pips on no timeout? No?
I'm a little surprised there wasn't one. Because, I mean, you've got 10 against you. When are you going to use it? Next round?
When it's like pistol round?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so early contact on the Prowler, so Cloud knows that someone's made a little bit of presence towards A main at the least. I think Shell going to go in a little bit deeper, but I like these trips here. Yeah, between Kiko and Nat sat towards these sort of positions, they're going to get value, but Tomasi does really well. Takes away any of that early impact, secures them the site, and will get them at least a plant. Yeah, plant indeed.
Yeah, probably they thought that they were just tapping it. You have to be sure. And they just thought it was a good idea to stick it. Still 3v4, GIANX with very good positions to play this post plant. Runner still with both flashes.
I want to see it clean though, Bayer. I want to see these rifles remain. I don't want to see any threats here. Runner does well. That's nice. Now just Panatek last alive. Not too bad. I mean, they'll take some damage, but you take that, right? You take a round like this, GIANX going to get at least back on the board here. Feels like it's been a bit of a drought since the last time they were able to really get a control of the round. But here's the big challenge.
Tomas is doing good on the controller, but as you're saying, I want to see the same way that Camo's been set up. I want to see the same for Purple. Yes, he was not being lucky with the operator, and he usually excels at that, but we need to see that in the executes. Every single time that you go onto a side and you're playing against Liquid, you're playing against Nats, you know that those trap points are going to stop you. 1000%.
It is impressive, even up against like arrays as well that can just clear. It feels like so easy. Nats just have such nice little setups, but okay. By coming in, any ults ready to go. 2 away from Clouds, 1 off from Purple. So that could be something to keep in mind here. They want to get this control, get that ult early in position. Now on the other side, the closest they have is Nat, so nowhere near as impactful in that. So let's see if they get that already built up.
Similar approach, right? Like we were seeing Team Liquid using Kamek's drone to clear up arcade, and now we see Cloud using the Prowler.
अगर GX को जीतने का है तो ये round important है. Okay, nice trades.
But it's traded out, so at least it's a man to the good for GIANX, and they could then just try and springboard forward in towards that B site. Kamek trying to get ready to deny the plant, or even potentially cost someone their life here if they go for the same plant. Yeah, they are. This time the stun, just a little out of time. You could see what they were going for there. That could have been lethal. And they have stalled out for rotations as well. There is that factor, but they're not getting any draw on the blood so far. Take looking to force Runner out, but everyone ready to support. This is much better from GIANX, making this incredibly hard to play back through. Nice stall as well coming out. Timing there for Runner. And the reload, not ideal, but Cloud does get a nice little upgrade on that front. So Massey going to be watching the cross here, just shouldering that for now.
He catches Camo.
One. Yeah, that's going to be called through. Nice from Cloud. Good little communication
बहुत important round जीते.
Much
बहुत important round जीते. Nice.
Well, and we gap close a touch further.
Yeah, and we see the smile on his face. Definitely the calls are working for this round in particular. Very well played for the side of GIANX, going back in the board, still 4 rounds, separating them. That's just getting that little boost. Cheeky little camera. But even with the aggression, not winning this duel, like seeing that Nats is down is a free entry onto side. Yes, like Runner is going to have a little bit of a hard time just planting that spike, but he's aware enough of that. And Cloud having also the individual performance that he was having last week. Yes, we also
That's ideally, yes.
Yeah, you are. Now, we're going to see what ults come through here. Obviously, Purpo's now got theirs. Cloud got theirs on lock. Ooh, Purpo, nice. Nice little warm-up here. Maybe just needs a couple Eco-Cobra moments, you know? Like, warm into the game a little bit. And now the confidence does start to build. But there are a lot more players on this side. Now, I'm also keeping in mind Nats, his position. Yeah, he is going to get west side, so that is going to be a free upgrade. And suddenly not feeling so safe as Camo. It's just got 2. And the rocket as well. How the hell did Team Liquid just turn this around?
कैसे convert हुआ? ये round कैसे convert हुआ? Excuse
It feels
me?
like every time they're at a disadvantage, and now you can see it. And that's, oh, dearie me, devastation here. I genuinely thought Giant X were on the verge of pulling this one right
क्या हुआ
back
ये
through,
round
but a
में?
pretty safeguard Thrifty right under their nose.
Jesus, that was massive from Team Liquid, and I think that Camo also, you know, he wants the spotlight on him back. Them getting
मैं
this
तो
first
बोला
two
one
kills,
side
yes,
जीत
you know,
रही है
kind of
लोग.
expected, but Nats is always behind you. It doesn't matter where you are on the map. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning
Crazy,
or
bhai,
if it's at the
crazy,
end, pushing you
crazy,
with an
crazy.
hotlock.
Crazy round. जी यार बेचारे.
Pretty calm. That's honestly, that's calm enough. Calm before the storm, maybe.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we've seen
6-11 चल रहा है.
They've got so many ults here, Giant X, right? You've got so many big ults here. Oh my god!
भाई ये क्या बंदा है कम्मो?
Tomasi left in tatters.
What the hell?
That is just an early
भाई
dagger
match
to
point
the
दे दिया
heart
उनको.
here for Giant X, leaving Runner, Cloud, and Westside
Purple
with
का
so
ult था ना?
little space to build back in. on.
No, the big recall last
What?
week from Cloud on this map was great. In this
Insane,
situation,
क्या
with
खेल
how
रहा है
Team Liquid
कम्मो?
is playing, just being aggressive, going back, into the numbers, also the individuals just feeling so comfortable.
I don't know what's just happened here. How have they capitulated like this? I mean, credit to Liquid for a nice little push out there, taking a fight, but
this is 12 on the board.
Exactly, that's what I'm nervous about.
Now they need to get 6 rounds in a row to even take this to overtime. And maybe the trap the Team Liquid set, live in this fracture, making them choose the first map. And if you don't
they
pick
have
fracture,
to
maybe
save
you don't know
this.
if I'm gonna pick it.
Will they save it? Chat?
Oh man.
Because उन लोग के पास next buy नहीं है.
This one, even if they win it, which would be incredibly
उनको picks नहीं
impressive.
मिल रहे
Especially
हैं.
with the amount of ultimates that they
Yes.
have, they should have
क्योंकि
been
अगर
preparing like for
अभी
this round.
guns उन लोगों ने
Probably
गवा
that's
दिए
what
हैं.
we're seeing, the aggression
अगले
that
round
we're
में
seeing
उनके
from
पास
Team
guns
Liquid,
नहीं
right?
है. Oh my god, this is
Getting
so
their face,
bad.
yeah.
We saw them using the ultimates from drop on the
मैं
attack
चुप
when
के
it was
stream
Team
देख रहा
Liquid
हूँ.
used, and
School
they do
है,
not
हर्ष
wanna
भाई
be in that
5-10 मिनट में
situation.
चले जाऊँगा.
And Camus,
Bye.
honestly, I want to see that head-to-head that we usually do with the
ये जो
stats
नर्फ
because
होगा कि नहीं नर्फ तो होगा जैसे Killjoy का जो उसका ये है
Still cast curse for you there. That's nice. And this is they cost him
Killjoy
weapons.
का ult missiles में टूट जाता है. That's a diabolical thing, bro.
For Team Liquid.
वो चीज तो change होगा I
for
feel.
them. I love the approach. Give me the timeout and give me that pips and cam. It
वो मेरे
has to
हिसाब
be
से
coming,
change
but
होगा.
as you
बाकी
said,
पता
this
नहीं.
just to get under their skin early, deny any of that kind of ideal execute potential.
बाकी I
with
feel
all of
उसका
those
है ना
ultimates was a huge call.
बार-बार प्लांट रुकाने के लिए उसका जो कूलडाउन है उसके सिग्नेचर एबिलिटी का वो लोग बढ़ाएंगे most probably.
Yes. The problem is, again, you're giving it to the other coach. The horn can be about, you know, they're going to use this, and this, do exactly this and that. It's not only the ultimates that Giant X has, Patidek is also one away from his.
Camo! He's flying in there where he was trying to. That's going to burn a lot of the util up for Giant X. They're just popping the ults now. They're hoping for the best. It's perfect to find Camo, but it's Camo's draw blood. This is still up in the air. It's a brawl for Arcade. Tomasi with the Sheriff trying to get a little closer.
Okay, cool. They got the side. Nice. 3 ults, I guess.
Giant X live for another day, but the ults got burned.
Yeah, many of them.
3 ult use हुए,
This is a
right?
round that they get on the board.
भाई
I want to see
क्या
a
हुआ
replay
है?
of that. I do not put anything of ours on our servers for not catching that because there was a lot going on in between smokes, mollies, stuns.
For the love of God! Look at this.
Bro.
Absolute chaos.
I love this tactical shooting. So 5 more chances for Giant X to even bring this to overtime. Now we see a Liquid. Camo again going for the aggression.
Stunts placeable is too overpowered, bro.
Look at this Southern Crunch they're going for.
Them, yeah.
Yeah. They can get some ults off that too if they feel like they've got some security to do so. West side. Oh, he just turned away at the wrong time.
Nats
now they're sweeping through.
Headshot लगाना Vandal
Gonna
का.
get himself back towards position. The
Wait,
ult's gonna
what?
come in though. And now we're looking at what they've got in the post spawn. You got Tomasi here with the ult.
Oh, heavy defender search. Heavy. This might be a GG.
No one there to work
Never
on
mind.
from this though.
No one follows?
None.
Very good smoke and molly from Tomasi there.
Oh dear, but Kamek's gonna find runner so freely. Purple trying to hold
bye,
towards main
Purple.
clean and
Not a GG, I guess. Unless.
Down to this 2v2.
What
Camo's ult is gonna force out at least one of these players, if not 2. Force them away towards CT, but the time is ticking. You gotta get moving.
1v2.
And Purple slipping between all the util, doing everything he
Oh
can.
my God,
to try and
खेल लिया
keep his
Purple.
team in this. And Kamek
Bro, well
is
played by
desperate, but he
Purple.
can't find it. Purple
Well played.
finally getting some of that form here.
4K for Purple here. This is one of the rounds that definitely get you online. And do not get me wrong, now the money is, you know, at some point it's going to start becoming an issue. And this is the Giant X that should scare you, right?
Yes.
Like, yes, you put that pressure, we have an instant response to just go onto site. And even with how bad the situation looked, this should have been closed for Liquid. The
Crazy
way that
खेला
Tomas is
भाई
playing,
Purple, crazy.
seriously. Like on this map, on the Brimstone, it's massive. 1 HP,
1
there,
HP.
and it's actually going to be
लेकिन
Team
time वैसे भी नहीं
Liquid
था.
requesting the timeout here. Because as I'm saying, you need to close this one out.
You do.
It looked pretty, yeah.
चड्डी Giant X की फटी पड़ी थी तब से. उन्होंने एक टाइम आउट नहीं लिया. लिक्विड वालों ने टाइम आउट ले लिया. ये क्या है? ये क्या है?
You can't do it right now. We're in.
Oh, sorry.
But I just mean in the
Neon
future.
nerf हो रहा है patch में? Patch
I
notes
will
आया
try. It's just that yesterday I didn't even know that this was like the tactile.
Valorant.
The
Nobody
touch
told
one?
me.
Nerf.
So sorry.
It's okay.
That's on me. That's on me.
And I was just like, tap it, you know?
Yeah. We'll get working towards that. We'll see if you've got the skills for it. It's
कहाँ है
difficult.
भाई patch notes?
Mini, awful at it. Awful.
Really?
Shocking.
He's a coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
You think he could draw a 6 or something? Absolutely not.
भाई breakup से move on कैसे करूँ? Tough question.
Okay, well, why am I catching strays
Well.
But we are going to be seeing how many chances.
Oh, is it on the other side?
Wait for
That's
time.
fine. It's
But
fine.
isn't nice 4, no? It's alright. Isn't it like, it ends perfect?
Time
Yeah,
heals
you know what?
everything.
It's not the worst we've seen.
It's never perfect for you.
कल कैसे करेंगे simulation
Bucky's
stream?
share
1:30
speed
को
are not
watch party
perfect.
है.
The purchase from Liquid. It's what they can try and muster together. We've got Camo ult on the horizon, but certainly not here yet. Liquid trying to get a little bit closer, starting to pressure those extremities. But on the other side for Giant X, you've still got Tomasi with his. You've still got West Side pretty close as well. You've still got Purpo building back towards his too.
Yep.
Stronger and stronger by the second now.
Looks like B is the name of the game. Torper's going to retrieve that orb, putting him 2 away from the showstopper once again. Now they're going to decide to rotate onto A, West Side, just covering that flank. My man was playing by himself.
Yeah, stay busy, bro.
Are they going to expect Paddytech
gets
with the Guardian?
It is very important
The timing, I feel like if he just held that, he was still good for one.
to stay busy in such
On
cases.
this, are you? No. Okay, time to back away. You felt enough of that pressure.
I would have loved that if
But
Camo would
वही है
have
भाई.
been ready to follow with the
Time heals
That would
things.
have been so nice.
Oh my
But he still
god,
gets
party
his.
take.
Still going to be good for one here. Can now make this a little bit uncomfortable. But who's willing to put life on the line, or do they just freeze for a second?
It's very important that they go back in this 5v4
काफी
situation.
diabolical
Now that the
सा
smokes
है.
have gone down. It's time to take a breather. Yep.
Yeah. I get a little scared. But the smokes are back in, and it looks like Liquid. I know it would have been nice to get it, min-maxed out, but
Different priorities.
Tomasi actually going to force the ult now. They were already somewhat ahead. I feel like that could have been utilized a little bit differently, but let's see if it works out for them. Liquid, though, going to start working their way back through. Already traded out. Cloud is down low. It looks out of sorts here. We're down to Purpo. We're down to West Side. They need to stay alive
Never
here.
mind.
How has it come down to this? How is Purpo the last one standing?
Never mind.
Liquid, again, the
GG.
broken buy is more than enough
GG.
for them to
One
make
kill
it up
action,
to
let's go.
13.
That's a
And
GG as
Giant X,
well.
I'm sure will be so frustrated with how close that could have been.
Yeah, exactly. Again, the pistol rounds working against.
अबे निकाल लेते भाई ये भी राउंड वो लोग. ये भी राउंड निकाल लेते लेकिन कल सिमुलेटर खेलेंगे कि नहीं वो तो कल ही बताएगा. आने वाला कल बताएगा कि कल होगा कि नहीं. वो लास्ट राउंड जीत सकते थे भाई जायंट एक्स वाले, लेकिन लिक्विड एम फाइट पे बहुत मार रही है. तो भाई मेरे को अभी ऐसा लग भाई, लेकिन जायंट एक्स पे ना ऑनेस्टली उनके पास एम है, लेकिन पता नहीं उनका एम चल रहा नहीं है शायद, तो इसलिए मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है वो 1-1 हो सकता है. 1-1 हो सकता है. अगला मैप क्या है किसी को पता है? शाउट दे दो वेदांत. हाय शाउट दे दूं. स्प्लिट है अगला. लेट्स गो डब्ल्यू मैप. चेटअप लेगो चेटअप, लेगो का चेटअप. क्रेजी वे किसी से बनवा के लिया रहेगा ना इस बंदे ने पूरा चेटअप. क्रेजी. ये क्या बुक है? डेथ नोट। शीश। चैट, डेथ नोट में अगर तुम किसी का नाम रखते हो तो उसका काम 25 हो जाता है ना? ये क्या लिख के आया बे? ओ अच्छा, प्लेन एंड सिंपल। वाह, ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल पिक्चर। ओ इसने देखो कैसा गुंडाल के रखा है उसके माउस को। बट ब्रो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है पर्सनली, जब तुम ऐसा करके माउस यूज करते हो तो हैवी होता है। अच्छा ठीक है, तुम मतलब कैजुअल गेमर हो तो ठीक है, चलेगा। अच्छा किया है लेकिन क्योंकि वैसा अगर करते हो ना तुम, तो तुम्हारा माउस है ना हैवी फील होता है। टू बी ऑनेस्ट, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इसी बात पे माउस को लगाया मैंने चार्जिंग। भाई रात में देख रहा है इसलिए वो फोटो डाल दी, इस टाइम फोटो नहीं खींचा। ओके, इसको सेटअप बोलेंगे। ऑफ कोर्स भाई, भारी सेटअप है यार। तू कुछ बनाता है इस पे? अच्छा हाँ, तू तो फोटोशॉप पे बनाता है। चैट, ऐसा एक टैब लेना है यार। क्यों लेना है भाई? लैपटॉप है इतना बड़ा मेरे पास, उस पर देख लूँ कुछ। मैं देखता तो नहीं हूँ वैसे भी कुछ, तो काहे के लिए लेना है? कुछ लोग है ना खास टैब लेते हैं नेटफ्लिक्स देखने, नेटफ्लिक्स एंड चिल करने के लिए। ऐसे शौकीन लोगों के लिए आपका कुछ कहना है चैट? बताइए प्लीज, कुछ कहना है? मेरा भाई क्या कहता है मालूम? मुझे चेस खेलने के लिए टैब लेना है। ऐसे लोगों के लिए कुछ कहना है आपको? भाई साहब, बड़े लोग बड़ी पसंद। वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड सेटअप। ओ हरी, लेकिन है क्या ये? नेटफ्लिक्स एंड चिल इज समथिंग एल्स। इतने धनराशि कहाँ लेके जाओगे? इसलिए टैब ले लेते हैं। हैदराबाई को टारगेट? हैदराबाई को क्यों टारगेट? मेरा भाई बहुत चेस खेलता है, वो एडिक्ट है भाई, चेस एडिक्ट है वो। लाइक कर दे चमन। कंबल सेटअप यार भाई, ये इतने सारे कंबल देख के ना मेरे को यार सोने का मन कर रहा है। मैं इतने कंबल लेके नहीं सोता क्योंकि इधर ठंडी ही नहीं होती, लेकिन इतने कंबल्स के अंदर घुसने के बाद जो फन है ना भाई, मज़ा आता है। गेम्स देख, क्रेजी क्रेजी क्रेजी। भाई कल एग्जाम है, विश कर दो। ऑल द बेस्ट स्वास्तिक। यार एग्जाम है तो कल तो भाई अभी है ना स्ट्रीम बंद करके सो जा, मेरी बात सुन, और कल जल्दी उठ और पढ़ ले यार, जल्दी उठ के। स्ट्रीम बंद कर दे मेरे भाई। गेम खेल रहा है? ये क्या गेम है भाई? खतरनाक सेटअप, ऑफिस सेटअप है ये। रुको, लोड हो रहा है। लोड ही नहीं हो रहा है। लेकिन अच्छा सेटअप है भाई, नाइस। रीसू, नाइस। कोई जिसका जैसा उसका डिस्कॉर्ड नेम है वैसा उसने रखा है ये, रीसू। गावी ऐसा झोपायचं जेवण झालं? हा ना भाई, मस्त फुल। गॉट न्यू लैपटॉप, प्लेइंग पीसी गेम फर्स्ट टाइम, पीक प्लैट 2 in 3 months। रेडिट ब्रो। ओ भाई ये क्या कीबोर्ड्स है? कोई ड्रैगन बॉल जी का कीबोर्ड है क्या ये? नहीं, ये चारमंडाइजर है, और ये गोकू है शायद। भाई क्या है ये? चारिजार्ड। ये कौन है? ड्रैगन बॉल जी, ये बोला ना मैं। देखो ब्रो क्या क्रेजी है भाई, शिट। सेंटिनल्स का भी ये कुछ तो है भाई के इधर, इतने दुनिया भर के इसने साइन करके रखे, क्या है ये? ओ माय गॉड, वाओ। चार्मंडाइजर, चार्मंडाइजर नाम है उसका। नहीं, इधर कुछ और लिखा है, चार्मंडाइजर। ओ भाई हेवी चेटअप, शिट। ब्रो ब्यूटीफुल, लाइक कर दे यार। गेम बताओ कौन सा है? ये है एल्डन रिंग। चारिजार्डिंग का मतलब देखो, हाँ my god, this guy deserves a timeout. Oh, nice light. Thank you so much for putting up light. Rajiv. क्या लिखा है राजीव भाई ने? Your thoughts are your reality. Bet you, then only get you potential. Yes, you didn't make a lovely life. Mediocrity. Wow, makes sense. आपकी हैंडराइटिंग देख के ऐसा लग रहा है आप डॉक्टर की पढ़ाई कर रहे हो। ये देखो यहाँ पे भाई ने प्रिस्क्रिप्शन भी लिख दिया है, और ये थोड़ा बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट है शायद कोई। काय रे भाई, काय तुझे हे अक्षर। लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो। नो सेंटिनल ऑन लिक्विड ब्रो। भाई वाइस लिया इसने, डेडलॉक लेते तो थोड़ा सही होता। यस आई एम अ गेमर। आओ पढ़ाकू गेमर, आई लाइक पढ़ाकू गेमर्स। सब पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं। फॉलोड योर टिप हर्ष भाई। डब्ल्यूस क्या टिप दिया था लेकिन मैं भूल ही गया खुद। ओ अच्छा, तुमने वो वाकड़ा मॉनिटर रखा था ना वैसा। ओ वेल डन यार अभिनव भाई। तो इनमें कुछ सुधार आया? घर से भगा दिया बोर्ड्स के चक्कर में, नो सेटअप। क्या खा रहे साले रात में? ओ सेकंड मॉनिटर ओपी। वाओ क्लीन सेटअप भाई। पैस रिवील भाई, बहुत क्लीन सेटअप है, बहुत। क्लीनेश्वर। चलो मैच चालू हो रहा है। मैं पी करके आता हूँ, मैं पी करके आता हूँ। That's by on Viper. OG days. चल मैं पी करके आता हूँ, ठीक है?
Too many small mistakes costing them a big amount. Away we go. Liquid on the attacking side. Of course, Giant X on the defending. And the crisscross over towards Heaven, and the blind. The flash from Runner was good, but the trade's still there. Panther and Camo are still doing damage. Spike is left towards ramp for now, and this just feels like that same sort of pace.
3v2 है, ये देख के जाते, 3v2 है, देख के जाते।
Does give Liquid the man to the good.
Yeah, and
फिर
that's
दोनों
after
लो है
getting
क्या?
that kill onto mid.
नहीं।
It's just
सिर्फ
going
कम्बो लो
back
है।
onto Garage. He probably wants to see where the Vice is playing. I think that especially when you think of this, you need to trigger that shear.
Hello.
Oh, well, he knows now.
He's very aware.
He's trying to work for the shear and probably trigger it here. He's just gonna go in. He don't care.
He's sold the rotate.
ओ भाई अकेला आया तो उसने पूरा attention draw कर लिया देखो. वो timing, bro, what a timing.
Heaven.
Kamek with that smoke.
And look at this, Nats is just, chase me boys, I'm off, I'm already heading towards the vents. They're gonna get a free plant here. They don't know the level of success.
Nah, he's gonna hold vents like that.
And it's so important also that Camo is going to be the one planting the spike. Left. Those Euro ultimates can be massive, and Nats is always good for 2.
Stunning from Liquid. That was genuinely
gorgeous.
Lovely lurk from Nats.
क्या लर्क किया है Nats ने?
Always enjoyed watching him do is that kind of understanding how the map's going to look late into a
Natu's
round.
giving Wadi
And
channel.
we saw it perfectly.
चलो
P
P time.
Also the support, right?
सब अंदर अंदर दिख रहे हैं.
It's not that also Giant X did not expect the extra aggression coming onto A, coming onto ramp. They had a response for it, but it wasn't enough. With Nats being on mid, getting that kill onto purple, things started to get not the best, and that's 3 out of 3 pistols now for Liquid.
Bring them down. These stats, I feel like you know what you're doing sometimes when you bring these things up. You know what I mean?
I like numbers. I like a good spreadsheet. Gotcha. That's my love language.
Well-made spreadsheets. However, looking at this one, let's see if Giant X can get a little tricky. Can they do something out of the ordinary here? On the other side, Nats will be just drifting away. The audio cues will be heard, but the timing. Look how they are about to be coming into each. Oh my God! What? How did this just happen? How did Nats turn around on this? How they were running back? I just can't believe that they seemed aware that this was going to be happening. That they this was just unbelievable. The timing of this.
And look at the position now from Kamek onto the side.
Oh, this is so
like I said, hasn't decided what they're going to do.
Just as they were coming in towards you, pressuring behind in sewer, you thought, oh, maybe they'd have like a good drop on one here, they could get down, that's cool. Oh no, suddenly there's a whole team there as well. Why are they still in spawn? Oh, Tomasi, this is a horrible situation to be in, isn't it? Look, he's already boxed in.
Again, Camo planting the spike. 4 orbs for him, 3 away. Getting that sheriff back to the role that we had in sewers.
He's gone down to the charity shop, trying to get something. He's been out thrifting.
क्या सीन हो रहा है?
Nice sheriff.
अच्छा इको राउंड है. इको राउंड हार गए.
And that's what only playing with the ghost. Camo's gonna close this one out, and as expected, round for Team Liquid. I want to see the replay because I really think that it was a sound cue that they all turned around because the rest of Liquid was just rotating onto A. I would like to see if Nats saw something at the beginning of the round, right?
Something feels like they were. So here's the step. But Nats turns. Was he baiting this? It's the fact that Nats turned back around. They seem so aware of this push out. Like how is Nats so smart about this stuff? No timeout this time for Giant X. So leaving them to their own devices here, but
time to jump.
I'm scared of Nats on this. I don't know what it is. It feels like it makes him just like 10 times taller. You know what I mean? There's something about this map and him, but let's see if there's... Oh my God, Camo just going straight in. What is going on here? Purple's been forced off. I mean, his confidence is sky high, and maybe rightly so, but they're sending it on this one. Kiko's already got sight.
Side still has the boom bot if they want to take control of screens. Patatek is going to be the one putting the spike out this time around.
And
CT push कर दिए ले पूरे.
They're going to trade out spaces. So okay, yeah, you can
3 जन मेन आ रहे हैं. कीको अवेयर है कि नहीं? कामयाब भाई वहाँ पे लेट आते हुए. ओ कीको. कामयाब का गेम है. लेकिन रनर देखो कितना एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है उसको. ओ भाई अब तक देख रहा है. नहीं छोड़ दिया.
Just yet, but it's Nats again. That late round presence, that late round pressure. I tell you, this map is his to run apparently. Team Liquid with the third.
बोनस निकाल लिए.
The final boss on this map.
Yeah, especially
भाई वैलो टूर्नामेंट खेलने से पहले what should we keep in mind?
Seeing him on the Cypher, on the Viper, yes, is the lurks, but the awareness that he has on how to play these agents is what makes him nuts. Bonus converted for Team Liquid.
नर्वस होना बहुत कॉमन है मैचेस में. हाथ कांपने लग जाता है. ये सब कॉमन है. The more you play, the more sane you, the more calm you become in tournaments.
That's what Camo needs to do, you know, because he's the one that has the flashes.
So I'll say जितने ज़्यादा tournament games खेल सकते हो उतने खेलो. To improve truly.
Same orb, same setup.
जितने ज़्यादा tournament games हो सकते खेलो.
And look at the
At some point, Khelraay will go to A, you think?
Maybe. But for Giant X, they also have that B main control. I'm surprised they haven't freed up some of the more rotations to try and maybe stack out A, trying to get some bodies towards it. As it stands, again, site is pretty much secured.
वापिस तीनों रैंप से आ रहे हैं
with worse weapons this time. That C's looked good.
और ये बार वापिस मेन से मार रहा है बंदा.
going to get any threat on towards Patatech too far.
चलो इको है ये राउंड तो उनका तो 4-0 होने वाला है.
This time around they don't need to fight.
हमारे कॉलेज पे टूर्नामेंट होने वाला है. Let's go bro, all the best.
Oh, Kiko.
Bro, कॉलेज वाले टूर्नामेंट्स में ही सबसे ट्राई हार्डर्स आते हैं भाई.
I need to see Giant X get rolling. Man, this feels so one-sided here.
पिक्सल निंजा ला रेड करना प्लीज. मैं माझी स्ट्रीम कोण बघणार.
Shots in, you know what I mean? Just start feeling like you got some presence in this. Because this sort of like rinse and repeat towards A just feels like they're setting expectations and tempo and conditioning them that they're going to overcompensate, and then suddenly, okay, they're going to start pressuring mid. They're going to start going B.
But the thing is, think about the first match that we had today, right? Like Fnatic and Boaster was speaking about, you know, we were going A, it was working, they hadn't figured it out, so we just, you know, if it ain't broke, they'll fix it. So they just kept going. Unless Giant X puts some pressure or gets onto mid or just finds a way to stop Kiko and Camo from having so much pressure onto the side. Oh,
look
Cloud
at the
is up, yep. Cloud is already, yep.
And
now
look
we're
at
going A. And Liquid is like, oh, they have guns again. Time to go B.
This is them leading that sort of like cool tempo, right? They've got them absolutely in the palm of their hands, but still have to try and take that B site if they want to go for this.
Yeah. It's a very good call as well, because with Camo having his ultimates and Nats, you would expect this A execute one more time.
They cleared the corner as well. They don't know about the one player towards Vents early on, so that is a little bit of an X factor. They don't know about Nats either. He's going to hear all of this. Nicely done from Westside to keep in mind there could be someone else trying to play up towards middle, but they're all on the site here. Liquid taking that time to just strike towards the site.
Oh, how?
From main. Let that pressure build through middle.
Defenders के ज़्यादा picks निकले थे.
It's still doable. Cloud alive in a 1v2 is never impossible.
रेज नहीं दो मार दिए क्या? कैसे भाई?
Pixel angle on this.
दो मारे क्या दोनों ने?
Find a way through. Gets it. And he swings stunning from Cloud.
Oh shit.
Read this so well. Cloud couldn't land the shot.
5-0.
And Kiko's the one to keep the scoreboard
5-0
for Team Liquid.
5-0 right now, and as you're saying, pretty flawless from the side of Liquid. The idea for this round, as I'm saying, just be aware of the ults that you have. Just try and think of something different that we have not seen yet. And this duo of Camo and Kiko working so well on the execute. Yes, the util does not find much, but it doesn't matter because the refracts are there time after time.
हाँ बे दो मारे ले इन लोग ने.
That's, you know, that's the difference in the end of the maybe starting to get this one going, but it is what it is. Liquid looking like this has got to be high up in their veto. They look really, really solid here. Maybe any team with Nats in it is always going to look good in this, but still a patient round. Maybe unsure if there was going to be some sort of stack or you know, an aggressive play.
Especially, yeah, like with all the space the Team Liquid is controlling, and with the weak weaponry the Giant X has for this round, you would expect, and definitely Team Liquid respects that possible push.
And Nats has found.
No, they're just going on to Vents. They just want to explore the entire map.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get a good read of what this A site looks like, at least now with this adjustment. He's got really deep positioning. Spots out on that Vice util as well. Westside is aware that, you know, someone could have played towards Heaven, but at this point, are they going to carry on like this? It's kind of feigning that it's going to be this A lean, which has drawn the third body over. But they still need to clear out Purpo. These are Sheriffs. So it's not
give me tower
threat. Yeah, it is now going to be Runner kind of tucked down.
The TP, the util.
His position's known. Quick flash and tries to get out of danger. Can he get anything? No. So it is on Purpo over towards that B main side. He does win his fight, so that is a rifle recovered. Huge for him, and he has ult if the round feels even close to possible.
If even if this 4v4, yeah, as you're saying, having his ult, Nats knows is a good call.
And look at the
to get this ultimate.
Kiko, if he goes walking through that, he's going to be behind all of them if he fancies it, but for now, we look to see if they can flood back in, get the pressure going. Camo forced to from the first angle, and Cloud does connect. Good shot there. Patatech still going to be playing towards the pit, keeping some security, forcing them to fight in that smoke, and it is going to be Kiko eventually with that pressure through Heaven.
6-0.
Options and the numbers.
और शायद अभी time out हो. Wait.
Hold on. Westside finding Patatech is huge, but the final boss is still here, and the final boss doesn't lose these situations. Red Bull clutch for Nats. I'm telling you, it ain't even just his site, it's his map.
And again, with the shorty onto the smokes, he knows exactly when to purchase the weapon. We're seeing a lot of the presence of the shorty in these rounds. The wrap-up from Kiko also understanding that the pressure, if it's put onto side from the side of Giant X, he needs to take control over tower and just get the angles outside of that Viper's pit to actually help the team. Very close round still for Giant X, but it's not one that they managed to convert.
100% in future Viper buff होगा लेकिन मुझे लगता है.
Is it a liquid time?
It looks like it.
Maybe just because of the amount of ults for Giant X there. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see
5 out of 5.
Because I'm not seeing Nats being the one to be talking here.
Oh,
okay, it is. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair play. Maybe it is because they have that full hand of ults
and the weapon.
लिक्विड ने टाइम आउट लिया जस्ट बिकॉज इनके पास 5 अल्ट्स आ गए हैं.
With Westside's ult.
पहली बार देख रहा हूँ मैं.
If they have anything that kind of checkmates it. They don't quite have Camo's ult yet to kind of bring in. They do have the divide, which is incredibly useful, obviously. One away from Patatex too. There's a couple of things here that they could maybe lean towards, but I'm really curious how they try and get around their expectation of where Purpo's going to play. Can they draw that out? Can they figure out where he is? Is there information to be gathered? Is there just a prediction? Because again, if you're in the minds of Giant X, team would have abused this ace. They run it so many times. So you'd imagine, if you're taking a betting on, that you'd put the op there to try and deal with it. But with that in mind, look at the approach thus far.
Yeah, that Viper's pit is going to go onto mid, helping them control that side. And even though Klaus has his utility onto B, all the pressure coming in from Team Liquid.
Now, do they force a rotation? They're going to have to put a lot of pressure on Cloud to try and draw players away. I'm looking at the Omen as well. Tomasi is starting to come back over towards B. There was enough presence noted, and I don't think there's any full commitment yet. That's the signal there. Nats now knows exactly where that operator is. Can they remove it quickly, or is it going to be a permanent threat towards the site? There's contact on both sides of the map.
No shame.
अकेला भी पे देखो अभी.
What he sees that also Nats not playing operator from the attack. Absolute fraud.
And look at the panic. They don't know where this is ending. The Seekers have come out because they're genuinely so unsure. Now one man made it through the wall. That is going to be Kiko. Oh, the time!
How? अच्छा वो smoke नहीं था वहाँ पे.
I have no idea.
वहाँ पे smoke नहीं था.
Bad timing. And Patatex
Oh shit! मेरे को लगा smoke के through कैसे मार दिया भाई.
The discomfort from Giant X in this. They still weren't
क्या
sure
unlucky हुई Giant X.
And now the look.
Oh my god. That's तो 2 साल बाद आ रहा है भाई.
Liquid nowhere is safe. And speaking about saving, it's time to save that operator. Is Nats going to allow that to happen? You expect it. There's no way you don't.
You may expect it, but he's still going to hit the shot on one. There's more. Nats is hungry, and he wants that operator gone. Purple
what a shot.
To put up a fight to try and keep this in hand. He's got so many more targets coming his way, though. He tried to make a stand, but the op is gone. Ripped out of his cold, dead hands. Team Liquid look incredible on this map.
2 ultimates invested also for the side of Giant X onto this round, but as you're saying, Lauren, he was up in the box.
So sick!
Bro!
Absolutely beautiful, but I'm
मेरे को लगा वो wall drop हुआ था.
Not playing in that same position.
ओ भाई ये तो बहुत crazy ये कर दिया उसने. पोजीशन बता दिया. बैक साइड पे वैसा उड़ी मार के खेल सकते हैं और वो वॉल के ऊपर से देख सकते हैं बैक साइड. Crazy tips and tricks हो गए ले.
On a different level.
Hi IQ भाई.
It's so good to be seeing this map back in play. In my mind, I'm sure Giant X disagree at this point, but it is what it is, right?
Nothing's working for them. They couldn't even save the operator in the previous round. Like. Absolutely nothing.
It's rough. It is rough, but man.
You're in this situation again. Camo 1 away from his ultimate. Kiko 2. So
भाई one side हो रहा है यार chat ये game. मेरे को लगा अच्छा होगा.
For the next buy round, Team Liquid is going to have plenty to work with as well. And it doesn't matter if it's the post plan that we barely get
Stream
into.
title change क्यों क्या है?
They will have something prepared for the round. Doesn't even see him Patatek now.
And it is still a bit of a half fight. You've got Westside with a rifle. You still have a judge. Oh, Kiko gets
wait,
down. But
what?
they're holding this back here.
Oh, निकाल लिया पहला round.
Littering the floor. We've got it. How did Cloud fall there? Did he just peek out into that, or was he just spam through? I'm not too sure. But runner's position could have been even more. But
पहला round आ गया भाई इनका.
Really well handled there to keep them in that choke point on B main.
Taking a little bit of that extra risk with Cloud, but still that pays off. having that round, having also the balls to just go against the ult, just taking those duels even with the weak weaponry. First one for Giant X on the board. Of course, it's a long way ahead, but it's definitely doable. Not devastating, and definitely just good for moral.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they went on that deeper exploration towards A as well, pushing out. They're getting full info, because it feels like Liquid is so slippery at the moment. Now we've got a bit of a stack. Oh my god, Purpo's away. That should be a kill, and it is.
It's like first of Valorant.
Answer back, Kiko. Oh, stopped in his tracks. That's sick. Okay, Giant X, there we go. Now I'm starting to believe a little more. Give me a game out of this.
अरे EMEA के boring ही होते हैं matches mostly.
He's got a free
Keyboard budget में best.
And the call is being given.
यार कीबोर्ड कौन सा बेस्ट होगा बजट में?
And then the 3v5 situation was the Giant X just way
Red Dragon का एक 60
you can see the pings on the map
आता
as well
है.
on CT. They're aware that someone could have slipped A.
भाई देखो कोई भी है ना Amazon पे सर्च करने का जो मॉडल पसंद आता है उसको YouTube पे पेस्ट करने का कॉपी पेस्ट और उसका रिव्यूज देखने का.
And waiting, and Nats is also ready and waiting over towards Pillar. Now they could double back. They can do all sorts of very slippery plays.
महंगे कीबोर्ड्स के बारे में मेरे को नहीं पता यार.
This is absolutely outrageous. So now there's going to be problems everywhere. That's huge though. From Heaven they still
अभी अचानक हगने लग गई Liquid. भाई.
really revealed his hand, but there is a firing squad around this corner.
खुद को ब्लाइंड कर दिया.
Nats does get the spike, but he's got 27 seconds. Right. So what does he do with this
पैसा
information?
चिपक के खेल रहे हो
Camo's
लोग.
still up towards Heaven. They're going to try and persist towards A.
Here.
We're going to need a massive over-delivery from either Camo or Nats. Plants in, time's on their side. Camo, are you going to make the big man play here, or are we going to just try and play it out from Heaven? They're not taking any chances. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Did it catch the weapon? I think it did, but it doesn't really matter too much. But I'm looking at Nats' reposition through Heaven here. Doesn't get to be spotted. Camo's found a corner. Attack on the spike, someone has to react.
Heaven was कैसा sneak किया है.
He's been denied. Camo though, slippery himself, does get caught. Giant
Comeback आ गया. Comeback आ गया बनता है.
Steps now. Second round for them and a massive one to boot.
Second round in
पता नहीं प्रणय भाई मैंने use नहीं किया.
We have to praise. We were thinking about the Vice coming into this map. Being on Cloud, we've seen them play, but I don't think it was Cloud running. I think it was Runner that was running the Vice earlier. So it's good to see that this place literally I have seen since the beginning of Valorant. This is like the
I feel 10 to up.
Literally the first steps that you would take onto this map. But if it's what it takes, also combining this and the effect that the Razorbind has had on this round, I'm not going to say comfort for Giant X, but at least they've wanted to stick together. It's still a 3v5. Individually, they're feeling very well. So let's not take unnecessary risks.
Kill में scream था तब मस्त लगता था. हाँ भाई, for real, OG भाई.
How do they adapt? We've seen similar starts like this with Camo. Lots and lots of pressure towards A here. Lots of pressure towards Tomasi, who doesn't like what he's seeing, trying to backpedal away. But he comes out of the blind at the right time.
Oh my god.
Gaps to play in now. They're holding
nice.
Nats has a stinger,
3v3.
and he's not from Americas, and apparently his does work. So wild from him to find that. That's now a 3v3, but again, Bulldog here. The Phantom with Nats, but it's a stinger with Kamek. Operator on a retake, not easy. Okay.
Still
Timing में पकड़ लिया क्या Nats ने उसको?
This was a round with a very light purchase from
कैसे भाई?
This was not meant to be the big one to fight back on, but Cloud's going to get timed. Nats read it so well,
okay, nice.
but he's still got Panatek there. The number's still on their side.
Stinger.
Wow.
How are they doing this? How are Liquid doing
भाई low by जीत गए लमाओ.
I swear to you, there is something about Split and the Stinger that I honestly do not even want to understand. Like, it works different on this map. They fixed it? No, they didn't. Not here on Split. It's probably time for Giant X to call across after this. Fighting from side this time around. A change of pace also from Team Liquid. Just going in very aggressive.
Heavy Team Flash gameplay.
Onto the same basket. And getting this round even with the weak weaponry.
Disgusting. We need to get Billy to do that. Billy.
Time out ले लिए.
Can you give us a disgusting
practice and then show us it?
Better game than Valorant. Better game than Valorant is Valorant itself.
I don't know what you're gonna
Valorant, the best ever game of this universe.
Coming up with it, you got 2 rounds. You got a bye. Yes, you're 1 off from the Seekers. You're 2 away.
Chat, कल EMEA के मैचेस है? कल नहीं हो गया ना? कि कल भी है? कल भी है वे? ओ भाई कल तो भाई नुस्ता वॉच पार्टी है. भाई कल तो रात के मैचेस देखो क्या डेंजर है। तो कल क्या करता हूँ मालूम, 1:30 से स्ट्रीम चालू होगी। कल अपन नहीं कर पाएंगे सिमुलेटर वाला गेम। कल क्या करते हैं ना, 1:30 को स्ट्रीम चालू करते हैं, 6:30 तक स्ट्रीम करेंगे, फिर सो जाएंगे, फिर 10:30 को स्ट्रीम करेंगे, फिर वो गेम चलेगा शाम रात तक, फिर 3:30 को ये देखेंगे। EMEA बोल रहा हूँ, वो अपना
those mistakes they had, and they needed to make all those mistakes against a team like Foot. Really suffered yesterday.
Yes.
नहीं कर सकते रे।
To get into this
कल बैक भी है एग्जैक्टली, और कल रात के गेम्स बहुत अच्छे हैं।
But it's not over yet. Giant X, dig in. You don't want to go out with a whimper. You don't want to just go and lose like this.
Photoshop की करेंगे अपन स्ट्रीम कल।
Right
Make
now.
them think that they put in the same position, but look at where the spike is going.
And it's Purpo. The big
Did he
man
catch
himself. He's got to be firing on also. We've been critical a little of Purpo because we need to see him start to hit, right? A high potential player. Need to see that in big games. I don't care about, you know, early group stage farming and all of this stuff. Show me what you can do when it matters. When your life is on the line in these sort of games. But now I like what we're seeing though from Giant X. Be main control. Tick in the box. Cool.
Everything
This then
in
gives them
control.
hopefully a little bit more confidence to go for that pressure towards A to keep those bodies here. But with that little bit of a lean through heaven, they're hitting rotations back.
Such a weird minimap right now, with the positions that Team Liquid have, and most importantly, Giant X.
And
At least they're playing together.
They've got to know now. They're trying to split through CT. Runner Seekers actually maybe a little bit misleading, but still it's Kamek to find two. Liquid have decided to play this map however they want.
And now they're going B.
Currently in defense.
30 seconds
It's what I'm telling you. So
Nah,
Kiko
nah,
does
just
get
go
cleared.
A.
He should have spotted two players.
Yeah,
There,
now
they
they're
turn
going
around,
back
they
A.
do. So they're going to go back
लेकिन
straight
एक A पे
towards
है
Cloud.
अभी भी।
This is just decisions in the
Cloud's
moment.
got this. He's
But
got the
Cloud,
arrows.
he has to have this, Bayer. That is...
They know his side. They
It's
know his
15
side.
seconds. The pit's
Oh,
gone
that's a
down.
nice ult.
Does he get to deny
Oh,
the spike?
oh.
It is in the standard position, and he does. Keeps coming down. Oh, it's gorgeous from Cloud. That is
Bhai,
what they needed. Some backbone
जीता
here.
हुआ round गया।
Tech for 3 seconds. He hasn't
जीता
got
हुआ
the
round
time
गया
or
है
the chances.
Liquid का।
Liquid overcooking this one quite some way.
Yeah, and that's
बहुत ही
3
ज़्यादा
rounds
overcook
already
हो
for
गया।
the side of Giant X. Yes, they are sweating a lot, but at least we're seeing that confidence come back. They're having the movement, just keeping up. Yes, Team Liquid work with the map a lot. We cannot be sure of how much of it is clear. We have to be very careful. And as you're saying, sometimes the Seekers from Runner, not only in this run, previous run that he used it as well, on this map can be misleading, especially for the way that Team Liquid is literally everywhere.
It's bizarre. As you said, the minimap just looks ridiculous sometimes. Do we have a timeout? Wait.
Lauren?
No, I think we're going back in.
Yes.
We are back in the round. If you can't see it, we can. We'll keep you up to date. Don't worry.
Prowler being used, being destroyed as well.
It looks like a start. They're trying to feign it. Looks like this A presence again, right? Trying to keep these players here. And look at
First
the
also
slow
that
creep.
molly.
Look at the creep straight through B main. They're going to be out so early on this. That B main, they had no idea, but the saving grace is Tomasi. Sets up Purpo with that paranoia. There was a moment it could have gone so badly wrong. They were so close to being a dagger in the back, but the only saving grace is that the spike is recovered by Kamek.
It is actually this earlier plays, this very 2020 actually kind of ways of stopping the attackers that is working for Giant X. They're using that paranoia that, yeah, it's going back to basics.
Maybe it's what they needed. Camo's working with far from ideal. Does get through heaven, but the site is not safe. Trying to, again, cause these over-rotations, which I guess they're doing, but they're still trying to work late back in towards A, where we've been seeing brilliant work from Cloud.
And Camo. The timing.
This is
West side.
It is all timing, right? Like Purpo goes down, but it's West side to win, so they kind of trade up, but the numbers are still so favorable towards Giant X. It's fine, runner's fine. There was no chance there, I swear to you. But Kamek is in a similar position. Now, does he still expect runner? He looked away for a second. Okay.
यार मैं क्या बोलता हूँ Photoshop का अपना जो ये है ना,
right? They've carved out 4 rounds, which is what they need because they are not brilliant on these
वो मैं
pistols
सोच रहा हूँ
sometimes.
Especially towards the end, I think that the cooking from Team Liquid turned into.
वो मैं सोच रहा हूँ like क्या करते हैं मालूम क्या, फोटोशॉप का जो फाइनल है ना वो, क्योंकि कल अगर करेंगे कल 31 है तो फाइनल्स 3 तारीख को। ठीक है, तो कल टॉप 5 निकालता हूँ मैं और फाइनल है ना जो फाइनल राउंड होएगा वो 3-4 तारीख को होएगा, ऐसा कुछ करते हैं। ठीक है।
Do what I wanted to do, and I think this year Lohan really sees that I can play my role and play. And I'm a really good individual player, so he gives me a lot more freedom than I had last year. And I think that regardless of the switch, I think that it would have been just as good this year.
Let's go. Join up. Break close line. Close. Together.
Cap. Right between the together. He's on me -4.
The VCT location I'm most excited
Stream
for
कितने
would
बजे
be
करूँ?
Bangkok, because I'm half Thai, so my mom really wants to go to the Bangkok. So if you make it, it'll be really fun.
One more. Camille. Nice. Good. Patty. Incredible utility, my boy.
And the sights will be still set towards Bangkok here. Survival of the fittest, it feels like, between these two. And as it stands, Liquid are very much in the lead. 8-4 on the half. Map 1 also in their favor. What do we see as a chance here for Giant X? Surely there's something, or is it too little too late?
I don't think it's too late. I would like to see them start with the pistol. It would be the first one for them in the series. Yeah, and I feel like it's like the pen them homework that they have to turn in if they want to go and pass on to the next year. But I'm also thinking about this defense. I wonder if Camo's going to go on the operator, because we were having the conversation of how is Nats the one that's playing the op and the outlaw. I want to see if with this double duelist composition they want to go for that.
रात को 8 बजे।
We'll see. We'll see. For now, Giant X going to be kind of faking up towards ramp. You can see where the spike is. It is non-committal. Not into it. Holding off. And they want to re-clear. Nats has found, I don't know if that's really a corner to play in. Not sure what the plan was there. Maybe I've missed it, but Purpo certainly doesn't miss. Panatek's gone down as well, and they've had the easiest start to things that they could have dreamed of. We've been saying these pistols have been evading them. Kiko now knows they are on the way. He said he wants to go towards Bangkok, and maybe he's given them a solid chance here to get there. But it's down to Camo in a 1v2 now. Cloud and Run are still alive. Plant not in. Oh my god, he's seen both. He's got a chance. Cloud drags him down. And Giant X finally get a pistol.
Yeah, a little bit too eager from the side of Team Liquids. We were seeing Nats just getting onto that corner. Very similar to the pistol round that we saw on the first half. But them just finding these openers and then just moving as a pack. It doesn't matter if you go down, there's still that follow-up. Beautifully played from Cloud there at the end. No smiles for Lohan this time around.
0 smiles. It's a head shakes.
How dare they lose one of the pistols to Giant X? Seriously?
But hey, some of the anti-ecos have been rough. But this one has very little threat to it, right? This has 2 sheriffs, and the other side should have everything they need, right? So we're looking at, is there a stack? Is there anything naughty going on? Well, there was a little bit of a stack towards B. That's about it. Beyond that, it's kind of par for course, right? You're looking at how clean can someone like Giant X now keep this. They want to try and march this one back.
Ooh, that was almost a kill onto Patatek.
Got a little closer. Down to 21.
Side, but at least the stack is not here, is what they're thinking right now. I think the spot at
Ego round है भाई, ये skip करो round. ये round skip करो.
They're just gonna play all together, except for Tamazi.
He has been heard. You can see him looking up in case that TP was above. Gonna hear the steps towards sewer, so Patatek actually might have a little bit of timing here. He's gonna hear this. He now can kind of freely call, no, they are definitely going A. Heard the rotation, get ready. Camo is by screens. That could be a 1. Any more would be very, very good. He does a bit of chip damage. I'm still a bit worried about this position. Patatek. Oh god.
कितना मस्त करती है यार.
He's going to have the info up towards ramp as well. That sets up Nats here. Starts to get in towards this west side. Is in trouble. He's surrounded. And Liquid are starting to make him sweat this time. Purpo and Tomasi, this is never meant to be the close one. We said those anti-ecos weren't clean either. But what more can they recover? Nats got the Guardian. Sheriff still with Kiko. Patatek still there. Util I don't think is around for a second or two. So they have to try and work this one out. Try and draw those crosshairs away. Try and set up someone to swing. Oh, it's Kiko as well. Devastating for Giant X. That is a heartbreaking fumble in the end.
And also, wasn't Camo the only one that had a sheriff?
Kiko,
this is not one of the
HP
rounds that they even invested on. And it was
Kiko
all the
1
communication
HP
on the
था.
fundamentals, isolating these duels and trying to get the best out of it. As we were mentioning, the way that Nats was playing onto ramp with Paditech, they were getting these kills.
Bro.
In the beginning, you think that for Giant X, when you hear those classics, that it's going
Okay,
to be
1
a
HP
safe
नहीं था, but
round.
60 HP था भाई.
And that's what you get. Oh. How easy is it, Patrick?
I think it's pretty easy, guys. Well, this is suddenly gone worrying.
Thrifty to...
It's almost like they didn't get the pistol, but now we come in. Okay, so Purpo...
Do we count that as they didn't?
They've got to have one. We give them one. So Purpo, Vandal, right? You got the big gun. Show me what you're going to do with it. Show me a little something here. You've got a set
Oh
up
my
kill.
God.
Gavin couldn't
Oh,
quite get
wow.
that. I guess that was a shorty out or something out in time, so that's perfect. Right, you got the foothold towards the site. You got flung
Insane,
in,
bhai.
and you did what you
Insane
needed.
entry, bhai.
Once now in, time is on your side.
Hey, if they can give it back, it doesn't matter what happened on that second round.
Correct. We are all aboard the train. 5 more seconds for the Horn to come back in. Prowler's still there to be used.
It's so interesting because Cloud left the wall, the shear in the back. So even though this flank is coming in here,
should be noted.
Yeah.
Trying to go together, they do. Not bad. They're at least going to be considered, but there's 2 of them. Now timing is starting to run a little low here. They've got to get a speed up, and actually
Oh my
it's working
God, no
out.
way.
What?
No,
How are they
what?
all just falling like flies? Westside could be called upon in a near-on.
Bro, सब मर गए ले भाई, सब
How
मर
has
गए
this
ले.
happened again?
एक-एक
I
करके
genuinely thought they
भाई.
had some really good positions on this. They were aware of the flank. They had everything they needed, but the timing from Liquid was
Scream
just
never retired, right? Chat
picture-perfect.
Scream retire हो गया?
waiting, also seeing how to work with the wall. This is the same as we watched in the previous round. Guys, listen, communicate, we can do this. It doesn't matter if they have the upper hand, if they got the first kill, the spike is down, clock working against us. Nothing seems to be stopping them. This confidence is definitely what they're going to be needing if they want to keep progressing.
Ooh. It's a bit tense over in that side of the camp.
Yeah, it's tense. Very good retakes.
Solid.
Solid for Team Liquid so far.
And of course, Liquid did have, better weaponry and all of that jazz, but having the sight, having, a
And it was very
weapon,
well timed out.
It was. It really was. Like, I do want to give credit on the timing of that one more than anything. But we go back in. It's do or die time, Giant X. If you want a chance to even stay in this tournament, to stay alive, to get a shot towards Bangkok, you've got to turn up now. No ults to play here. And already a 1-for-1 trade out. They've lost out on Tomasi, but they took away Kamek. So, Smoke's, I guess, a little removed. Still got at least a little something to work with.
Taking their time now. They force Nats out of this position, but again, you never know. He might go back. He has repositioned. And now, looks like they want to walk towards A. Without having that start from Kamek.
That's actually kind of big, though.
अभी भी बाय है
No,
इन
he's
पे.
still keeping an eye on
Economy
it, but he
इतना
just
strong
gets
है.
nice from Purpo. Okay, red carpet starting to be rolled
Oi,
out
oi,
here. Camo,
oi.
the only one in the way. Ooh, he's got the timing on that too. Do they still expect him here? Do they still clear diligently? They don't. He's toying with their expectation. Last time behind screens, now seeing that little bit of an off angle instead. It's lovely. They don't know where to look. I'm telling you, keep your eyes on Camo.
bhai.
Go from up on top as well. It's all
Round
on
से
Cloud.
नहीं दे रहे.
1v2 is doable for this man.
Oh, Kiko
It's
is
time to
1
shine. It has to be
HP.
now. He has
Sorry,
to
Camo.
find Camo. Despite back in hand, 9 seconds, and Camo's only got 10 HP. Cloud, try and find him. Oh, ring a rose, here we go. Camo, does he play it perfectly? He absolutely does. He just had to stay alive.
Oh
and Liquid making it up to 11.
What a performance that we've seen for Kamek.
क्या खेल रहे भाई?
Today, like this kind of rounds,
क्या
playing
खेल
with
रहे
the
भाई?
timing,
क्या
knowing
खेल
that
रहे?
he's got lesser hand, and also the balls. Like he was 10 HP.
Bro, उसने उधर ही चेक नहीं किया जहाँ पे वो खेल रहा था. तो ये क्या है भाई?
Literally from heaven, but with the time against it, Cloud did not have that much impact. This beautiful showstopper around that we could have thought could have been for Giant X.
Could have been.
It is going to be calling out for a timeout. Give me that Pips and Cam. He wasn't happy last time that we checked on him.
Yeah, I do want to see that. Because it is the last check-in, right?
Yep.
This is when the money's going to be gone. They're going to be down to a scrappy buy at best. You're going to see
In a
Guardians,
5-11.
Sheriffs. Yep. You got ults on the horizon, though. Doesn't feel like a chat about ults. It feels a bit of a wider conversation. Gotta make it count. So much potential, so much talent. You could say that about both teams. I think that's where my credit gets put towards Liquid with their work recently. How they've reinvented themselves. They've adjusted in a very short amount of time. They look great here on Split, enjoying what we're seeing. And again, those change-ups on Fracture were perfectly timed.
And also here on Split, I think that after what we saw last week, very little people had hope, actual real hope.
क्या सीन है भाई? अभी नींद आ रही भाई मैच देखने में.
Make it back to this international events that was going back to.
खत्म हो रही है वैसे ही मैच ये. सो जाऊंगा अभी फटाक से.
And right now they're 2 rounds away from playing again.
आज वालों के गजब नजारे थे.
BBL's winning on the other side, and I'm telling you, tomorrow they're banning Fracture.
I mean, I wouldn't want to keep splitting either, really. I don't know. It's a little bit wild.
I would love to see Split.
Whoa. Nats might be dead here. Purpo. Nats tried. But, oh, Purpo, are we really going to be trying to knife the body when you've just been absolutely backhanded by Camo? That's a little brave at 5 rounds, mate. Now,
Bro, Camo क्या मार रहा है?
I don't know. There's still a chance here for Giant X. They're digging in on this one.
6-11.
They've sworn Pillar. They've got the B side. They've got the
Red Kohli ordered chili paneer for lunch instead of chili chicken, which used to be his favorite earlier.
Which, I mean, could do well, but it's pretty tough on a retake.
Yeah, we were speaking about how the buy wasn't the best one, but it doesn't matter. You work with what you have. You use that ultimate, that showstopper at the beginning of the round. With all the utility, very well commed as well. Heretic is going to trigger that shear, but him and Kiko on a 2v4.
क्या बोल रहा भाई?
Uh-oh. Kiko. Still got Yuto here. That's going to force Runner, I imagine, a little out of position. He's actually alright, just actually soaks the damage on it. Okay, that's Tomasi found.
Headline
We're looking for what Heretic has here. Uh-oh, that's Cloud Gun. Hold on, the time is close, but oh, West Side.
Kiko 2 मारा? Bro, सबको मार दिया
It
Kiko.
doesn't change the outcome, but you're still nuts. That's 6 for Giant X. They are
Bro, ये actually एक headline है. Virat Kohli wanted to have chili paneer, so his manager called and ordered the dish for him. Yesterday he ordered kadi chawal. Jha told Times of India. Bro, are you serious?
Lot more explosive, right?
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Like you have the Sky, you have the Omen. Like use that paranoia. That can be so effective.
Bro, that's actually a headline.
It's okay, Bibson. You got the round.
I'm so scared. Pipson has just like this incredible aura of fear. Purpo again, he's starting to heat up a little bit though. That's good. They need that, right? If he's gonna get you a kill
on the board for them.
And their opener is Purpo just walking
By
in, just
Kiko
taking
लेकिन
out
जिंदा
Camo.
है.
It's a dream come true, right? You've got so much more to lean on now, so much more to explore.
अच्छा वो vegan है इसलिए उसने पनीर मंगाया और इसलिए वो एक बड़ा ये इसलिए क्या? मतलब इसलिए वो एक hot topic बन गया है क्या?
From Giant X onto mid, forcing that molly from Nats.
The timing on this, after the last round, he's got to be feeling good too, right? Confidence sky high. The timing is everything.
Literally.
And
he used to be vegan.
To stall out. He's seen one. He's patient. He's waiting. The trigger discipline is absolute perfection, and he dips. He doesn't want to stick around much longer. He doesn't have to. The damage is done.
Oh damn, bhai, Purpo.
Ooh,
1v1.
3K on the spray, but it's a 1v1. TP, ease off. He didn't want any of the smoke towards B. Gonna go for the plant here. Play it safe.
विराट क्या कह रहा है ये न्यूज़ क्यों है? क्योंकि वो बोला वो vegan है.
Is he gonna look for the duel? Still has that paranoia. Play it, so you're saying a little bit more safe, but he doesn't know where Kiko is. Last time that they checked, he was pushing on from behind.
Ooh,
timing on this Kiko.
क्या पोजी लिया है भाई Tomasi ने?
Any idea where he could be? It's all a guessing game now. A complete mystery.
2 smokes for Tomasi as well, like all his utility.
Nah, Tomasi CT से जाके आ रहा है.
Just slip away from him. And I think he knows he's not found his man. He's running low on time now.
Yep.
And Tomasi.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my. Baya.
Lauren. Does he?
Yeah, he does.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
He does. Baya. What have I just seen? I wish I could be excited for Liquid in these moments. But sometimes.
हम लोग ये VCT देख रहे हैं.
Oh, it just happened.
Well, that happened. Giant X had the opener. And then Kiko went on the push. Massive time in here onto Runner and Cloud. Oh, he's gonna be massive. And it was.
It's just the end of this round,
It was
right?
less than 2 seconds.
It's why are we here?
Like, he didn't...
Yeah. Same. Why? Anyway, let's see if they can recover after what could be the most tragic of losses to get to 12
हर्ष भाई
rounds
मोमेंट्स
in a
निकल रहे
game for
सालों
survival.
और वो टोमासी है भाई, वो गोटेड प्लेयर है.
There's some
Oh my
method to the
god,
madness
5
I'm missing.
people.
Feel free to tell me, but right now
Nah,
this
they
looks
are-
like a
oh my
nightmare
God.
coming to life here. Giant X
Oh
going in
my
for full
God.
APs. Look
Oh,
how many
attacking
players
ult
are
है.
on the other side. 4 ready, willing, stationed to stop them, and it's a double from Kiko. Eyes set towards Bangkok. Eyes set on
Oh, west side भी
survival.
5 HP हो गया.
But he's got 3 more to find. There's boys by his side. Nat is going to find Cloud. It's down to west side. It's down to Tomasi. And they barely have a foothold on the site. The spike left deep in enemy territory. 5 HP. It's uphill. And then there's mountain climbing sort of situations. Nat's waiting for contact. It's all but over. It's done for. Team Liquid live. 13-6. A fantastic...
भाई बहुत अंडर परफॉर्म की. ये लोग बहुत अंडर परफॉर्म किए, या शायद मैंने ज्यादा होप्स रख दिए थे जीएक्स पे. भाई उन लोगों ने केसी को हराया यार, केसी को हराया उन लोगों ने, तो मैंने होप्स हाई रख दिए थे भाई, तो मेरी गलती है. चलो कोई नहीं, शायद मेरी ही गलती थी भाइयों. That's it then. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. कल की स्ट्रीम में मिलते हैं. कल 1:30 को स्ट्रीम होगी, फिर उसके बाद में 8 बजे फोटोशॉप स्ट्रीम होगी, फिर 10:30 टू टिल मॉर्निंग 8:30 स्ट्रीम होगी. ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. आई विल कैच यू गाइस नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम. पीस, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.